beef? Why do you have...
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The madman. The madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who
the
you
pool house
are.
is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment. Welcome.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to MME. I look like a big douche, like having a gigantic image of myself and my co-hosts smaller. All right.
Ego right there.
Yeah, it's my big ego. All right. Thank you for joining us. This will be spoilers for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I am going to still be away tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make because we're leaving in the morning. So the Multiverse of Sadness. Well, it's a mixed bag for me. There's good things.
He's talking about a project he's doing, him and Thade, calling it the Multiverse of Sadness.
Oh, okay.
By the way, I'm not talking to Ashley no more.
Well, it's gonna be weird when she comes on the channel. And but how's everyone doing tonight? Remember to smash the hell out of the like button to help MME grow. Smash it if you like my background. I got a better background tonight. It's a cool one, Wanda.
Very nice. Very nice.
All right, what's our initial thoughts of the movie before we go deep? DL, did everyone see it here?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good job. You're allowed to be on the panel then. No, good job. Well, let's go with DL first. Well, actually, Eddie was here first. Eddie, what's your initial thoughts, Eddie?
Don't mind if I do.
Oh.
So, when it comes to this movie, I made a review about it. When I saw it, I'm gonna be honest. I really liked this film. I very, very, very much liked it. I saw so much. It was so unique and different from what I'm used to when it comes to the Marvel formula and all that stuff. Like Sam Raimi definitely had creative freedom to do what he wanted, and it shows too with some of the visuals of this film and some of the things he chose to do. Yeah, the dialogue could have been more better, but the visuals and all that stuff were great. Wanda as a character herself, even though
wait, we have to stop because Brian's confused. He's like, wait, Max isn't sleeping. We're on time. He came in here. It's like, what's going on? Okay, go ahead, Eddie. I'm sorry.
Wanda as a character, I hate her now, but I'm not gonna lie, she was phenomenal.
Whoa!
In this movie. Elizabeth Olsen is a great actress. I was like, oh my gosh, like, well, get rid of her already. Like, no, this is too much to handle. But I enjoyed it. I really did. I enjoyed it. I know some people are kind of divisive right now about it because it's not what they're used to seeing. But I think that to go in it with an open mind. If you just go in there with an open mind, that's all I have to say for now until we get to real spoilers.
Okay.
Everything that guy just said is bullshit.
All right. Go ahead, Chris. You were next to get in here, and then DL, and then Brian. Okay.
Well, this is a funny story. I'm laying in bed. I was literally in bed last night, and I was watching Star Trek, and I was talking to Brian, and I'm like, I'm not going to see this movie. My friends want me to go. So they show up like an hour later, and I'm like, look, come on, let's go to the late show. So I ate some edibles and took one of my pain pills and went to the late show, and I watched this movie, and it was fucking amazing. I love this movie. Yep.
Okay. Great. DL.
And I don't feel the same way Eddie does about Wanda. I think Wanda has been a victim. Let me tell you who Wanda is. Wanda is Marvel Cinematic Universe's Anakin.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Remember, if you're just coming in, to smash the like button, that really helps. All right. So that's interesting. DL. Initial thoughts.
I really, really enjoyed it as well.
Okay.
Going into this was my most anticipated Marvel film of the year. and for the most part, it met my expectations. I don't think it's a perfect film either. I did have some issues with it here and there, but yeah, as Eddie said, like I really liked how it didn't feel like a typical MCU film that we were getting. This, for people that were worried that this movie is going to be very watered down compared to what Sam Raimi usually gets, don't worry. This feels like a Sam Raimi movie from start to finish, and that's probably the biggest praise I can give to it, is that you feel his stamp all over this movie. But at the same time, I personally felt like it wasn't so jarring to where it's like it doesn't feel like a MCU film. I still feel like it feels like a Marvel film, but it's just it was a more edgy and dark than what we usually get, and I was happy about that. I really like the horror inspirations and the horror like influences in the movie, and like it was at a breakneck pace. Love the action. The character's really good. I'm in the middle on you guys when it comes to Wanda. I'm sure we're gonna get to it. Like I understand why people may be upset with the choices that they made for her, but for me, it was really interesting what they did with
Oh,
Wanda.
wow.
Wanda,
Can you represent even harder? Wow, Ashley. Look at that. You look great. With
Well, I
the
was just
headset.
texting her. I was just messaging her, asking her why the. Never mind. She don't check her DMs anyway. I mean nothing to this person.
All right. Calm down.
Ashley's
Chris.
like,
Calm
what
down.
the heck?
What? Like,
I really
feel
want
like
her
every
review.
other man I know.
I
There we go.
really,
Oh.
I really want her review, guys. That's the one I'm waiting for.
Yeah,
I
me
sent her
too.
a
Me
bunch of
too.
DMs trying to be nice in Twitter. She just hasn't checked them yet.
I've had like a day, okay? It's like a
She's
day.
probably seen it 3 times already.
I saw it
Chris.
twice
Maybe.
yesterday and once earlier today. So yes.
Oh, see,
Around. I told you our girl was gonna watch it at least 3 times before we even talked to her.
Yeah,
All right,
and I'm
well,
gonna
well-
see it tomorrow. Well, I can't because tomorrow's the Derby, and I gotta do all that uppity stuff with my family. So I'll be seeing it tomorrow.
Oh, you follow the Kentucky Derby and stuff?
My family does. I hate it. It's like I hate that stuff. I have to wear like a hat and all that and gloves and stuff.
I bet you're gonna look gorgeous. I bet she's gonna look
I wanna
gorgeous.
see
And I want
That's some
pictures.
country
I
shit.
want to see.
No, it's
That's
Guys like me and Brian, we only know
uppity.
one kind of derby.
Southern. It's
That's some
Kentucky
high
princess.
class stuff, man.
It's Kentucky
Yeah.
princess
That's right.
stuff.
I love it. I love it.
yeah, Kentucky and this.
It's
Bring
Kentucky.
Eddie next time.
Kentucky.
Bring what?
He's Eddie's my day. You didn't know that?
Oh,
I got him a
good.
nice
Good
suit.
job,
you know?
Eddie.
But after
I would
you
love
said
to
that
see
thing
Eddie
about you,
strolling up into the Kentucky Derby like, hey.
Well, it's a party. It's like an
Howdy,
event.
y'all.
I just want to see Ashley all primmed out like that. You know what I mean? I think it'd be funny.
I mean, just check out videos. I've dolled up a lot of times. It's like what I wear, you know. I don't know. Just gotta wear a
Like the
hat
big
and gloves.
hat? Like the big
No,
hat
it's a
and the
little
gloves?
hat. I got a little one.
Oh.
All right. That's great. That's great.
Raya.
DL.
let's go, Raya.
Yes, it's happening tomorrow. That's my life.
Brian, what's your initial thoughts? Then we're going to get to Ashley.
It was okay. The Maverick trailer actually got me excited to watch that movie.
Yes.
Avatar 2 looks like an upgraded graphics version of the first one.
What? That's all you got from that trailer?
Well, Brian, that's really what it is. It's an upgrade.
Well, it's like the next gen version. So it was like we were watching PS4 version.
It's
You didn't
Avatar,
see the
the first
emotion?
Now it's
Avatar, but-
PS5.
No,
That CG
no, but
emotion
this time,
with
but
the
this
LB
time,
and
this
Oh,
time
I
it's
don't care.
underwater. No, like
You know-
literally, like the like there was cheers for all the other trailers, but everyone else was silent for the Avatar 2 trailer.
Yeah,
Like,
because they're like, what
silence.
is this? You know, one person was like, I heard one person, this better be better than the first one.
No, someone was like, someone
Like,
said,
nobody
can
cared.
we
They're
move
just
on
like,
from
oh.
Avatar? Like someone said, can we move on from Avatar? I'm like, wait, someone really
Move
said
on.
that?
It's been 12
Yeah,
years.
people don't
Move
Like,
give
on.
a shit,
they're like-
dude. They're like, what is this, man?
And I'm like, and also,
Nobody cares.
and like the thing is, if people forgot how Sam Raimi movies work, people will forget how James Cameron movies work and how Avatar works, and people won't like
No,
Avatar 2.
I'm not
Like,
forgetting
if you remember
anything.
how people like were like expecting like a Marvel-filled, multiverse madness, cameo-filled movie for this, people forget how James Cameron works and how Avatar works, and they were some of those people that forgot how Sam Raimi works was pissed off about this movie. So some people might be pissed off with Avatar too.
That's why I'm honestly, I don't. As
Thank
far as that
you.
goes, I don't care. No, it's just like there were parts of the movie that were great. There were parts of the movie that like it kind of dragged a little bit, and I was like, all right, how much longer do we got here? And then, I don't know. It wasn't the best movie I ever watched. I wasn't like over the moon about it. The audience reception wasn't very great. I mean, people weren't gasping or cheering or nothing like that. It was just, oh, we're watching a Marvel movie.
I had someone that was freaking out behind me well, we're doing spoilers about the Illuminati. He's like, oh shit, oh boy.
I didn't even get a response, dude. Like,
my theater was like cheering when John Krasinski popped up as Reed Richards. Everyone was like,
oh my god! I was like,
like
person in there going, wow, that's John Krasinski. But
In
that
my
was in the
theater, yeah, in my theater,
Silence.
people slightly responded when this is spoilers, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
people slightly responded when Captain Carter came on screen, but yeah, everyone freaked out when John Krasinski
yeah,
came on
like
screen.
everyone
So, yeah.
freaked the fuck out in my theater. Like,
we have
it was
to
like
get
John
to the,
Krasinski's Reed Richards. Oh my
we
god.
have to get to Ashley now. Ashley, you're the. I think most of us agree. We're the most interested in what.
Yeah, she's the one I've been waiting
Ashley
for.
has. Yes.
Yep.
Initial thoughts, is that the question you're asking me right
Yeah.
now? Just
How
my
did you like-
initial
yeah.
I
Yeah.
liked it.
Okay.
I did have, it's not a perfect movie all around. I think that it had some pacing. Like, I liked that it was off to the races, but as it was off to the races, I feel like it was missing a few things. But overall, I liked it, and I have some issues with some of the dialogue and some of the script. But overall, it was fun, and I enjoyed it. And Wanda and Strange, like, I can't go wrong with the two of them. My favorite two.
Bruh, they were great. They were great.
I'll give you my initial thoughts. I love what I thought was most concerned about, but I still didn't really love the movie. Like, I was concerned about being underwhelmed by, like the Easter eggs, the cameos, but I thought they were, and from what I heard, it was going to be really short. I thought it was the perfect amount of time. It was great. It delivered. I would have loved to see a little bit more, but I wasn't upset. The horror and the Sam Raimi-ness I loved, except for the cameo from
Bruce Campbell.
Evil Dead. That was horrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was
That was lame. It was just like the Bruce Campbell cameos aren't exactly top tier to begin with. But you grow with it because you love Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell. But this was one of the weakest cameos ever. The action and the horror was great. And I think Sam Raimi did the best he could. I think most of this was set up before he came in, and he gave some style to it. And the stuff with Wanda, that's why I made the thumbnail like this. It was like, I am surprised this is a Disney movie. This was like Mortal Kombat fatality type stuff on the Illuminati. Well, I'm like, whoa, taking each one out. I also, they do those videos, kill count. I can't wait till they do a kill count
Drag me
video
to
of
hell.
this one. But that was intense. I'm not sure how I feel about. I like the Wanda stuff. I'm not sure how I feel about the end with Wanda. I don't know. It's just it didn't really.
She's not dead because
She's not dead.
Raimi,
She signed a 7-picture deal too.
Well,
She's not
also
dead.
that, and also Raimi follows the horror rules of death, where if you don't see it on screen, it's not true.
But then I don't know. I don't know how I can root for her in the
Like if you don't see
either.
if you don't see a body, if you don't. See
I don't know
a
how
body.
I can. That's where I want to go around. If she does come back, obviously is she going to still be a villain, or can you root for her to be a hero again? I
think
can't root for her to be the hero.
No, I think.
Can you root for Bucky Barnes?
Can you root for Loki?
Well,
what?
Well, Loki, I would say
I
Loki and
don't
Wanda
know.
are very similar, but Bucky and Wanda.
How many people?
vile.
How many superheroes did Loki take out?
I don't know, but do you remember when the Black Widow?
What did he do at the Shield? When he went to the
Like
Shield,
86 people. He killed 86 people his first day on Earth.
He killed so many. He killed a lot of people. Okay.
Well,
And how many people?
She killed
And then
people
he
in a
killed
different
people in
multiverse.
Thor. And then he killed people in Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah.
And then do
But
we have to talk about Captain America: The Winter Soldier?
Bucky is what?
Bucky was murking people.
Exactly. I just said Bucky Barnes.
Murking
Yeah,
people.
Bucky
Yeah,
Barnes.
that's the first thing.
Bucky
Ashley
Barnes.
said.
He was mind controlled by Hydra, though. That doesn't count.
It's a little different than being what
And
they call
she
it,
was
Darkhold.
overtaken by the Darkhold.
Darkhold, and I
It's a
think the
little
Darkhold
different.
is way stronger
I'm
than
sorry,
some
but I-
Russian
No,
book.
but
It
there's
was
still some of her
corrupted
in
by the
that
Darkhold.
though.
It just made her more of what she already was.
But
No.
there's
be
still
honest.
some.
Yeah,
of
that's-
there's
yes, it-
still
yes,
some
it
of her
did.
in there.
Yes, it did.
Whereas
It brought out the
Bucky,
darkness in
I think it's
Wanda.
different.
That's what the
I think
Darkhold
it's
does.
different.
I agree, Max. It is different. The Darkhold.
There was
is
no
way
Darkhold
stronger.
in WandaVision.
The
Look what she did.
Darkhold is way stronger
There
than
was no
every
Darkhold in
Russian book.
WandaVision. Look what she did.
That was not intentional until she realized, and then when
And
she
she still
realized
kept
that
on
she
doing
was
it.
in
And then
it,
she kept on doing it.
and she realized, no, remember in episode 5, what does she say? What does she say to Vision? If you want to do it, I can help you here. What does she say to Vision? Do you really think that I'm controlling everyone as they go to the doctor and to their dentist appointments and as they walk their dogs down the streets? That is what Wanda said. Once Wanda completely realized that she was the one doing it, she let those people go.
And
She
let's
dead
not
ass went
forget-
out
let's
of the
not forget-
anomaly, told the military to leave her alone, and she went back inside.
But she did not know that she was controlling the minds of everybody else.
She knew she.
Chaos
Oh
magic.
my!
She had tapped
But
into-
she-
Listen,
but
and
the
let's
only
not
thing that she
forget
was-
that Wanda was always meant to become a villain.
She's not a
She's
hero.
always been
I
a
don't care.
villain.
She's not a hero anymore.
She never truly, I mean, she was never, I mean, she was not completely ever really a hero.
She saved the world
True,
twice. I
true.
think we owe her a little bit of respect. That's all I'm saying. Plus, she's a victim. Wanda's always been a victim. She's been a victim since she was a little kid. It was natural for her to become a villain. She's the
I mean,
Anakin
she had hero
Skywalker of
moments.
the
She was more of an anti-hero. She was never truly a hero because when we met her, she was a villain, right?
Yeah, she's
and
the Anakin Skywalker.
she took it, and then she embraced the Avengers because Clint gave her the pep talk. But I think that she will eventually, possibly switch. Like maybe the next time we see her, maybe she's a little lost, and maybe maybe we'll see her again, like when mutants are brought in, and like she's like with her father. Like maybe they'll retcon that Magneto will be her father, and she'll be like in the Brotherhood, and then eventually maybe she'll switch or something like that. We don't know. I'm hoping that they do something like that, and then Dr. Doom might find her, and then
exactly.
And she doesn't have any memory of who she is, and then she's instead
They're
of
going to
it being
weaponize her.
a
They're
fake
going to weaponize
Wanda,
her.
she's becomes this love interest for
Yeah,
Dr. Doom. Possibly.
I think they're gonna do the Children's Crusade, but they're gonna exchange Doom with Agatha again. They're gonna do like Agatha's gonna come back because Agatha is the main villain of Wanda, and I think they're gonna do a full circle moment of Agatha controlling Wanda again. And that's what I think what the House of Harkness is gonna set up to is Agatha finding Wanda helpless and distraught.
I think they're going to use her to bring in the mutants too. They're going to use that link because she's always been a mutant.
I didn't even see the movie yet
She's
Wait, what?
Why are you here?
Why are you here?
because I already know what's in the movie. I already got spoiled, so
Okay.
it doesn't
All
matter.
right. Well, I want to go around there to go around the panel. I see it differently, Bucky and Wanda, because I think there might be personally, I think there's some of her wants and things in there, whereas Bucky was completely turned off to what he was doing. That's my opinion.
Her wants and her desires were for her children, absolutely.
Yeah. So
but
that's
she'd already reconciled with that.
That's why I find it easier to root for Bucky than I do for if Scarlet Witch wants to be good again.
But what about Loki?
Loki, I have to revisit. Oh, okay. Thanks, Brian.
Lots of people.
Yeah. I don't know. I have to revisit the Loki one. I do like Loki, but he hasn't killed any. Maybe it's the heroes thing. Like if
he's
the
killed
Illuminati-
innocent people.
If the
He
Illuminati-
killed innocent people,
Yeah,
like people who were not even fighting. Like he killed SHIELD agents.
That's
too.
true. That's true. But,
This was what I was most excited for besides the doctor. I wanted Wanda. I love Wanda in this. I wanted her to go full heel, and she did. This movie didn't let me down, man. I wanted her to go full heel.
Well, Brian has to head out soon, so I want to hear from Brian. What do you think? Are you going to find it easy? Are you going to be accepting if she goes back to the Avengers and is a hero again, or will you find it more difficult in relation to Loki?
She'll be back on the lunchbox in no time. We'll be fine.
Oh, that's good. Back on the lunchbox. Yeah, you're not going to have any issue rooting for her in the future.
No, I kind of was going for her at the end when she kind of had a change of heart. So,
all right.
Thank you,
Or
Brian.
there's a threat that they need her no regardless, and they're going to have to put aside their feelings. I think would be a strong
I do have
storyline.
a fan theory. I don't know if you guys can confirm since you saw it movie.
Okay.
Is Doctor Strange 2 leading up to Midnight Suns?
No, it's setting up.
Kind of.
It's setting up.
Well, the dark
Battle
hole being
War.
destroyed, it opens up doors and opportunity for Ghost Rider, for Mephisto, and Nightmare, because they did talk about dreams being the multiverse, and Nightmare it takes people's dreams and twists them, so he can twist those nightmares into in a nightmarish multiverse, not the universe.
And I figured, like, the Moon Knight director teased Midnight Suns, so it makes me wonder.
I mean,
What I was, I would
like
say that they're not doing that though, because they're going the Incursion route. So
yeah, well, also with the Book of Ashanti being also destroyed, I can see them with the vampires being more open to being in the public now, because now there's no weapon, no mortal or immortal weapon to kill them now, or to
Other
wipe
than
them out.
Blade?
Other than Blade, I don't think they know that Blade's still around. I think we'll find out and
they'll find out. They'll find out the Daywalker's still around. You'll see.
Oh yeah, but, once you see the first vampire thing happen and Blade starts slices them in half, and it's oh, Blade's back. It's oh yeah, vampire's back, Blade's back, and then things have started going on, because the Darkhold and Book of Ashanti being destroyed is bigger than what people think it means. Way bigger.
All right. We'll probably react to something because I want to get to. I'm gonna drive you guys crazy if I keep reacting to Grace, but she makes.
Oh my god! I've already seen it. Oh my god!
Terribly wrong.
Can we
Bro.
talk
Shit
about
all
the
over, yeah.
film and specific things in the movie?
Who cares what she like? It's about what you think, Max.
Well, no, I know, but she breaks it down. At least do her watch her video where she
Did you know that
post-scene
Revenge of the
breakdown.
Sith,
Maybe that might
the
be
game,
interesting.
is backwards
I can explain the
compatible now?
post scene to you. I can break that down.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
we can.
Sure.
Clea
break it
is
down.
the daughter of Umar and Dormammu, and Dormammu
Actually,
was in the
she's
first
the niece.
movie.
She's the niece.
Oh,
of
the niece.
Dormammu.
She's the niece.
And the niece of Dormammu and daughter of Umar, and Dormammu was in the first Doctor Strange movie. So, which I think Scott Derrickson will be back for the third one.
You
to finish
think
his
that they're
story.
going to bring
Yeah.
him back?
I don't know.
I think they're
I
going to
don't
bring him
think.
back, because I think they're going to bring him back to finish his first story, which was the Dormammu story.
I don't think their departure was very amicable.
It was.
Secret
He
Wars.
was
It was a
still,
time loop.
he's-
It was like it
he's-
was a stalemate.
I think
No, but
that
he still praises Marvel and says Marvel's.
Yeah.
He says he'll go back to Marvel.
Yeah.
for
I
Doctor
think
Strange
Sam
3.
Raimi, if depending on how this film does, I think Sam Raimi. If anybody's gonna come back, it'll be Sam Raimi, unless they go in a new direction. But
Yeah.
I think
I
that's
do
what
like
it-
Scott. I do want Scott Derrickson to come back, but I also like Raimi's Strange. So we'll see. We'll see.
What does Rhea mean by Moon Knight got buried? Rest in peace.
It's done. It's dead. Over.
I still have
in.
not seen it yet, so please don't spoil it.
I won't say anything,
no,
but
it's
I'm
really
just gonna
good.
twist my lips up.
I
for
liked
you,
it.
DL.
I liked it. Yeah, it's a good.
Yeah.
It's good, but it's just that everyone's talking about.
I mean, everyone
know-
said the other shows were good, so I don't know what that means.
DL, I said those shows were good, right? And I liked them,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
This one, I don't know.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the season finale.
I'm
That's
talking
a
about the
season-
show in general. The show
The
in
whole
general.
show in general
it's
is like a
season
6
finale.
point-
If you stand it by itself, it's okay. It's a good episode, but as a season finale, it's not very good.
Uh-oh. That's
All right.
I think they
All
should
right.
have
Hey
had
guys,
one
I'm
more
gonna run.
episode.
If you guys are still running, I'll be back.
All right,
Okay. Thanks, Brian.
Yup.
Yeah, I
Let's
was
keep up the
talking to him
spoiler
in
review.
bed.
Come on, guys. Let's keep it up. We gotta keep
Okay,
talking
yeah.
about
Whoa.
the movie.
All
Let's go.
right, I
Yeah,
know.
keep
That's
talking
what
about
I was
the
gonna
movie.
say.
All
I
right,
wanted-
let's give our. Oh, go ahead, Ashley. Go ahead.
No, you do it, Max.
I was just gonna
Yes.
say the good and the bad. The favorite parts were the horror elements. Scarlet Witch going full tilt. Aggressive villain.
Man, that scene was amazing.
The Illuminati scene was great. I loved it. I want to see what?
No, I'm like, yeah, it was, but it was
No,
so
and
short.
that's what I had most concerns
It was
about.
short,
that I was
bro,
gonna feel
like, she-
underwhelmed. No, that was fine with that.
She wrecked.
I mean, there
shop,
were
bro.
moments that were tight in it, but it just was like, I'll get you finished and I'll tell you what I think because I'm going to ask everybody a question.
I liked. Well, Captain Carter was my favorite. I really just don't like that Inhumans character, but the death of that Inhuman character was legit.
I
Oh
gotta
my
say that Disney needs a crackdown on the leaks big time because this was
Listen
like
to who's talking, CJ. You got all the leaks. You looked
I
for
know, but
Yeah, you don't help the situation.
You might as well go and find you a
no.
mega link and watch the movie at this point.
But I mean,
They
their
ran it for 4
security is
seconds.
Terrible.
Listen, you're not going to contain leaks, especially when it. I mean,
No,
it's
well,
the day
the
it comes
crazy
out.
thing
The
is-
first showing.
I
there's gonna
mean,
be leaks.
thank God we have. No, I was gonna take shots, but you know what? I'm not gonna do it. Whatever. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna keep it clean this episode. I don't want to stir no shit up. But
Chris.
thank God Wolverine and Deadpool showed up. I'm so glad they showed up.
Oh, and Blade Mahershala
Tom
Ali's-
Cruise.
And Blade.
Wesley
I'm so
Snipes,
glad
Wesley
Blade
Snipes,
showed up.
Tom
and
Cruise
Norman
was in
Reedus'
the whole
Ghost Rider
movie.
showed up.
Yeah, Tom
So
Cruise,
anyway,
Superior Iron Man, baby.
I said that he was not. I was like, I know he's not in this movie.
I wish
Like
he was.
I mean, he's too busy promoting Top Gun too.
Yeah, he's
And
like,
also, like the thing is, people were like, "Oh, but they cut this cameo." They won't cut a cameo that, especially that big of a caliber of Tom Cruise or Ryan
they
Reynolds.
wouldn't have been like, hey, Tom
or-
Cruise, come be Superior Iron Man.
Yeah.
And, you know, because
So
you
they
know,
put you
forget
on
the
the
guy
cutting room floor.
who carried the MCU on his back for years and years and years in case we want him to come back for
Plus-
like Battle for
plus
Secret Wars. He would probably
Tom,
be Superior
Tom
Iron
Cruise is almost like Edward Norton. He's like control freak.
What, DL, you saw it?
What you mean?
You saw the movie, yeah?
So what? The Multiverse of Madness?
Yes.
Why am I here, man?
Well, okay, now it's your turn. I want to hear the good and the
Well,
bad.
we're not gonna.
I'm trying to keep it going.
Yeah, like I know. Go. Yes, DL. It's
I was
your
like,
turn.
what kind of
Please,
question is that? What's the
please,
question?
DL. The
What is-
good, the
good,
bad,
the
and the ugly.
Wow,
Okay.
StreamYard is really messing up right now.
No,
okay.
you are.
So okay, the good. So Benedict Cumberbatch and Elizabeth Olsen were awesome in this movie. They were asked to do a lot when it comes to the range that they told them to do in this film. Like it was great, from Strange's different variants, from Sinister Strange to Zombie Strange and all that stuff. I thought that was awesome. And then Wanda going full evil. That was great. And they didn't even waste time with that either. Within like 2 minutes of her coming in, it's like, no, I'm the bad guy. I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Like she was like when she said slipped out America's name, like you were like,
I was
oh
like,
snap.
oh, and
snap.
then like Strange, like he like
That
walked
was cheesy.
forward.
That was
I
And then
was
when
like,
Chippy.
and
That
she's-
specific part I had an issue with because she is very intelligent villain. She would not be that dumb to just slip like
What?
that.
Anybody can,
No,
like,
she
it's like a
legit
Freudian
says
slip.
the next line after she says that is, it's easy to put up hexes, but it's harder to lie.
The lying is hard.
Yeah, the lying is harder.
Yeah, but she didn't have to lie. She just didn't have to say the name.
That's still lying.
By that's still lying.
That's still a lie. Lying by
I think it's-
omission is a lie.
I think she was so eager to get her, and Strange was gonna basically bring her anyway. That's why she was like, "Oh yeah, you could go ahead." Like,
Yeah, just bring her to me. That's what it was.
At
Just-
that
okay,
moment
bring
she
her
was
to me.
at that moment she was happy because she was like, "I'm about to get what I want."
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one else had an issue with that specific part. I'm like, no, come on. She's so smart. She could just say, America. When will America get here?
is she though? Why did she team with Ultron for no reason?
What?
She's not.
That was her.
Not-
That was her blind rage and wanting
that was her-
revenge
well, at the
against
same
Tony
time-
Stark. And she was also like a kid then.
Yep.
She was supposed to be a young kid then.
I could help.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Now, we're not
She
going to
was.
watch.
She was 18.
We're not going to. Don't
DL,
worry.
I'm explaining it.
We're not watching. No, we're
I
not
ju-
watching it. But I just want
I
to
won't
see.
tell
what
you
she-
my.
I want to see her categories for good and bad. She doesn't say which is good and bad.
No, she does everything. This one
Did
is
that
just
on a
out of
non-spoiler
character.
review.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to see what she said.
I mean, we know
okay,
Oda
never
is
mind.
basically Sam Raimi.
She shit all over this movie. Yeah, she
No,
really
she
did.
didn't.
Yes,
Yes,
she
she
did.
does.
Yeah, she
Spoilers?
does.
Yeah.
In
She shot
both.
Sam
I've
Raimi,
watched
I know
both
that.
reviews.
And she said,
Okay.
like, don't ever let Sam Raimi work with Marvel again. Yeah, she shit on
I
this movie.
listen. If there were
The thing,
issues,
like I said before,
let's ask
people
that
for-
question. If there were issues with this movie, do you
I
put
didn't
that
even
on
get to
Raimi
answer
Well,
or
we didn't
that?
finish
or
the other question,
Oh,
man.
sorry,
We
go
didn't
ahead.
finish
They let me
Go ahead,
finish.
Ashley,
They
sorry.
never let me finish.
DL,
Sorry,
continue. I'm gonna help you, Max. Go ahead.
Yes,
DL.
please help. I need help.
Yes, but speaking
do?
of Sam
Okay.
Raimi, I did not have a problem with Sam Raimi. That was one of my favorite parts. The Sam Raimi's direction freaking gave such personality to this movie. I loved everything. I'm already a Sam Raimi guy, so it's like I probably have a little bit of a bias because I love the Evil Dead movies, and of course I enjoyed the Tobey
Except the
Maguire
Bruce
Spider-Man
Campbell
films.
cameo.
The
I
Bruce,
liked it. I thought
that
it
was I didn't really have a
Well,
problem
that's
with it.
some goofy
Dead
thing,
I didn't have a
too.
problem
probably.
with it.
Yeah,
It was like
fine.
it was like a his
It felt like the
a
waiter scene
callback, an
from
Easter
Spider-Man
egg.
3.
it was a callback to Evil Dead, is
Evil
what it
Dead
was.
is what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of
Yeah.
liked it, like the punches. And
Sam
everything.
Raimi's
It's
first
over.
movie.
It's over.
I would
over.
love
He's
for him
saying
to
the movie's
be
over.
You know,
the
he-
cameo in
It's a
every
double
MCU movie going forward. I would love that. Bruce Campbell
Straight up.
was in
It's Bruce.
every MCU movie. If he was like the new cameo, that'd be tight.
Give me
In
one with the
some little
chainsaw
goofy way.
hand. Give me one with the chainsaw
What
arm.
if-
Make him an Avenger. I don't even care.
Someone said
Okay.
that they wished that he cut off his
Hold on,
hand.
Kate.
Like,
Yeah,
We
hold
wish
on,
you
hold
cut
on.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
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 DL. So
continue.
what was the are you done with the good or do you have bad now?
I'll just say one more thing. The special effects were great, like the action sequences. I thought there were some memorable action sequences. I don't know what Grace was talking about, like the Gargantos.
Yeah,
fight
that's
scene was
fucking
cool.
awesome.
He did look a little dodgy.
Little cheesy.
But
Yeah,
not as bad as the CGI in No Way Home, in my opinion.
I agree.
I will say
Yeah.
that.
I agree. And yeah, okay, that's pretty much. I could stop.
Anything
Tobey Maguire
any ugly,
ruined that
anything
movie.
that's ugly.
Ugly.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was underwhelmed with the Illuminati. It's not because I expected these characters to be in it, and if it's not, then it automatically sucks. No, I was fine with whatever members they wanted to put in there. But okay, people might attack me on this, but this is how I feel. I think they shoehorned in Captain Carter and Maria Rambeau. I didn't.
I
Think they
liked
needed to
Captain
be in
Carter
there.
though.
I know. I mean, I was.
Funny enough is Black Bolt and Reed Richards were in the reshoots, and while everyone else was in the first pistol photography.
Oh, really?
So,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Black Bolt
No.
and Reed Richards were like part of the reshoots.
And it's
I
like,
saw
Sandlin's
all
first.
the Reed Richards and Black Bolt leaks.
Tight.
So I
See,
know
I
what
was okay
happened.
with Reed Richards and Black Bolt, in there because they were members in the comics, so I was
Yeah.
okay with that. But it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, I get why you have Maria
This-
in there because she'll be one of the most powerful characters.
And
in
I
the
get
MCU
and I
in
get
that
and I
time.
get Baron Mordo. Do you get Mordo? I think
Yeah.
like because he
Mordo?
he should have came back,
Yeah,
in some capacity.
someone to take place of Sorcerer Supreme after their Strange died. So I
Supreme
was okay with
Strange.
that. But like. Captain Carter was really the biggest head scratch because like I don't believe she's like one powerful enough or like one of the greatest minds to be in the Illuminati, and they're trying to make us buy into the fact that she could pick up a fight with Wanda. And I was like, no. She's gonna die. This ain't happening. Like Wanda's just like messing.
Well,
with
they
her.
weren't prepared for Wanda at all. They were saying Doctor Strange is
Yeah.
the one we're worried about.
Yeah, they thought
Yeah.
that they didn't realize that she was the Scarlet Witch. I think that they just thought that she was like just the Wanda,
Someone coming in
power scale
sleepwa-
from their
dreamwalking.
universe because they're Wanda. She's she's powerful and she's empowered by an Infinity Stone, but she's not the Scarlet Witch.
No, it's
So
I mean, yeah, I
hold
get
on,
that.
Okay.
I definitely get that. It's just like it just feels kind of weird that like Black Bolt and Mr. Fantastic got dispatched so quickly, and I wanted to see the most from them. And it's like no problems with Maria or Captain Carter. It was cool that they were in it, but it's just like it was just weird that they pick up the fight more than the other two. Especially Captain Carter, I was really stretching that. I'm like, okay, no, she's gonna die at some point.
I can do this all day. Then it Darth Mold.
And then zing! I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god!
I think to answer there why they might not do as much Fantastic Four Mr. Fantastic action. I think they want to put the visual style on the next movie to really get that in place, not
Yeah,
to show too much of his
true.
powers. Whereas the other powers, like Captain Carter and Maria Rambeau,
they're already
Miss-
shown in the MCU.
they showed
already-
that
we've
they
seen
showed their
that.
power, their moveset a lot, so they're okay with showing that off.
And
That's
they
my
shown
opinion.
Black Bolt's
What's wrong
power
with them
before
showcasing
this.
it in this movie? Because the
Because you want
they
the
want to
first
save
for
audience
Fantastic Four.
anticipation for the Fantastic Four movie.
When you really see Mr.
Yeah.
Fantastic's first Fantastic scene,
Yeah.
you want it to be for the Fantastic Four movie.
But the
So you
Russo
don't
brothers
want
was
it-
able to
Yeah.
showcase.
You don't want to like blow your load early, and oh
And
wow,
an
I mean
ultimate-
that would have been
but-
great to see it, but
yeah,
the
I
first
understand why they did
MCU
it.
Mr. Fantastic amazing moment, you might want to leave that for Fantastic Four.
Yes.
I mean, I understand that argument. However, like I go back to Civil War, and the Russo brothers was able to show off how Black Panther and Spider-Man is before they got their own solo film.
But it's not it's an MCU. But the Reed Richards that we saw was not the MCU Reed Richards. Those were the MCU Black Panther and Spider-Man. This is an alternate version.
That gives even more. That proves my point even more. Since these are only variants, it shouldn't really matter like what they do.
No,
in
because
this
they're trying
one.
to save the big, like, oh my god, this guy can stretch and stuff for the general audiences.
No shit,
And,
he can stretch. It's Mr. Fantastic. Come on.
But
now.
the general audience that hasn't read comics and hasn't watched the other movies don't know that Mr. Fantastic can do that. So they're saving that for the Fantastic Four movie that they're going to have in the next 2 years.
So Fantastic Four in the 60s confirmed then?
I think Max
No.
has a super chat that he needs to read real quick.
Yes, CJH,
Are you sure?
$5. Thank you.
That was a
CJH.
band in the 60s. Was fantastic.
We
I hope so.
appreciate any support for the channel, and you're on the panel too. Great supporter. Thank you, CJH. Missed opportunity to not have Deadpool in Xavier's chair, joking about him dying all the time. That would have been great. I would have liked that. I would have loved to have Deadpool pop in. That's one where I think they could have done, and they got a look. I think that's one cameo that would really gone a long way if they had him pop in somewhere. Deadpool would have been amazing. In that is funny. CGH if he was in Xavier's chair, talking about him dying all the time. Yes,
I mean, the movie was obviously pushing PG-13. So I'm just saying the first F bomb in the MCU from Deadpool could have been a thing. Just saying.
That would
Hey,
I would like.
Yeah.
All it needs is one F bomb.
They already
for it
said
to stay PG.
They already said ass in the
Shit.
movie, so they and
They
that.
said
So
ass
they,
and shit.
so they only get it's either one. You get either one F word or two of the others. So Chris, what would your good be for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness?
Her going full heel. That was my favorite part. I loved it because I've always felt Wanda's a victim. I've always felt that she was going to snap at some time. She's sacrificed so much. The Superman drop where she released all that kinetic energy. What's that world called? That land with the guy with the horns. Oh man, she messed those dudes up, man.
Carmitage.
Yeah, dude, that was awesome.
I
I love that they didn't have to give us a whole bunch of build up on like, oh, she's turning evil. What do we do? I love that. One of my favorite scenes, honestly, is when she straight Play-Dohs Mr. Fantastic. She shreds him.
Shreds
and
him and
pops
it
his
pops
head.
him like a balloon. Like
That
oh my
whole
God.
scene was incredible to me. The problem I had with it was just it hit the ground running and it never stopped. It's such a frenetic pace. They were at one point they were like dropping through different dimensions. The beginning was dope when Defender Strange and her are like running from the demon and trying to get away, and then Defender Strange is gonna kill her, and Doctor Strange wakes up. Oh, I don't think America Chavez was used right. She was more like a plot device, man. I think they could have got more out of her, but this movie was dope, and especially Illuminati. And the ending broke my heart. The ending made me cry.
Are you happy?
Am I happy? What do you mean?
The
great-
question of the
Why?
movie.
Doctor Strange,
That's the
Doctor
question of the
Strange.
whole movie.
Oh,
is,
yeah.
Are you
Oh.
happy?
Yeah,
That's the theme.
The ending,
One-
the ending gutted
yeah.
me, dude. Because people don't know what mothers will do for their children. Like they don't know. Some people are gonna understand this movie because they're comic fans. Others aren't unless they're a mom or a parent. Like you will flip out for your children, man. You would do that. I love
Like,
that. She went
oh,
full
like
heel.
why was she
And-
easily snapped back to reality?
I don't
in
think
that
they're going to
scene?
give her a
No.
redemption arc. I think they're going to
No.
weaponize her for a while
Yeah, but people
because she
really
is a
just-
villain. She's a true villain. She's just relatable,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
to a mother, especially to a woman. Ashley, am I wrong? She's very relatable, man.
Oh, well, she's been relatable for quite some time. You know, for me, it's like from the moment, you know, like in the comics, and then when they introduced her in Age of Ultron, I've always loved her. You know,
Well,
she's like,
yeah.
Yes,
Andrew,
I said yes, they
your
will.
reaction there just proves that she's a good villain. If she gets an emotional reaction from an audience
She's
like
not-
that, she's doing her job.
In the superhero world, absolutely.
she is not dead. She is not dead.
Like
And
I
I
said
don't think
before.
she's dead. No.
Like I said before,
this
In my
is a
Black
woman-
Panther voice.
This woman saved the world twice. Both times she saved the world, she lost something huge that she loved, like her brother and Vision. Okay, not only that, and she almost beat Thanos by herself. She can control chaos magic. You think some bricks falling on her is going to kill her? Seriously? This chick took on Thanos by herself.
What Ashley was doing, which I really appreciate Ashley helping, was doing the good, bad, and the ugly. Is there anything that you didn't like that was bad or ugly?
I didn't like that they used America Chavez as a plot device. I think she should have.
I don't agree with it. Okay,
I kind of see what you're saying. Yeah.
I can kind of see
There's
that,
some
but
parts,
I
but
loved
then-
her a lot.
I thought she was really good.
Oh, I
too.
loved her, but I wanted more dialogue from her. I wanted more, you know. And this was Wanda's story. I know it's a Doctor Strange movie, but this feels like it was Wanda's movie.
On Andrew,
What is
Vision
that
is not a
talking?
robot. He is a synthesoid. Okay. Anyway, Eddie, good, bad, and ugly. If you've got those three categories, give them.
Okay.
Shoot,
The
shoot,
good
shoot.
is Wanda died.
Eddie,
The bad
Eddie.
is Wanda's evil.
Don't
Let-
troll
let me
this
just-
time.
No, Eddie's in his feelings about this one, guys. I watched his video. He's
sure
upset.
is in his feelings.
Yeah,
I
he's
can
upset about Wanda, man.
Let me just say, I hope she died in that rock slide.
She did not die.
I'll say no. I'm sorry. I can't support her after this movie. Man. I really can't. She's done the damage is done. The way I see her now, it's in a negative way. I'll say this. I do feel bad. I get to the motivation. Obviously, it's simple. It's a simple motivation for the villain. She is the villain of the movie. People. I'm gonna say I don't care. But no, the acting was phenomenal from Elizabeth Olsen. She was great in this movie. That's the thing I can admit. Like I have no issues.
Oh,
with,
Eddie, that reminds me. I'm
performance at
sorry, I
all.
forgot one thing. That really Raimi-esque chase scene in the tunnels at the end.
Oh, yeah.
So scary, so good.
Mhm.
Okay, back to you, Eddie. I forgot that part. That
Yeah,
was one
yeah,
of my
yeah.
favorite parts, man. It felt so Raimi.
No. I love the horror elements. Like I said, you can tell this movie's unique. It's something different. That's why it's so divisive right now, especially on social media. Because it's something like they always say it. Kevin Feige always comes out nowhere. Oh no, this is gonna be a different tone, style. Our directors.
This
know how
is
to
what
make
Moon
everything
Knight
different.
should have been.
Like,
That
get out
type
of here. Oh, that should be copy and paste, man. Get out of my face with that.
Wanda, this was different like the last time we saw Wanda. So like the truly different things that have happened in the MCU, Wanda's
Yeah.
been a part of them. So
No,
congratulations.
I agree.
To Elizabeth Olsen.
This shows that they're trying to break away from that.
definitely agree.
This proves that they're trying to break away from that formula. They're trying to be
All right,
different.
Caden. Is that
I
you?
was like, what's
Berkeley?
happening?
No, it's not me. It's not me.
Well, that was a wonderful entrance.
But going to that, the good stuff, the visuals and VFX. I know some people are complaining about it, but I didn't see anything wrong with that. I thought it looked good. I mean, with Gargantos, I think that's that Squid's name. I mean, I could kind of see how some people are like.
I thought it
this
was cool.
kinda
That
cool.
was the street
that
light,
was
rip his
even a
eyeball out. That was
fatality.
dope.
Doctor Strange
That was
played a
dope.
fatality on
That
that.
was actually
monster.
Shimagorth, but they had to change his name because
Yeah,
they
I
didn't own the rights.
heard that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it was Gargantos.
But that was cool when they plucked his eye out. That was even the cool when Strange jumped off the balcony with the cave. I was like, oh, it's a superhero. Yeah, that was cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
that was
Eddie's
cool.
getting
That was
into
cool.
the specifics. Yes. What else, Eddie?
That was very cool, man. And there's also stuff I did like in this movie. I'm not gonna lie, like it really was refreshing for me to see that people are not really resonating the same way. I'm like, F y'all. But it does feel more like a Scarlet Witch movie than Doctor Strange, despite obviously the title being Doctor Strange. But I think we saw enough of the character development, or at least more expanding on the story of, obviously, because he's pretty much heartbroken in the beginning with watching Christine get married to someone else, and he blew his chance. So obviously he definitely need I don't know if it counts as a conclusion to that love story, since he does speak to that Christine, but he lied to her about being happy. And even though that is the theme of the movie too, him being happy, and obviously the same question can apply to Wanda, but obviously we already know she's not happy. But then I guess he got closure with the other Christine, the one that was working for the Illuminati. But it had to happen. He was always motivated with his work, and saving the world and stuff. So it makes sense that it wasn't going to work out.
Yeah,
But
I feel Doctor Strange is too stripped from any kind of emotion like that to ever really be in a healthy relationship. I don't think he's ever going to be in one, honestly.
I think that he learned. I think that he learned. I think that by the end of the movie, he learned that because part of what his arc was through the whole film is like, and Christine like basically tells him he doesn't trust anybody else to do what's right. He has to have control and take that into his own hands. And in that moment, he learns that when Wong looks at him and says, "We got to take her power," and he says, "No, you can do this." So that's the moment where he starts to believe that he needs to trust other people to step up and believe that they can also do it. That that's what the whole thing is, that every Strange in every universe feels that he knows better than everyone else.
Yeah.
Right? That's part of his arrogance. So Caden, good, bad, and ugly, please go.
The good, like some of you guys said, the horror elements of the movie, the visual effects, the character arcs between like I like Sam Raimi because he really focuses on the characters of Wanda, Doctor Strange, Wong, and America Chavez. You can definitely tell this is a Doctor Strange movie featuring Wanda as the villain and America Chavez and Wong as the other two side characters who are there to also help the plot develop and also still have their own character arcs as well. With America Chavez figuring out how to control her powers when Strange and Wong told her, "You've always could." Basically, finding that realization that she's always had control of her powers.
Like running through different dimensions, like trying to feed herself and shit. Like that was cool. So you're right. I'm not saying she had any character development. I'm just saying they could have used her more. She felt like a plot device.
And
she was a kid learning, though.
Yeah.
They treated her like a kid, in my opinion. But what else, Caden?
I do like the scene when they're in the pizza place when they're eating pizza and they're how he references the events of No Way Home without really saying about them. He just says, "I helped out Spider-Man. There's no Spider-Man universe." Oh, like that type of stuff. Like there's like the thing with Raimi, it was a self-contained story, but you definitely tell that there will be bigger implications of and ramifications of what happens in this movie on the bigger MCU and the MCM as the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse as well. I like the Illuminati. Like I said, the two characters that people cheered most about was Reed Richards and Charles Xavier, because people heard that theme song and was like, "Oh snap!" And then everyone was like, "Hold!"
Yeah, that was great. They used the actual X-Men theme when he pulled up on the yellow. Yeah, that was dope.
With
that
the
was
90s
awesome.
theme, that was
from the animated series.
Yeah. So it was like people loved that. I loved how brutal some of the deaths were for the Illuminati. I feel like there was some. I feel like I don't think Maria Rambeau's dead because I don't think they would have a statue crush her while everyone else's death was like brutal. Like they would have been like, "Oh, that was really weird to me that they were to have every other death be brutal but hers." So clearly that kind of also shows that she's probably not dead. I also the not so ugly or bad parts, but the parts that I had not really a problem with, but my nitpicks are like a couple things. There was some dialogue execution that I felt was a bit off on some scenes with between America Chavez and Defender Strange. Like there was like some parts in that I was just a bit like and also there was a couple scenes that took me out with Wong where you can tell the difference between the reshoots and actual principal photography with the wig. Like he had actual hair, and then he had the wig, so that kind of also took me out sometimes. But other than that, I really like this movie. Like I said, it's got big ramifications on the wider MCU. With the Darkhold and the Book of Vishanti being destroyed, and I also liked how when Our Strange took over the body of Defender Strange, and like the look of him, and then also him using the damned souls as like a cape and as a weapon for his gain against Wanda. I also liked, how America Chavez was able to show Wanda that she is a monster. Like it ended with America Chavez showing, like, hey, you're trying to take my body and my powers, and this is what your kids look like when you're doing it, and they look like you're a monster to them. They're scared of you, and they're not even your kids. They're another universe's Wanda, which you ruined her life when you took over her body and killed all of those Illuminati members. So it's like, it was a great story arc for Wanda. Although, do I think she's going to have a redemption arc after this movie? Probably not in the near future. They'll probably have like a solo movie or solo series again for her, like after this, and then have Children's Crusade with probably either Doom or Agatha taking advantage of her again. So, and then Strange, of course, at the end of it, we had Clea tell Strange, hey, Dormammu wants to talk to you about the incursions you're causing. And as I said, Dormammu is her uncle, and Umar is her mother. So it'll be definitely interesting to see how Dormammu plays into the Doctor Strange 3, and also how Mordo, our MCU Mordo, not the Illuminati Mordo, but our Mordo, plays into the third movie as well.
Wow.
Thank you. Loved it, Caden.
So you let him finish, but no, I'm just kidding.
Yes, right.
Yeah, I was like,
wow. Let's go. Chris went. Isaac. Good,
Let's
bad,
go.
and the ugly. Please go. Shoot.
Can I spoil?
Yeah, we're spoilers.
Bullet scenes.
Oh, it's all
Give me
spoilers,
moments.
buddy. It's all spoilers.
Quotes, anything you got. Let me hear it.
I freaking love this movie. I genuinely loved it. The horror. I did not think Marvel was being serious when they said this was a horror movie. And this definitely is a horror movie. I ain't taking my nephews to go watch this, but I love the movie. I love the heart of it. I loved Benedict Cumberbatch. I loved America Chavez. I loved especially Scarlet Witch in this movie. I love how evil she was. I like how Sam Raimi didn't hold back. This was a
Thank
horror
you,
movie.
Isaac. God damn it. Thank you.
It wasn't scary, but it was like terrifying. And the visuals looked great. I know some of the cuts were kind of like classic to early 2000s kind of cutaways. I love that. I loved everything. The Illuminati stuff was freaking awesome. I remember my crowd went crazy when Patrick Stewart's voice came up and he said, "We should tell him the truth." And I loved it. And then when we saw Jim Halpert as freaking Mr. Fantastic, like all I was thinking about was, whoa, this is what happened after Pam divorced him. But I loved it. The only tiny criticism I have is the world's smartest man saw a witch who exploded one of his friends' heads off, and his first thing to do was to reach out to her. That was a little silly, but overall, I freaking love this movie. Like, I wouldn't say it's a top 5 MCU movie, but I would say it's probably in the top 10.
Oh wow, okay.
Oh, this movie definitely goes in my top 10. Yeah, now
I think
definitely.
so too. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Enoch said he might only have a few minutes, so
Enoch, yeah.
if you
What's up, everybody? Sorry, I'm in
Hello,
my car.
hello,
Sorry if
hello.
I'm making too much noise. I'll try to not make any noise.
Ashley was asking everyone a specific question, so you go
Yes,
ahead.
tell me what about the good and the bad, and if there's something that you just really, really didn't like, which would be the ugly.
So, I really, really love this movie. I love it because it's a Sam Raimi movie through and through. This movie represents Sam Raimi so well, better than the Spider-Man movies did. It represents who he is. There are so many nods to Evil Dead in this film that if you're not a fan of Evil Dead, you just won't get.
Okay.
But there are so many nods. I mean, Bruce Campbell showing up, but Bruce Campbell punching himself at the end was awesome. I didn't like the fact that he looked at the camera because he breaks the fourth wall, and I really don't like that because we haven't established that in the DC or in the Marvel universe. And so I know Deadpool probably will. But, I mean, Bruce Campbell punching himself in the face, that's straight out of Evil Dead with Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell.
Straight out of Evil Dead, yep.
Yeah, because his hand gets possessed and he has to end up cutting it off because it won't stop. And that was the funny thing. It's like, it stopped. Like, it's over or whatever. And so I love all that stuff. I mean, the imagery as far as like the demons and the souls of the dead and everything, that's all straight out of Evil Dead. All that stuff.
The zombie
zombies.
version of Strange was straight out of Evil Dead.
Absolutely. All that stuff straight out. The jumps and the way that they would show like the way that they showed Wanda looking at her family and stuff and kind of hiding behind there and stuff like that, that obviously it was her spirit or whatever. That's straight out of Evil Dead 2, where like the spirit like comes out of the woods and all that stuff. I mean, like that, I was loving that stuff. I was absolutely enjoying that stuff.
That
I thought
scene at the end,
yes,
so Raimi. All Raimi.
I thought
bro.
all Raimi. So like, I love that like, yes, they did a good job in the fact that they finally got a director that has a style and they let that director just do what that director does. I didn't watching this film. I didn't once think about Feige. I didn't once think about Marvel or Disney or any of that stuff.
Or trying to make it all connect. I didn't care.
Or trying to make it all connect. It was, you know what? This is a standalone film, which that's why I disagree with Caden in the fact that that's one of the things that I loved about this was it didn't spend a bunch of BS time trying to build upon itself and making this the build into the next thing kind of thing. It stood on its absolute own. So you could go in and watch this film,
alone, but it's going to
build up a bunch of stuff like that. Like there's stuff that
with the destruction of the Book of Ashanti and the destruction. But
Yeah.
the destruction of the Book of Ashanti.
Enoch finish.
Yeah, but
Sort of.
I'll say this before you. With the destruction of the Book of Ashanti and the destruction of the Darkhold, it opens up a bunch of things. So that's awesome.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Enoch. I'm sorry.
I think his Wi-Fi cut out.
Oh, you got cut out. All right.
His LTE probably. He's driving.
All right, Ashley.
Anthony, until Enoch comes back, why don't you tell me what you're good and you're bad and something ugly if you got it.
Sure. I'll give it a 8 out of 10. It was a perfect film. I feel like said Raimi. Like the horror elements, Evil Dead vibes I got from it. And the cameos, I like the cameos. It was great. It was great. I liked John Wan and the X-Men, Professor X and the wheelchair from the animated series. And the theme song, which is iconic. I love it. Which at the end of the movie it say X-Men 97, which it was good. And then how you say? And Black Bolt, I like Black Bolt. Finally we got a comic accurate Black Bolt. And that was fun to see. I hope the actor, I think John and the Black Bolt actor is coming back for the MCU. I don't think they're gonna waste him. That's my opinion. And maybe Professor X. But other than that, I thought Captain Carter was great. And it was amazing. And then the way they all die, Reed Richards is an idiot. He's like, well, Bob, he's an idiot. See, he thought he.
And Reed Richards shouldn't be an idiot, but I'll get to my
he was
point.
there arrogant.
That's exactly what I said. Because he said to
He
Wanda,
was kind of stupid too.
Yeah, he was ignorant, and he's like, oh well, Black Book will finish you quickly. He's like, what mouth? And she just explode his head and stuff like that.
No, he exploded his own head. From
His own head,
yeah.
His own voice. It's like I was like, oh, I like that. I was surprised that Marvel.
Oh
took
wait,
it
is that what that was? He did that.
Yeah,
trying to use
because you know he was like
Ashley.
he's making the noise and he like
And
yeah.
I
His
didn't
own
even put
voice.
that together.
Yeah.
I didn't even put Ashley
Yeah.
coming in clutch, bro. I didn't even
that
put
what,
that together.
That what happened to Black Boy.
Hello?
His mouth stayed shut.
Oh,
we can
there
hear
he
you
is.
now, Enoch.
Yeah, we can hear you.
What the heck happened?
Yo,
You just
your
cut
internet-
out. We don't know.
your LTE went out. He's out.
And you're gone. All right.
And he's
And
gone. Well,
scene.
yeah, that's what will
Anthony,
happen to Black.
continue.
That will happen to Black Bolt if his mouth is shut. He would just explode. His head will explode. So I thought it was
All right.
cool. I'm surprised how took it for. And,
Sorry about
and then
that.
Captain Carter getting cut up in half. I was like, wow, that was And so, yeah, I enjoyed the bad.
Which was
Oh.
like very reminiscent of What If when Zombie Cap
Yeah.
takes his own shield. You know. in the
Yeah, I
same
like
place.
that
thought
reference.
was really really cool.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
bad. Like maybe the America stuff, and that's it. But I enjoy her character enough. I hope she come back in the MCU, and that's it. And I love the end credits with I forgot the actress name. Sharon.
Charlize Theron. Yeah,
Sharon
I don't know
Theron,
much
yeah, I
about
think.
Clea, but I'm excited.
But I
man.
know she playing Clea, and that's Dumanu. How you call it? Damn it,
Yes.
I forgot his name.
What
Yeah,
now?
Dumanu. Yeah.
Dormammu?
Yeah, Dumanu and stuff like that. I was like, okay, I understand. And then I know the lead.
You still said it wrong.
I done told you so.
I fucking love
Dormammu.
Anthony. Me and Ashley were talking about his accent not too long ago, and he said Dormammu wrong again. Even after
Yeah,
Dormammu. I fucking love Anthony.
Yeah, Dormammu.
Is that all, Anthony? Because I know I learned to ask
and they're
Enoch.
hinting to Secret Wars a little bit, which I like.
Yes, incursions are
it.
coming, right?
Yeah,
They gotta go
and
stop
and I
the
hope,
incursions.
and I hope Sam Raimi come back for Doctor Strange 3, which I think he will. I think he definitely will.
Did
And
they
that's it.
reference the SnyderVerse?
Yeah,
Yes,
4 or 5
you
times
saw.
they did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
You saw.
just erased the they erased the Snyderverse in this
Whatever.
movie. They
Again,
completely erased it.
Again, I disagree with Caden.
I mean, we did saw 2020 Spider-Man 2099 universe a little
Yeah.
bit.
That universe
cool to
that,
see.
that Sinister Strange was in, that was the Snyderverse, all overlapping, all
Oh
meshed
my God.
together.
The Incursion destroyed it.
Hey, real quick, can I just say I gotta go inside?
Yes,
but
Yeah, go
please.
ahead,
quick,
Enoch.
okay.
I'm done.
Sorry about that, but my car messed the whole thing up. But I think the last thing that I had said was I kind of disagree. I don't think that I know that a lot of things will spill over, obviously, into other movies and stuff. But the greater thing about this film was you don't have to have any of that to enjoy this film at all. It was just a really good film from start to finish. I mean, the stuff with Wanda, obviously you need to know stuff, but look, I agree with Ashley. Wanda's not dead, and you don't even have to have some kind of redemption arc. I talked when we were sitting there, Tiffany and I were talking about it in the film, like, oh my gosh, well then, because Tiffany really loves, Scarlet Witch, and we were talking about like, oh my gosh, well, how the heck are they going to recover her from that? She killed everybody.
I think the easiest.
But hold
way
on, let me finish it. Let me
Let him
finish.
finish
You
before
don't,
he
you
cut
don't
out.
because you don't have to. That's not Wanda. That's not that was not Wanda. It's the Scarlet Witch. Like Wanda was literally like Professor X found Wanda and was not able to free her. And so I guarantee you that's how I feel like you do that. You say that, look, that was not Wanda. Maybe people are leery of her or whatever going forward, but it's not who she was, and that's not what she was become. She was the Scarlet Witch when she was doing those things, and so you have to kind of bring that back in. But look, I loved the visuals, although I will say my son and I both joked at the beginning because the CGI at the beginning of the film up through that first battle with that octopus thing
Gargantos.
was not good that the CGI was not that great, and me and my son were joking because we were getting Shark Boy and Lava Girl feelings from it, especially when they were in the multiverse realm and everything. Like it was not looking at. You could tell that they were. You can tell, dude, if you watch the people and not the stuff that's going on around them, you can see how they're acting against a green screen. Like we jump here and we do this and land here and there and dodge
Hey, the
this
visual
and
effects
dodge
company
that.
did a good job though.
But hey,
They did
no,
what
I'm
they
just
did.
saying the rest of the movie was fine, but it just felt like that first few minutes, it didn't look as good as it did with the rest of the film. But that's not a complaint, because like I said, overall, I thought the whole movie was great. I love the imagery. I love Sam Raimi. I really don't have many complaints about it. I love the Illuminati. I really hope that they keep John Krasinski, but I'm not sure that they will. It's a 50-50 chance given who was on the Illuminati and who was replaced, with new actors and actresses and stuff. So, and who wasn't. And so but I hope that they do, because I think that at this point, because it's been such a fan favorite, if they don't cast John Krasinski in that role going forward, there's going to be riots, because people, I mean, that moment when that popped up on the screen, everybody in our theater was like,
mine too.
Yes,
When Reed Richards
yes.
came out, everybody in my theater cheered. That was like one of the only
everybody
times
was
did
like,
cheer.
everybody was super excited about it. I'm trying to think, like, so that was the good. I didn't really have any bad. The bad was a little bit of just that CGI. I didn't have a problem really with any of this film. I didn't think that it was pandering. I didn't feel like it was just trying to get me to watch another movie. I felt like it was a good story from beginning to end. I loved the ending. America, I actually really liked America Chavez. I didn't think that I was going to. to be honest. And then I ended up really liking her character, and I want to know more about her, and I look forward to seeing her more. And man, yeah, it was just a powerful movie, powerful everything all the way around. And
Did the end get you? Did the end gut you? The end made me sad.
dude,
It was so
yeah,
sad.
dude, we cried, dude.
Bruce
We
Campbell.
cried. Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
we
just sad to me,
cried.
man.
Yeah, we cried. So yeah, I mean, it was all very touching in the right places. It was all, it's you experienced all those emotions. Like I said, and I don't know if you heard this before I cut out, but I think that this is more of a Sam Raimi movie than any of the Spider-Man movies or any of that stuff that he's done in superhero stuff before. This one really felt like they gave him that carte blanche to be Sam Raimi, and I was surprised. Like, I will give you, I think it was Dial said, I was really glad to see that they let him actually make a horror-esque Marvel movie.
No.
Uh-oh.
Snyder boss got
Do you think because no, Doctor Strange referenced Fantastic Four? Do you think you know them?
Okay. Sorry about that. Anyways, that's the last thing I'll say is I'm just glad that they gave him the carte blanche to make an actual horror-esque Marvel film. And I think that I really hope that we get more of this type of film.
Get to it,
Yeah,
CGH.
I've started. Mhm.
Okay, we'll get to CGH's super chat.
I just want to say, okay, go ahead and read the super chat.
Thank you, CGH. All the people who were saying that they were done with the MCU were
lied.
lining up to buy tickets for the film. That's funny.
Yeah, and they love to, people love to hate watch stuff sometimes. It's like,
Let them look like your money.
and they like to be in the conversation. I don't.
That's exactly what's going to happen with Avatar.
I feel like if I'm gonna hate it,
Oh,
I'm not
well,
gonna watch it,
Droga, that's not cool. But please don't say that word in the chat, though. Yeah, Marcus sent you stuff, but yeah, chill out.
I'm gonna watch every video stream that you put out about this, Ashley, because you're the queen of Marvel. But I still want to hear what you think about it.
Okay, well, I was gonna ask a question because we've talked about the Illuminati sequence. I was on the other end. I felt that it was slightly underwhelming. We didn't need it in the movie. I did like Professor X. I mean, because he had like one of the better moments, especially with Wanda when
You
he's
like the theme song?
Yes, all of that. But my question, and for me, is we've seen John Krasinski in this role, right? It's like the fan casting, and I agree with Axel in the chat where he says, to me, it's slightly lazy at this point because you're just like feeding into the fans, and like you got that moment here. But for me, I think he's a miscast. Like, I don't, and I thought that going in, I don't buy John Krasinski as being the most smartest man in the universe. Like, I don't buy it. Like, do I buy that he has the slight arrogance of Reed Richards? Yes. But even in that little bit that I saw him in the film, it was just like, okay, thanks. You did it. You gave them what they want. Now let's move on to someone else who I feel like really encompasses the role overall, because I feel like he's poorly miscast to be Reed.
Okay.
I think you really think Feige's gonna waste that?
Poorly, but it's lazy. I just don't see it with the quality of casting directors that they have that they would just be like, hey, you know what? Everybody wants this. They've already they already gave us Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop, right? Yeah. Which made sense, even though she was in a dodgy show.
Well, that works.
But I don't think that and John Krasinski, his place long-term longevity, if he's going to be in the MCU, is that of Reed Richards. He looks cool, but to me, he just doesn't deliver the performance. Eddie, what did you think of Reed Richards in this movie?
I always been a fan of the Fantastic Four, and I always wanted to see them introduced in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And when it comes to John being casted, yes, it is a fan cast. Yes, it's been years, right? That people are saying to bring him in. I actually liked him for the time he was, and look, like I keep stressing enough, it's just a variant of him. It was just I guess a more arrogant version of the Mr. Fantastic character. Like I said, I don't know what they're gonna do. I agree with the people that didn't want to waste John Krasinski on something like that, to be honest. Because look, he is a good actor, despite some people being kind of off about if they want to have him in the long run. But I think you can't just base him off this alone. Like he has to at least have, if they give him the benefit of being in a full movie, then you can base that your criticism of him on that instead of just a small enough cameo in this movie. But I think he fits the role perfectly. I even like the suit. I know some people had issues with the suit, but I was like, I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, it probably won't be the same in the other movie, but like I said, I just had to see more. I have no issues with him for now. It was just a mistake he made. All of them made mistakes in the long run.
Yeah.
Judging Wanda.
He's a sellout. He's a sellout.
Yeah, I'm not talking. Yeah, when I'm speaking of, it's not necessarily the actions of the character in the course of the film. It's John Krasinski's deadpan, unbelievable performance.
I just
it's
see
Reed
more.
Richards for me.
I have to see more.
Even in that moment, I just don't like. I connected with everyone else in that.
It
in those
seemed a
split
little
moments,
monotone.
with everyone else, I got the same amount of time from everybody else on that Illuminati, and he was the least effective of all of them, in my opinion.
I could agree with that.
Like I said, you can't just base it off that much stuff.
But I'm
even
just
with
saying,
Instant
I'm look, and he was good at that in that moment.
his show was dog shit, but they still brought him back.
But he was good. He's not a bad Black Bolt. He was in a crappy show.
No, he was a good Black
No,
Bolt.
he's
Like I
good.
said,
Bro, he was good in the movie.
Yeah, Anthony. So, how did you feel
Yeah.
about John Krasinski's?
I kind of agree with.
He's your
Ashley.
profile picture. So,
Yeah.
you love him?
Yeah, I think he was for the amount of screen time he got. I think he was okay. I need to see him more. I think he's a decent, okay actor, not like an A+ actor in Hollywood. But I think he's okay. If he was given the opportunity, maybe he'll come back and do more. I didn't mind it. I thought he was okay, and stuff like that. You did make some good point that if they don't bring him back, then hey, bring a new actor. I don't have no mind for that. And yeah, I connected with everybody else. Because of course, we watched What If for Captain Carter. She was amazing. And then Professor X, I connected because that's from X-Men 1, 2, and 3, and then Future Past, and I'll be on. It's like I connected with them in Black Bolt, and he wasn't a shitty show, but you saw the actor, the amount of screen time he got, he was good too. So yeah, I think. Do I say bring him back? No. I think there was a chance. I think what Feige's gonna do is like, okay, he didn't get the hype, then we're gonna get a new actor, pretty much. I think the Black Bolt actor is coming back to the MCU, but I don't think John is. That's just my personal opinion.
Dio?
So also, I'm a big Fantastic Four person as well, and I've been waiting to see how they will be portrayed in the MCU. Hopefully, when the movie comes out, like it'll actually be good this time. But it's John Krasinski. That's someone, as a lot of people, I've been wanting him to be Reed Richards and Emily Blunt be Susan Storm. So I was one of those people. Seeing him in the movie, I thought it was fine. I thought it was fine. But yeah, I'm with Anthony. I feel like he wasn't really able to like really give the performance that we expect from Reed Richards. Like the material that they gave him, there wasn't enough. So I don't really blame it necessarily on John Krasinski being miscast. I just feel like, when he's actually the main, I think when in the Fantastic Four movie, if they decide to bring him back, he'll have more to do with the material and actually be able
He'd be
to
the main
tell it better.
focus. Yeah.
Exactly. If they decide to go with another actor, then I would be kind of sad, but I'll get it. I get it. Like if people don't really respond to John Krasinski as they wanted to, then I guess. But also got to keep in mind that like Reed Richards as a character, like he's not really someone that like chews up scenery either. He is very stoic. So it's like with John Krasinski being stoic, I just felt like, okay, that's kind of in line with the character. That's how Reed would respond. And also it reminded me of when Mark Ruffalo was casted as the Hulk. I was not for that at all. I did not like Mark Ruffalo as an actor. But when he showed up in the Avengers, he proved me wrong. So it's like I just think they just need to give him another chance if they decide to bring him back. The suit, I actually like the suit. I don't know why people are complaining about the suit. I really like it. Yeah, it's really.
I agree.
Cool.
Is it
He looked
possible
great. He looked
from
great.
this Reed Richard?
Although it's a
this-
variant, let's keep in mind this is a variant of Reed Richards.
Yeah, but he also might have this one version of Reed Richard might have gone through some who knows if all the Fantastic Four is still alive. I don't know.
Yeah, they did not mention. They say that his daughter and his son is alive and his wife.
Yeah, they
it.
mentioned his kids and his wife, but not Ben or
I think they're dead in the
or
universe.
Johnny.
I think they died.
So yes, Chris, your thoughts? Did you like John Krasinski in the film? Or what we think?
Here's the problem with me. I am not. I didn't realize the Fantastic Four was this loved until I was in that theater and heard those people scream when Reed Richards. I am not a Fantastic Four guy. I couldn't give a fuck about Fantastic Four, but I saw the crowd reaction. Just the fact that Reed Richards came out. So I mean, I loved Krasinski in 13 Hours. But every time I see him, that's what I think of. I think of The Office, or I think of 13 Hours, and I think of course, Quiet Place. So I don't know. Sue Storm, Emily Blunt, that could be cool, but I don't know enough. I honestly, here's my take. I don't know enough about the Fantastic Four to even have a take on this.
Okay, cools.
Who's the MCU Richards?
Reed Richards. Who is this?
He is going to be like the next Stark, though, right? Stark's gone now. We need another brain.
Yeah. Oh, he's smarter than Tony
so
Stark.
we need another
He
big
is
brain.
He's smarter than Tony Stark ever could be.
Yeah, so that's cool. I might
Tony's
actually
an
brush
idiot.
up on some Fantastic
He
Four.
is. Tony is not an idiot. Hey, Anthony.
Tony's an idiot, huh?
Tony's
It depends. Actually, it depends. Sometimes. Let's say sometimes.
Tony saved the world. You better put some respect on
Who
it,
is
man.
MCU's Reed Richards? Can you enlighten us?
Come on, MC.
Is this Is this Isaac?
I just said it's me.
Oh,
Wait, you know who I
hear
think
you.
could be a good
Heard
Reed
your
Richards?
laugh.
Though? I will tell you who I think could be a good Reed Richards real quick if they hadn't already used him.
We had the question. Wait, don't answer that yet. Don't answer that yet, because that's the question from Andrew. Just hold on. Let me ask Isaac. What did you think of John
I think
Krasinski?
he's already been casted. If you look at WandaVision, you saw Jimmy Woo. Yeah, that's Reed Richards. No, I'm just
my
kidding.
gosh.
Any Office fan knows what I'm
Oh,
talking
please
about.
shoot me in the leg. Oh
I
my
know. I've
gosh.
watched it.
But Fantastic Four was probably the first Marvel comics I ever read, so I'm a big fan of them. John Krasinski, I'm already biased because I love him in my favorite show of all time, The Office. In the role we saw, we didn't really get to see that much, so I wasn't amazed nor was I disappointed. I was just kind of like, oh well. I don't mind if they somebody else. I did like his death scene. I thought it was very creative, although I'll admit,
like
you
the
know,
Play-Doh, the little Play-Doh machine that just that's what it looked like to me.
And his head explode. And then his
it
head
looked like
explode.
string cheese being pulled apart.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
And you
But-
see his head explode too.
Yeah, but I'll admit the only tiny problem I had was, he's the world's smartest man, and he, after his friend dies, he kind of just reaches to her, even though he knows that she contains witchcraft. I don't think the world's smartest man, that would be his first reaction.
Well, he was remember, he was reasoning with her. He was putting his hand out like as a gesture of friendship, I think, because he was telling her, I'm a father too. I
Exploded
know
his
what you're
head.
going through. I know what you would do for your children. But I do think it was a little weird that the universe's smartest man wanted to mess with this chaos witch. That kind of didn't
That's not Reed Richards. That's not really Reed Richards, though. Like, especially
To
this
be
version
fair-
of Reed Richards, you have the Baxter Foundation. He's like seasoned, all these things like that. Like Reed Richards is just not going to like. But
maybe this is a version of Reed Richards. That
Well, no,
went
maybe
through a
on
lot.
Earth 818 or whatever they were. Reed is just like kind of
838.
smart. Yeah, and
838.
maybe
No,
he's a dummy.
they tell you he is the smartest person in the universe.
Yeah, they do
and he
say that.
still did it. It's over.
I
forget
mean,
it.
Tony Stark was intelligent at the time, but he still made a killer robot for no reason. So
That was because of his hubris got in the way.
That's because they needed a plot. for that
Whatever-
movie.
Session, that was different. That's
whatever
like his
decision may have
arrogance
you, he
and-
did not listen to reason. Whatever
He
his
didn't make
thinking
a
Yeah,
was.
but that's Tony
robot.
Stark. He
And
was
not to
actually
mention-
attempting to make a peace, keeping
Exactly.
initiative,
He wanted a
and it
suit of
goes
armor.
awry. You know what I'm saying? But that's different than like
Ultron
you-
created himself. Tony just built the package.
Well,
To be
this is
fair, they
universe
needed an
Reed Richards.
antagonist for the
He-
movie.
he
Not
built-
technically.
this universe, Reed Richards built the Ultron bots. So
Yeah, he did in this universe, and he also wasn't coming from a place of hubris and desperation, and his Ultron bots didn't turn evil, right? So there's a difference there. So Andrew wanted to know if John Krasinski is not going to be Reed Richards in the MCU, who would you cast?
I have no.
Anybody have any ideas real quick before we move on to
He's
another?
already been used in Marvel.
Randall Park.
Yeah, my guy first was Oscar Isaacs, but he's already there. He's in Moon Knight.
We could play another version.
No, I don't want Edward Norton.
I mean, Oscar Isaac already too old.
Probably pull it
My
off.
guy, I would like people. You just gotta like think about it and take it in. Jordan Gordon-Levitt. That's the man. That's who can do it.
I could see it. Yeah. I could see it.
That's a good one.
I could see it. If you put
Nightwing.
No, he's not Nightwing. Stop it. He's not Nightwing. Stop it.
He should do it.
No,
he
he's
should
Cobra
do it.
Commander. But no, I do like
he's a good actor.
Gordon-Levitt.
I can
like
see it.
Gordon-Levitt. He might.
He can play that stoic, hyper intelligent guy, and I don't think that Reed Richards needs to be.
And he's younger too.
So I think they're about the same age, really.
Oh,
yeah, they're both in their 40s.
Yeah, they're about the same age.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And I think that he looks slender more, and I like that version of Reed Richards, and I think that he would be the best.
I mean, you already don't like muscles though, so that's kind of.
Bro, you could tell this Reed Richards.
Are you like
You can tell
calling
this
out
Reed
now?
Richards doesn't work out.
I'm just saying.
I mean, they're not bad, but it's not like ew,
Bro, you can tell
John
this version
Hamm,
of Reed
I don't
Richards.
know. I don't like him in anything. He's too wooden.
Oh,
and
damn.
He's
You don't
way
like him in
John
anything.
Hamm.
No, he's
He's
too
a
stiff, and
Anaheim.
everything he is in, he is stiff.
I think
don't
he
like
could.
him.
in everything. See, I'm not crazy.
What if Feige doesn't pick him?
And he's a team. He's a team player.
Justin
so-
Ashley has influence. I don't know if you guys know this, but Ashley has influence at Marvel with
That's
Feige.
kinda-
She
well,
could maybe
I mean,
get
yeah, I
done.
might call him up. Hey, baby,
Oh.
He got a matinee yesterday before anybody. Okay, I don't know how to fucking pull that off.
I have a question. Because when Reed Richards was talking to Doctor Strange, Doctor Strange made a joke about the Fantastic Four. So that means they were trapped in the 60s.
That was just a throwback to him just a band name. 50 classic rock, and the fact that the Fantastic Four, they were they made their debut in the 60s. Oh, thank you. We've made it, guys. We've made it.
We made it officially when the porn box comes.
People were thinking about it though on Twitter. They could have got stuck in the negative zone or something like that.
That's what I was. Well, I was thinking that they could be in the quantum realm, but I actually said that 3 years ago, not last week or last month. So yeah, but I've been saying that they could be in Ant-Man and the Wasp. I mean Ant-Man and the Wasp next movie,
Quantumania
and Quantumania, but they might be over stuff because then you've got Kang too. So, but it would be cool, if they were in the quantum realm, and instead of the negative zone, that becomes, because we know that people get stuck in time vortexes and stuff like that. So that would be cool.
Mid-credit scene.
What's this incursion thing?
Okay, an incursion is when two universes collide together.
Oh, okay.
And the only way to stop an incursion is to destroy one of those universes in the comics. And then once all these incursions occur, then they all implode upon themselves, and that's where you get to Secret Worlds and Battle World there, because the multiverse is imploded upon itself.
People
sounds like what DC did with the SnyderVerse.
No, stop it. People wanted to bring back the 2005 Reed Richards actor, which I think
I wanted to see him in this movie. I would have been cool to see him. I like the first movie a lot.
I think Feige has planned for him in Secret Wars. That's my opinion. I think he's going to be in Secret Wars. So I think that actor from the 05 movie is coming back in Secret Wars. That's my opinion. Because they were talking that he might appear, but then I think he's going to show up.
I would prefer they do more variants, different actors, than the same actor doing a different variant. I kind of
think
like that.
from certain things that, like, I know we see certain versions of specific actors that are going to be like constants, like Wanda and in Strange are actually constant Nexus beings, so they're the same in every universe. Like, he's always going to be a sorcerer. She's always going to be the Scarlet Witch. Like, they're always constants in their Nexus beings, so they're the same. They look the same in every universe. Other characters like Peter Parker, there could be different variations. Like, this version of America Chavez, there's only one of her, so she's not a Nexus being.
I was shocked
She
by
also
that
can't
one.
cause an incursion or a Nexus event However, I mean, the terminology is a little wonky there with that, because now we've switched from branch time,
that was my favorite.
Eddie,
that was my favorite scene. It actually made me jump. I didn't see it coming.
I
It made me
got.
jump.
I felt
loved
so
it.
bad for him too.
I
And
did
like,
too,
all
but
this
it's like,
knowledge I'm giving y'all.
But he looks young in the movie, bro. Did they de-age him?
Young?
No,
He did
like
not
when
look young. He did not look young. What are you talking about?
Who looked young?
When he was
Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart.
He looked like he just came off the set of Picard. He looked like he just came off the set of Picard.
Well, I see that it's the problem I had with Scarlet Witch being good again in the future. I just see it's going to be null and void when there's a big event and they need her to go against the other big bad villain. They're going to need her.
She's not dead though.
I'm saying, but that's going to make it a lot
I think
easier
that
for people to accept her. Well, I think that the need for her is going to be so great because she's.
We
so
could just
powerful.
use the good. We could just use the good Wanda, the one that got.
I mean, it might be a
abused throughout the whole
multiverse.
film.
Yes. CJH, he actually confirmed Sylvie. Loki was not the one that caused the multiverse.
He said Sylvie.
He tried to stop her.
It was Sylvie. It was
Yeah.
He Who Remains that when she killed He Who Remains. Sylvie caused it when she killed He Who Remains. Loki was not there. Remember, because she pushes him out.
Yeah, and thanks, CGH. Wow.
Now, do y'all think the
Okay.
X-Men 97 is canon to the MCU now?
I believe it's canon. I believe it's canon.
Because the writers say that we might see reference in the MCU in the
If
show.
it's not, they're gonna make
So-
it canon because they're trying to push the new X-Men 97. So they're gonna make it.
Yo,
canon.
that theme song's gonna be iconic when they're using it in the MCU.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be tight. I can't wait.
Did anybody like the music fight?
Yes, I thought
The music fight was dope.
Oh, the
right?
musical fight?
The music fight was
I love
dope,
it.
right?
I liked it.
I like that.
Grace hated it. Your
She has
wife
Well,
no- she has no
I don't
taste.
know because I didn't watch the review.
Oh,
yet.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I didn't. Spoiler alert.
He's
for
dying to
Grace
watch
Randolph.
her review like it's the movie.
No, that's all right. That's all right.
It's funny because
I'm
like
sorry,
This is better.
I knew she was gonna say she didn't like that. Like when she said there's some creative choices that I didn't like, and then I then saw that music fight. I was like, this is probably the thing she didn't like. It was like,
I know. I was thinking the same thing. I thought it was cool though. At first, I was like, I was like, oh, music. But I thought it was cool. I thought it was like a different, take. You have all these musical.
Then she did her big
instruments there.
virtue signal at the end of the thing, I guess she thinks America Chavez wasn't gay enough or whatever. It was weird.
What?
dude.
No, she
Yeah.
said no. What she says is that she wasn't from In the Heights. She should have
That
been
is
like
so
she didn't
fucking
dress like
right.
she was in
Yeah.
the Heights. Or
Yeah,
something.
she
and
should dress
represent like urban culture, like because that's America Chavez. But I thought that she looked good in the movie.
She was fine.
She was
yeah.
okay. This girl was 14, 15-year-old filming this movie.
Yeah.
Like, why did she need to wear booty shorts? Really tight shorts on her body. Like, we don't need the desexualization is a good thing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that she still looked really cute, and it was just an interpretation of the suit from the comics. And yes, she doesn't have maybe as much of that fiery personality, but this is a character arc. This is the first time we're seeing her, and she's a young girl, and so she will grow into that.
Young Avengers.
Yeah, I mean, and outside of Peter Parker, in the MCU, this is, except for Wanda's children, who
She's the youngest.
Howard,
Yeah.
she is like the youngest that we're actually getting to see, who is in that teenage world, who can be in the MCU and grow for quite a long time out. Because Peter Parker, he's there, but Sony
she
can
younger than
snap
Miss
him
Marvel?
back. Well, I think so. I think so. 'Cause
I
she's
think-
supposed
I
to be
think-
15
yeah.
in the movie. They both might be playing like 15, 14, year olds, but she's the first one we've seen, and then we're gonna get Miss Marvel, but I don't know how Miss Marvel's gonna go over. It seems a little bit more.
I'm not watching that
kiddie.
show anyway, so yeah.
Okay. CGH says, I also think Hulk is being suppressed with Professor Hulk. and
Yes,
he'll
he
be
is.
Even more angry and a major threat.
Oh yeah, I think there's gonna be a regression or a separation.
I hope
What about
so.
Red
I hope
Hulk?
they get-
What
I
about
hope
Red
they get
Hulk?
rid of
The
that
actor?
shit.
Red Hulk. We need a
Yeah, the actor's dead.
we need a Ross now.
They
Well-
keep scrapping the Red Hulk. They
Well,
bring
the
it up
actor
and they
just-
scrap
No. William
the
Hurt died.
William Hurt passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died. So that
They
that
might
was
have
sad.
used them, but yeah, they might have plans. But
I think he's
I
in She. I
love-
believe he's in She.
I
I'm not
loved his
sure.
Thaddeus Ross. Like
I do
love
too.
Perspective.
I liked it.
You know what
Yeah.
30 years in the army taught me after 30 years and after triple bypass surgery?
Perspective.
I love that whole just a little more. Oh my
It's
God.
so good. It's so good.
I know. Oh my God. Sorry. I'm
Is
freaking out.
is Jeffrey being accurate here that wow, we got 40 people watching. You know what that means? Smash the like button.
I thought you were going to start dancing or something.
Oh no.
Oh.
I don't know. I still have a lot to do to get ready for the morning. I was just happy to stream a little bit about this tonight.
Y'all think they're gonna bring back the black? Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Anthony. I wanted to see is he being accurate that she's like, oh, she's okay now, and her.
She did say that. Yeah, she did say that.
Because she said that was the biggest problem with her. Was the
Yeah,
movie
she
was
shit on this movie, man.
What did
And
she
now
say? What was her biggest problem again?
Well, Wanda, this
She had a
movie
problem
portrays.
with Wanda. She got on that feminist shit. It was weird.
Okay,
It
I'm gonna
ignored
say
her
this,
from
but
WandaVision.
some of the things that she said, I get it, because like woman hysteria and like dealing with like that, just like in the real world, like
Yeah, but
I
she like
just
brought up the wiki
went-
about it and stuff. actually. You
I'm
saw
saying,
that.
but I'm saying like that's a thing that happens, but I don't feel like Wanda was being treated that way, because usually that's a perception that people then a label that they put on a woman because she's acting a specific way. Now, if people in the movie were like, "Oh, she's crazy, woman hysteria," that's one thing, but generally that also applies to just someone who might be having a difficult time, socially or mentally, with that. So, like, the fact that she brought the point that that's a thing, but I don't feel like that's what was going on with Wanda at all, though.
Okay.
He's trash.
She said that the little rainbow thing on America Chavez's jacket should have been bigger. They didn't talk about
What?
mothers enough. Yeah. She
Okay,
really
now
brought that
she's
stuff
bugging.
up.
She said what
bugging.
she said when she said the thing about the moms, and that's another thing that I heard a lot of people bringing up the fact that America Chavez spoke Spanish in the movie. Like, oh, why is she speaking Spanish if she's from this other world? But I'm starting to think like we don't necessarily. They didn't tell us specifically that where she existed in this other universe was not necessarily on Earth, okay? Because what they did with America Chavez in the comic books is that she was from another, an alien, right? And then in 2020, they retconned that and said that she actually invented this as a child, because when she was 5 years old, she had Eserson syndrome, and she was sent to this doctor, and they did these experiments on her, which then elevated her power set. And then her sister was then lost to her, and then as her mothers were trying to escape with the children, they were killed in the process. So it could be a utopian society on Earth. We see a bee, we see like Earth, we see grass and things look like
flowers
that would be on Earth. So
Look
people
at
are like,
Ashley
oh, well, she's
kicking
speaking
knowledge.
Spanish. She's possibly speaking Spanish because she is on Earth. So those people that have an issue with the fact that she's speaking Spanish, and even if she is from an alien, maybe they speak Spanish on the freaking planet. So get over yourself.
You can all look
That is
like
a
it.
Multiverse. Why does it?
announcement.
It's a
Exactly.
I heard that.
Even Doctor Strange doesn't know how to speak Spanish. Which is
Ashley
funny.
kicking knowledge about Marvel, man. I
Oh
love
yeah. Should we do? Or do you have any more things to say, or should we move
Yeah,
on
I have a
to
question.
the
I have a
best
question.
because I wanted to go to MCU movie villain ranked and where Scarlet Witch ranks against the best villains.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all think they're gonna bring back the black boy actor? Because come on,
I hope
they
so.
never-
I actually
think so.
like him.
because
I
he
don't
was
think
good,
they are.
like,
I watched
he
his
was
head
comic
implode.
accurate.
It's a
I was in the
variant.
I
variant.
was in the theater. I was in the theater saying, "Oh, finally we got good ass Black Bolt. I was like, Kevin
Comic
Feige-
accurate suit and everything.
Man, I just wish we would have got the Inhumans movie back in 2016, man. That would have been.
Did you all watch Inhumans? I didn't watch it yet. That's the one thing I didn't watch.
Oh no, I watched the first episode and I drop out.
Yeah, I always get that mixed up.
I watched the whole.
I
thing.
watched
The
one.
New
I did too.
Mutants.
I watched
Yeah.
one episode.
Is
of
that
that
bad?
I watched the whole. I watched the whole thing.
It was bad.
They said they
so
filmed in
bad.
IMAX, and that's a lie.
It was horrible. It was
It's from the
really
IMAX
bad.
for TV.
Yeah,
Like
they filmed in IMAX.
Medusa's hair. Oh my gosh, the CGI.
Oh,
they should have
God.
never
No,
done
the
that
C-
with
the C-
her. It was
the
so
CG
bad.
The
Is it
CGI
on
on
even-
Lockjaw was
is it-
disgusting.
And then
Is
they
it even
cut
on
her
Disney
hair.
Plus?
They
Where
cut
can you
her
even
hair.
watch it?
What?
They probably don't even put it on Disney Plus. Where do you can you watch it anymore?
Inhumans is on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's on
It is. It is. But
Oh,
It's on
okay.
Disney Plus.
I might watch it just to see.
I mean, we're
like
waiting
the
to have
Dark
Iron
Universe.
Fist on Disney Plus. Don't have
I
that.
don't know if you'll get through it.
Max wants to punish himself. You
Max, do
you
not
barely
punish
got through
yourself,
Moon
bro.
Knight, but you're gonna watch that shit.
He'll say, Inhumans is so much better than mine.
Watch,
I don't
watch.
think I can say
I
that.
can't believe I like it.
I'm joking.
It's
I don't
Apocalypse.
really, I don't really like the characters to begin with, though. Like I have no context. I'll even like Inhumans or the Black Bolt.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I don't even know these characters
I'm
are.
just picking on you.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I thought it'd be fun to go back and think and rank our like top 3 villains.
Sure.
And now
Thanos is
includes
garbage.
Scarlet Witch. Now I have a lot of
is garbage.
I have
You
issues
better
with this
shut up,
movie,
both of you.
Dan
but
is
as a
garbage.
villain, Scarlet Witch was amazing as a villain. Like I have issues with the movie altogether, but her being a villain, definitely really, really cool. So let's go back here. Whiplash, Iron Man 2.
Yeah, I agree.
They're gonna do their. Let's go through their ranking first, then we'll discuss this because this will give us a. It's kind of hard to think that
I
there
do
are
want to
30
say
villains.
something real quick to
Sure.
Jeffrey's question. I don't know. I'm still coming up with a number in my head, but in 2 days worldwide, it made $84 million.
Mhm. That's pretty good.
Domestically, it made 36.
It's only Friday.
Mhm.
And that's
Oh wait,
I-
their
I'll
new video
say
talking
900.
about Wanda solo movie rumors. You
Mhm.
think they'll
I
try
think
a
she's
solo?
good in it.
I mean, that is.
And also-
They've been saying that the trades have been, that's been the rumor. But
Maybe
we
don't drop the ball this time like they did with Black Widow. Release it when it needs to be released.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it will
Well,
be a Disney Plus movie, I think.
Well,
It
let's
will be
see
Disney.
No,
Colliders.
it will not be.
Let's see if we
It
agree
has
with
a lot of-
Colliders.
You know Ashley will. Come on. You
She
know.
is very popular. It will not
Anthony,
be on
she's
Disney Plus.
become one of the most favorite actresses and characters in the MCU just over the
She
past.
ain't
I think
popular
it's gonna be
anymore.
a Disney Plus movie. I'm sorry. I think it's gonna
She
be.
ain't popular anymore.
Yeah, she still is.
She still is popular.
Y'all just
Very
y'all mad
popular.
because
Y'all
she went
wanna-
full
You're in
heel.
your feelings.
Y'all
I
in your
know.
feelings
My
because she went full
feelings.
heel.
Everybody can have a bad day. Gosh, give her a break.
Hell,
Y'all still love the Joker.
Dude,
Y'all
if-
still love Loki.
If Anakin Skywalker can be redeemed, Wanda
I'm pretty
is
sure
fine.
in a bad.
Oh,
It's
that's-
this ranking.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
exactly.
F
Let's
that.
get-
And what have I been
Hell
saying?
no.
What have I been
Hell
saying?
no.
She's the Marvel's Anakin. She is a victim.
Oh,
who
no.
When she was forced to go this
She's
direction.
she is the sad girl. One
She's
day
a victim on her own madness, probably, but you know,
Like Anakin Skywalker.
Now you sound like you're victim blaming, Eddie. Do better.
Yeah,
Oh,
Eddie.
shit, oh,
you
shit,
victim
she
blaming,
did.
bro.
Damn,
Like
Eddie,
Anakin-
damn.
Anyway, Max has something that he wants us
Oh.
to do. So let's
Yeah.
pay
I don't
attention
know.
to
If I see her in
that.
the next movie, I'm walking out of the theaters. That's all I'm gonna
Let's
say.
see. I liked Whiplash, but yeah, that's a little lack. Like
I
that-
agree with this.
that last.
I agree, but I
fight
love that
scene.
movie. I love that movie. But
Yeah, that
But
movie
yeah.
could have been a lot better. I think.
It's
You know,
good.
Black
Good
Black
movie.
I
Widow's
think
not good
Sam
in that
Rockwell
movie.
was a
He's
better
not very
villain.
Yeah, he was the true villain.
Emil Blonsky, Abomination, the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, I like him.
He's all right. I like Sam
Yeah,
Rock.
he's all right.
Okay.
Malekith. The
He
No.
needs to be at the very bottom.
Very
No,
bottom.
no,
He shouldn't even be on the
Very
list, yo.
bottom. He should be at the very bottom.
I
Oh,
think
you
I
should be
like
higher.
Thor: The
What?
Dark World better than.
Dormammu's only
way.
Dormammu's that low.
I mean, well,
really?
I think it's like
Wait,
think a
wait,
lot of
what
people
did you
feel like
say,
the
Max?
fight was lackluster.
Yeah, I think I
That might
think I
be
like
it.
Thor:
That
The
might be
Dark
it.
World better than Doctor Strange too.
Oh hell!
What?
Get him out! Put him out! He's done. He's freaking done.
No, okay. I'm about to holler at y'all.
Take over. Take
Look
over.
at that vein on her
I
forehead
like
popping
Over
out.
the Dark World. I like it.
Vein on my forehead. Like,
Yeah,
oh
well,
my
you're
God.
angry.
Bro, I just got COVID from watching.
You
Dark
don't
World
really
the other
have
day.
a vein on your forehead and its expression when somebody gets mad. The vein on your forehead's gonna pop.
I was like,
Yeah,
I don't know. I was
it,
thinking
it,
like
makes,
the
it makes
red.
like the vein on your forehead makes like an M from Marvel too. That's how you know.
Yo, Venom 2,
For the Dark World is underrated. There's a lot of great development.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna go grab a water while you do this.
This man said Apocalypse was good
Loki's
too.
the only good part of the Dark
This
World.
man said Apocalypse was good
Jane
too.
Foster. There's a lot of stuff that happens with Loki.
I like the Loki
No!
stuff.
Oh,
Just
y'all
stop.
better recognize.
Just stop.
You all better recognize.
You
Thor
need
the
to
Dark
stop.
You need to rewatch Thor the Dark World.
You're gonna lose
I
subscribers,
watched it,
Max.
Max.
You're
The
gonna
only
lose
part I like
subscribers.
is
You need to
Loki.
stop.
Loki's about. I mean, there's good stuff with
Wow.
Loki. There is,
Well,
and there's
Ashley's
good
really
stuff with
upset with me.
Odin. She said
Yeah,
she's gonna
it
get a
should
bottle
be.
of water and come back.
Bro, I literally got COVID from watching Thor 2 the other day. How bad is that
Anthony,
movie?
He did not get.
See, me and I don't know why this
That
Andrew
shit, bro,
Casale guy had me
bad.
blocked because me and him think alike. I really enjoyed Spider-Man 3. I don't care who gets mad at me. about it.
Spider-Man 3 is the most
What is
garbage.
And my
Guys.
favorite Hulk and my favorite Hulk is Ed Norton, and I don't give a shit.
I like it.
No, that Hulk is trash.
Actually, Hans, I tried. They stopped
playing.
me.
That
You have
Hulk
to
was
thank
okay.
Ashley for that. Ashley did incredible, and she headed up a great discussion. But then she left when I said I like. Thor
Yeah,
the Dark World
she's
better.
getting good water. She's getting the
Oh,
delicious
I thought
water.
she was really upset with me. Okay.
No, she's getting delicious water. She left because of that, and she's getting delicious water.
I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. I'm not saying to get it.
Bro,
Yeah, you're fine, man.
listen, if you listen, bro,
There were parts
the
of this movie that were more
No.
exciting than Thor: The Dark World.
hell
But
no.
as a whole, the movie for Thor: The Dark World, I think, was better.
Please tell
It
me
left-
the
it
plot
left
of
the
Thor: The
kid-
Dark
there
World.
was
Please
better-
tell me the plot. What is the
There
plot
is
of Thor?
nothing exciting in Thor: The Dark World.
Yes.
The
Please
only
recite
good
the
thing
plot.
in the movie was Thor, and that's it. Other than that, everybody was doo-doo.
Mel Gibson was
Shit fuck that
doo-doo.
movie.
The plot was doo-doo.
I can't, Max. I'm
Even Aquaman 2 sounds the same as Thor 2. Like, what the fuck?
Aquaman 2 will do it better.
That's
I
why
think
you.
you would
Oh,
do
that's
better,
why you're
yes.
repping for Thor: The Dark World, because your DC.
There's a lot of great
Pat Dennings was
development for
doo-doo.
Thor's character dealing
You're doing
with
this
his
because the
brother,
the
his
DCEU is
family,
dead.
the dynamic, and Jane. There's
I
a
mean,
lot of stuff.
Loki had some good. I would say
Yes!
some of the Loki.
Yeah,
there were
Loki
some
had
good
some
moments with
moments.
Loki.
Yes.
The death of
Yes.
their mother was impactful.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
But
impactful.
outside of those two things, no
Trash.
thank you.
In
Fast
the
forward.
Jane Foster, she got
Put it in
something
the trash.
that's probably
Not
going to
wrong.
Jane Foster is trash.
to
Stop.
leave in
There-
Love and Thunder.
there's
That
no, there's no
isn't she going to
chemistry
be
with
sick
them.
because of what happened to her in Thor: The
I
Dark
think
World?
I believe so because
Yes.
it makes sense.
Thank you.
That doesn't
Yeah,
make
Max
her
is right.
good in the Dark World, though. That doesn't make her good.
Yeah, it doesn't make her good in the movie. Like I think that they try to shoehorn in the Infinity Stones, in the story.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like the film was like doomed from the start because Patty Jenkins,
Fuck
had,
Patty
like,
Jenkins.
was on board, and those things fell apart. And then Natalie Portman wanted to be a baby and show her little, and didn't want to cooperate with
She
the
wanted
film
the
because
money.
Patty Jenkins was gone. And then, just in general, Chris Hemsworth and Natalie Portman have zero chemistry, in my opinion. None.
Zero.
They don't.
Zero.
Zilch. So, like, how are you going to fix that in this movie? Are they just going to be buddies? I hope
He has
so.
more. He has more chemistry with that Sif chick.
Yes. Sid
Yeah,
and
because
Thor
he
should
was
have been
banging her,
together.
bro. She was banging
Yeah.
her. That's what.
What?
I'm serious.
Not
I,
that
I
I'm
like.
joking.
I gotta rewatch it. It's been a while since I rewatched it, but I enjoyed it.
I watch. I like.
I'm
happy
grateful
movies,
that
man.
Taika Waititi is doing Natalie Portman than fucking Thor 2, bro. I'm
All right.
grateful for that.
Well, here-
Calm down, Anthony. Breathe, man.
here's
No, I
my
agree.
for
Fuck
Mamu.
Patty, fuck
All
Patty
at New
Jenkins.
York.
She's
Oh, that's
trash.
all at New York right there.
All right, Dormammu's on here is 27.
Okay.
Laffy, Thor,
Laffy. Yeah, Laffy's pretty
Oh,
cool, but he's not really a
cool.
villain.
Yeah.
Ronan.
Worst villain
Sucks.
ever.
Sucks.
Yeah, Ronan's not
Weak.
the worst.
Ronan, oh, he was okay.
Yeah,
You stand accused.
Religious
Accused.
fanatic.
Ronan made appearance too, and Taskmaster. Taskmaster was. A
He should be
disappointment.
29.
He should be
Taskmaster
on 29.
You mean
Yes,
Well,
you know.
Guys,
you
can
know,
I say one thing? Actually,
That's
in
all
the
everybody
movie,
needs half the time, I feel.
I don't think I think they left it open ended that it may not be the real Taskmaster because they
Oh
called
yeah, I
it the
know. Yeah,
Taskmaster Initiative. So
I don't
maybe
think.
that's
Yeah,
not
I
the real
think Tony
Taskmaster.
Masters is really out there, but
Yeah, but
this,
that villain was trash.
yeah. But
Look
I
at
gotta
Brodan,
rewatch that one.
awful.
But I agree.
Oh.
I agree with you, Brody.
Oh,
And
I
don't
love that
disagree with
movie.
this
He
one.
should be higher up. I think
Yeah.
he did really good.
Yeah, and
He's
Mads
okay.
Mikkelsen's a beast. He's
He's
good
okay.
in everything he does. Mads
Yeah,
Mikkelsen's
He's all right.
yeah,
I think he's
awesome.
right where he should be. I love the movie. But
Settle
he
down,
was-
little Cosmo, little baby Cosmo. It's okay.
I'll tell you, I have no problem with Patty's, bro. And she
The
thinks
reason
bro,
is Wonder Woman 84.
No,
That's
Wonder
where-
Woman 84 and Thor. And she thinks she's better than anybody else.
She
You
was
should
subverting
wait.
expectations,
You should
Anthony.
wait.
Subverting
You should
expectations.
You're a
is my ass.
misogynist.
No, bro.
If you speak
Man,
out
listen,
against
listen,
Patty Jenkins, you are a
listen.
misogynist.
Listen. I like Patty Jenkins. She did some couple good movies. But, bro, she's being a bitch now. I'm sorry.
I love this.
She
Like,
needs
pull
to
that back
stop.
up because I was going to read that. It says, "Let's be real. Anthony hasn't seen anything she's done outside of Wonder Woman."
No, bro. That's not. She's okay. She's not.
Oh, and by
listen,
the
she's
way,
okay.
she's responsible.
I don't
Well, we
hate
got to
her.
give Zach some credit, I guess. I can't say that. She's
Well,
responsible
no,
for the best DC
no.
movie
That's
ever.
still her movie.
I do.
That's her
Okay,
movie.
let's since this is up. Do you
Well,
like
she's okay
Doctor
director.
Strange 1 or 2 better? Mine's 1. I loved 1.
She should be at the 20, maybe 15 spot.
Me too. I like the second one. I love the first one though. I feel like it's underrated, and I like his relationship, him and Mordo together, even though it's like contentious by the end of it. And that's one thing that I like because like there were so many great things in that and the Ancient One, and I loved like seeing the the mirror dimension and all these things. But I really do like the second one because I think the villain is an overall improvement. And then the first one also had like some of those moments where it was like a copy and paste of like Tony's origin story a little bit. Because they're slightly similar because they're both were arrogant, wealthy,
arrogant
and
assholes
smart.
who start to love
They're smart.
humanity and want to protect it. Yeah, it's really.
DL,
But he still, yeah.
I personally like the second one more. I did enjoy the first film, but I personally felt like they were playing it really, really safe. Like it felt like another installment of the MCU instead of feeling like its own thing. I did like the visual. The visuals in there was great. Like when
this is one of the best movies in 3D. The first one.
Oh yeah, in 3D
Oh, yeah.
it was phenomenal.
But it
I
felt
thought
like it was a
great.
ripoff of Inception a little bit.
Yeah,
Shout out
yeah, a
to
little
my
bit.
baby. Shout out to Christopher Nolan, the GOAT.
That's the thing. So like coming out of the first film, well, I did enjoy. I did like the character stuff with Mordo and stuff like that. I agree with you on that, Ashley. But it's like when coming out of the first film, I was like, that was cool. But it's like I hope the next one's more crazy and psychedelic, and that's exactly what I got for the second.
Bro, leave Eddie eating, bro. He's eating
What you
good,
got,
bro.
Eddie? What you got, bro? What you
Probably
eating, bro?
ice cream again. I'll be right back. I gotta grab something.
Going to town.
I think he was great in the movie. He was okay.
Well, Anthony,
Scott,
Doctor Strange 1 or 2?
Oh, 2 was better, but I think Scott was playing safe with the first Doctor Strange. I think, and it felt like an MCU movie, a little bit like an MCU movie, and that's it. I didn't mind it. And by the way, listen, people, I'm sorry if I call Patty Jenkins a little bit.
He dropped some.
I'm sorry about it.
Dropped some.
I
Oh,
like
that
the
dropped
second
on the
one.
table. That dropped on the bed. I saw it.
I saw it.
Bro, what is he eating?
Eddie's eating dirt ravioli.
Not Eddie. That one missed the bowl, and he's like, "Whoop."
Chef Boyardee.
No, it didn't fall. There's a plate, right? A big ass plate on my lap.
I saw it.
I believe you,
let's
Eddie.
see it. Let's see it. Let's see it.
I wish
Let's
I
see
could
it.
rewind the tape. I saw it, and then that
Exposed.
Yeah.
Bro, there's a big ass.
Hashtag dirty ravioli.
I'm not eating ravioli, bastard.
What is it?
What
Oh,
it looks like. Let me
what
see
is
it.
it? Show us.
Show us the
I
food.
saw pasta.
Cereal.
Just leave me alone. Dang.
What are you eating? That's
Bro,
where
what
everybody
are you
wants to know.
eating though?
He's eating his plate
Lasagna?
so we can't see. He's like, I'm not showing these
Lasagna.
bastards. I'm eating it all. He's like, I'm not going to show them my plate. I'm going to eat it all before they can see. Show us the plate. He's going to show us the empty plate. All right.
Show us that smile.
Well, Doctor Strange 1 or 2?
2 for me because of Wanda.
Me?
Yeah.
For him.
Either
Me or him?
Well, you were behind me a minute ago. Now you're in front of me. I don't know what happened. So.
All right, go ahead,
Me?
Eddie. Yeah.
I don't know. That's a hard one for me. I did enjoy the first one a lot. It's just this one was, I think, more out there because the first one was very much standalone. That's not a bad thing either. I'll say the first one for now, but I had to get the second one to rewatch.
The first one's amazing.
Yeah, it's just.
And I really want to see the second one more. I want to watch it a couple more times because I know I'm going to see something new every time I watch that movie, man. But the second one for me, Wanda, man, because Wanda, she makes a movie.
Alexander Pierce, Captain
He's a
America.
chump.
He was good.
He's
I
about
really
ready
liked
to
it.
be.
Black
I
Widow
liked him.
whooped his ass in like 3
They don't
seconds.
have to be
He's
a
chump.
physical like.
I know,
for
he
them
was
to be
a
a good
smart-
villain.
She should be lower.
Yeah,
she should
shouldn't
be.
be that
What
high.
Ghost was good. You will give her
He
respect.
needs to go.
Ghost was good.
That movie wasn't even good.
Bro, I hope she never come back in the MCU.
Oh my
Yellow
god,
Jacket.
guys.
Oh, I did like Yellow Jacket. He's forgettable, but he was
Yellow
fun.
Jacket was trash. What are
He
you
was
talking-
fun. That was a fun movie.
You said
He was a
Ghost is
ripoff of Obadiah Stane. Like, but
Yeah, he
just
really
the
was.
opposite.
He was. He
Instead
was-
of being the mentor, he was the He was the one. You know, he was the.
Is
the
General
mentor.
Come on, bro. Ross should be
Yes,
higher.
he was a villain. Yes,
was
he
a
was a
villain.
villain in Incredible Hulk. He was absolutely a villain. He's the one that sent the Abomination after.
Oh,
Yeah,
hell
Hulk.
no.
He shouldn't be on there.
I liked him. I liked him.
Jude
Sorry.
Law?
You just
Okay.
like Jude Law. That's what that is.
No, I liked him. Like, I'm not.
No.
Great Bob.
He's not bad, but he should be like, you should switch him with Pierce.
Hella.
Okay.
She should be higher.
She should
than
be
that.
way
She
higher.
should be higher than that.
She should be way higher. She shattered Mjolnir with one hand.
Mysterio.
Slaughtered Asgard.
I agree.
Good. He should be. I feel like he should be slightly higher.
He's
I
very
agree,
smart.
yeah.
He's an intelligent
I
villain.
love
yeah.
I hope he come back in the MCU. I
I
think
know.
Aldrich
me
Killian.
too. No, he's
No.
horrible.
2 thumbs down.
What?
2 thumbs down.
What? What?
Well,
What
he's
is this?
technically
Oh,
he's
no.
the real Mandarin though.
No,
he's
fuck this
not.
motherfucker. No.
He's not
I didn't
the
like him
Mandarin. We
either.
saw the real
Ultron.
No,
Hell
like
no.
let me tell you, no. Ultron.
James
No.
Spader did him really
Hela
good.
should
I
be
like James
over
Spader.
Ultron.
Huh.
And I love Age of Ultron.
Yeah,
Everybody
that's-
gives me
I
crap for liking
really
that
like James
movie.
Spader as that
Ego.
villain.
Horrible. Why?
Horrible
and I like
villain.
that movie too. But why is Ego so high?
Yeah, and I
Ego
love
was
Kurt
good.
Russell.
What do you mean? Ego was good.
And
No, I love
the
Kurt
actor,
Russell, but
too,
he was
yeah.
horrible as a villain.
Bro,
And I-
Mysterio should be on top 12 or 13 at least.
I like him, but he should not be above Hela. Like that's crap.
Yeah,
dude.
Like,
Like,
we already
should
know who
be
number
above.
one's going to
Better
be.
villain.
Hela should be
Number
above.
one's going to be my number one. I'm calling it now.
well,
We'll just see.
No,
See what
relax.
happens.
Remember,
See
we
what
have to give our our own personal top 3.
Oh, I can't wait to hear Ashley's.
Oh, okay.
She's going to plot some obscure shit we've never even heard of.
The Winter Soldier.
how can it be
He should be higher.
obscure if you've seen the movies?
He was
Oh,
a
I thought you
villain,
might go
yeah.
into
He
a
was a
comic.
villain.
Winter Soldier
You
was a villain
can't.
first.
He was good. He was good.
Yes,
Ashley
that's
got
my
all
baby.
that Marvel
They're-
knowledge.
that's you talk about. I just
Zemo?
like
No.
Sebastian's. Oh yes,
I
No.
love Zemo.
No.
he
no.
was success. Oh
No.
yes,
No.
Sam.
Oh,
You know,
I
this,
think he's
this is
coming
the real
back.
shame from the Iron Man franchise that we didn't get Justin Hammer.
I
No,
love
he's
Real
coming.
life.
No,
He's-
I think
I think he's coming back in
Armor.
Armor Wars. He
I
is
think-
coming
Oh, really?
back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's coming
yeah,
back in
probably.
Armor
Yes,
Wars.
he's coming
Probably.
back.
He was
I
funny
cannot wait.
too.
I love him. I love him.
He
love him,
he
love him.
matched like Robert Downey's.
Or
Yeah, he
Ironheart,
was. He was like just as arrogant, but
Yeah.
just not as smart or as capable. So
Obadiah
I
Stane.
like Obadiah Stane.
He
He's
started
like
it
that.
all
He
for
should be
me,
in the top
and
10.
it's Jeff Bridges. You know what I mean? But I don't know,
no,
man.
take him back out of the top 10.
I'm one.
Yeah,
I didn't
no, I
like
agree
the.
with
I didn't
this.
like the first Avenger. Ashley, I
I
didn't
liked
like
Come
it.
on.
What?
I'm not a
Six
big.
for Mandarin.
Bro.
Trevor Slattery.
I
He's
can't.
not
I
the
like.
Mandarin.
Why
Which
is the man? Why is he so
He's
high?
not even a villain.
Can I say
What
this?
the
I
fuck
was.
is this?
I liked him up until like they did that switcheroo, but he
Yeah.
should be number 6.
Oh yeah, he no. He
What
did
is
it. He,
this?
What about Shang-Chi?
What is this shittery?
Oh, and Shang-Chi, like That's when that
SFC.
movie became trash to me. As soon as he came in the movie, it was half a good movie.
Come on, the movie was good though.
I'm
Come
talking about Trevor Satterley. No,
Is
it's not.
is
half
it
a
wrong
good
to
movie.
say I
it
actually would like prefer if they just played it as the character? He was
Yes,
playing
that
in the movie?
everybody wanted that.
Yeah,
Max.
we
That's what
all
we
wanted
wanted.
that, but they
we
Because
all
it was
wanted
really
that.
over the top and intense, like
Ben
that.
Kingsley
that
as the
trailer
Mandarin?
where they say
I loved it.
a terrorist
You'll
attack.
never see me coming. He was
Oh,
great,
that was
bro.
so tight.
He was
And
so
then-
good, bro.
I liked it, but like when
Wearing
was
the
good?
10 rings in
Shang-Chi?
the previews, he was wearing the 10 rings, man. I'm pissed. Now I'm triggered.
He should be
Adrian
top
Toombs.
3. Come on.
Adrian Toombs is good. I like him in the top 5.
Adrian Toombs, yes. I like.
And then Sony just
I don't agree with this one.
Oh, I agree with
no.
this.
Winwoo is good.
Winwoo
Like,
Winwoo
he's
is
a
good.
Yes,
Winwoo was good.
Winwoo.
He's
I
more
think
of a-
that
yeah,
I think
but-
Adrian Toombs is a better villain, so maybe I just would flop.
I loved
Just
Michael
watch them.
Keaton in that movie.
His
too,
song
man.
was good too. though.
Thanos is number 3.
What?
We know
No.
who number 1
No.
is.
He better not be, man. Shut up. There's no way anyone's
Killmonger's
better than
number
Thanos
2.
yet.
Killmonger's number
Killmonger.
2.
Killmonger, baby.
Killmonger's number 2.
Killmonger.
Killmonger
Militant
and
black
Wanda.
man coming up.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Oh, no,
Oh, I forgot about
Loki.
Loki. Loki's a
But
great
he's,
villain.
where is Killmonger? He's like,
Loki
You
number
know where he
one.
is. You know where he
Give
is.
me number
You
one.
know where he is, Ashley. You know where he is.
yes,
Yes.
yep, facts.
He is a
facts,
great
facts,
villain,
facts,
and I
facts,
love
facts.
Michael B. Jordan,
And I
but
love
he's not
Thanos.
better than
Wakanda
Thanos.
forever.
I love
Wakanda
Thanos.
forever.
I love Thanos. But Killmonger, after that, the
Wakanda
rewatch I did,
forever. Yes.
He is.
He is-
He was going to be my number 3. Killmonger was going to be my number 3.
I love
What did you
Thanos.
eat, Eddie? What did
Thanos
you
is
eat?
trash.
But Thanos should be
I was eating some
number
nachos,
2.
man.
Yes, Aubrey. It's the year of the militant black man. Remember?
Yo, Dan, y'all getting on
Wow,
my
people,
shit.
this is
It's
really
a joke. It's a
Yo,
joke.
I think it's-
I
I
think
can't
no,
really
this is
believe
really
it.
getting people triggered this way. I
love
think
it.
Because I'm only
I
triggered.
don't know if I could put him above Thanos. though.
I
Exactly.
think I can.
Thanos
I
wiped
love
out
Thanos.
entire
I love Thanos.
generations. He wiped out
I love
entire
Thanos.
planets. He wiped out entire
He's
universes.
an idiot. He's a fucking idiot.
Nah, I don't agree with this
I
either.
don't.
I think
I think
it's
that
overrated.
Thanos should be number 2.
Thanos number 1, Killmonger number 2, Loki number 3. That's what my list would be.
Well, technically now in my heart, Wanda is number 1.
Wanda's new.
Okay.
Though. She's a rookie
Wanda's
on the
number
All-Star
1.
squad.
Say it
Ashley.
again.
Killmonger was a rookie.
Ashley's top
That's what I'm
3. Okay,
saying.
go ahead.
I want to hear your top 3. Ashley.
Wanda. I'll go. Wanda's number 1. Okay. Number 2 is Killmonger, and number 3 is Thanos.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Wait,
And
number
4
three
is
who?
Zemo. Number 4 is Zemo, and number 5 is Loki.
Zemo's on there
Okay.
for me too. Yeah, Zemo would be in my top 5.
And I know DL hates Zemo, so
I love
RKO,
Zemo.
top
Zemo's
3,
trash
top 3.
as well.
You could give
Uh,
top 5 if
Raimi.
you want. You could do top 5, I guess.
5. Okay, so, geez. I guess 1 would be Killmonger. 2 would be Loki. 3 would be Wanda. 4 would be. Jeez. 4 would be Hela. 5 would be. Who would 5 would be?
You're having trouble, really?
Yeah, I'm having
Really?
trouble. Yeah, I'm having trouble.
Really?
Oh,
who have you named? Okay, so you went
th-
Killmonger, Wanda. I've already forgot. I have it back.
Hella than Loki.
no. I
Loki.
said Killmonger, Loki, Wanda, Hela,
Hella.
and then
Thanos.
no.
He doesn't
Really?
like
He's not
him.
even in your top 5 yet?
Adrian Toombs, Mysterio.
Oh, you know what? Yes, thank you, Vulture. Yes, thank you.
Vulture's great.
Vulture,
Vulture's a
yes.
great villain, man.
All
There we
right.
go.
Number 1, Apocalypse. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
I like Apocalypse though. I don't.
Yeah, we
I do,
know.
but I don't.
We know
you
that
think-
trash-ass
you think
movie.
I don't
Killmonger,
get
hold
on
on,
that
bro,
too.
Dan. You think Killmonger was predictable? There was nothing predictable
no,
about
no.
that dude, man. What do
You know what? New crew, you on my hit
All right,
list.
My top 5. Number 1, Thanos.
Okay.
Number 2. I'm trying to decide if I want to go number 2 with Scarlet Witch or Killmonger.
WandaVision.
Hey, listen. In my defense, I didn't know Wanda was allowed to be on the list.
No, she's a villain now.
Yeah,
she's
she was a villain.
I think Scarlet Witch's action was cooler, but I would go with Killmonger because his story was more intriguing me.
too.
Yeah.
They both had personal stories, but yeah.
Yeah, they both did, but
Killmonger was a relatable villain. You felt for him.
yes, relatable.
Wanda is too.
Yeah,
well,
I guess because I'm not a woman.
Y'all better put Wanda. Everybody better
no,
put
I can
Wanda
relate
on
to
their
it, but
list.
You can relate to loss and longing.
Yeah.
Sacrifice.
And maybe being, sad.
Yeah.
At some time in life, So, but I get it. Yeah.
I would go 3 Wanda. 4, now that I rewatched that list, as a villain, Winter Soldier was pretty badass.
Yeah.
Before he turned back. Yeah.
Just marking motherfuckers.
And then let me see. Loki? I like Loki, but not as a villain as much as I just like Loki.
Yeah, he's a great villain, man. He really is. He's the trickster. I want to ask Ashley something.
I was almost gonna say number 5, Justin Hammer, because I wanted. I would like. Cool. I think there's a lot of No, I'm gonna go Ultron. Ultron number 5. I like the Ultron.
What? In my top
Okay.
10.
DL just.
Ashley, you have a lot of these movies memorized, right?
What's wrong with Ultron? I like Ultron.
You want me to give you a list? I'll give you a list.
And then if Apocalypse was in the MCU,
Max,
might be
just
in
don't.
number 5.
Oh, okay.
Just don't.
Okay, goodbye.
Oh wait, no. If the X-Men were in the MCU, definitely Magneto would be up there.
Yeah, I'm saying you could put Apocalypse over
Anthony?
Magneto. Like, come on, bro.
Well, technically they are now.
Anthony.
Ashley, that made me laugh.
Yeah, Max has yielded his time to Anthony.
He
Ladies
went
and
all
gentlemen.
congressional on you. I didn't
Oh, we
figure out
got it
what
by-
you meant for a second. I gotta mute my mic. That was funny.
Did I
Kill
put the wrong
the
thing?
porn bots.
I thought I
got
it.
it. I got it.
Yeah, thank you, Broden.
Wait, is it my
Ultron
turn?
was
Max
actually
has yielded
good.
his time.
I like Ultron. But I
It's
was
more
talking about
subtle than you
Apocalypse.
realize when you rewatch it, and just like Apocalypse is more subtle than you realize. Some of his
No.
voice acting.
No, it's not.
They actually did
Okay.
some really cool
No,
stuff with
it's
his
not.
voice too.
You yield your time to Anthony below you, please. Anthony. I'm just kidding.
Please talk, Anthony.
I say number 1, Thanos, Killmonger, Wanda, and then 4th will be Loki. No, Hela, and then let's see, and then Vulture. Yeah.
Can it be an animal? Because I didn't get a number 5. I only gave you guys 4. Can mine be that weird
Sure.
dragon from the end of Shang-Chi?
Oh,
That's not a
serpent-
villain. That's the
serpent
great
thing?
protect.
Yeah.
Which one? The
No, I gotta
Dweller
put
in
Wanda
Darkness?
on there. I gotta
Are
put.
you
I'm
talking about
just
the
kidding.
Dweller in Darkness?
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Wanda would be in my top 5. She'd be my number 2 after Thanos. I didn't know she was an option.
For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I
Eddie?
think she's an option now.
Eddie
Your
said
top
no.
5 MCU villains.
Eddie, come on, Eddie.
Let's see. The
Eddie's your
Collector.
night.
The Collector, the Supreme Intelligence, Aisha, Frost Giant number 5.
What?
Okay, guys. So anyway, he's yielded his whole time.
He said Frost Giant number 5.
Frost Giant number 5. Aisha.
I don't even know who the fuck Aisha is.
At first, I was like the Collector. I was like, okay, maybe, and then I was like, nah.
The Collector and What If?
Yeah. I also said the Supreme Intelligence because
Oh, I did. You know who I did like though? The people that worked under Thanos, they were badass.
Oh, the Black
girl-
Order?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
those
Black
guys
Order.
are dope, man. That
We
girl's
saw them in
amazing.
What If, though.
The Children of Thanos. But Eddie, really, what's your true blue real list? Okay.
First one is Wanda. Second one is Loki. Third one is Thanos. Fourth one is Killmonger. And fifth one is
Come on, Hela.
I'm
You
thinking
love
about it.
Hela. It's got to be Hela, right? You love Hela.
Ooh, I gotta go Vulture.
That's
All right. Now,
Goodness.
top 5, including all Marvel movies.
Oh, I can't do that. Yet.
I'm
Oh, my favorite
Galactus?
villain of
No,
all
kidding.
time, believe it or not, Mr. Sinister. I love Mr. Sinister.
I'm going to say Magneto is number 1 ahead of Thanos.
Are you talking? Oh, you're talking about villains, just
Yeah.
villains. I thought you were talking about
in Marvel
films. I was
movies.
like, I can't rank these movies.
No.
You mean like Marvel across, not just MCU,
not just
all of
MCU.
Marvel.
You better
Got
be able
it.
to rank these movies eventually. That's
No,
what
I would say
I
I
can't
would
rank
say
them right
Magneto
now.
is the best villain ever.
He's my favorite.
Either
He
version,
is my
either
favorite.
version.
Him
I
and
like
Mr.
Bro,
Sinister.
I said Professor X.
Then I'd say Thanos still number 2. I'm trying to see if I should put Doc Ock in there.
He's doodoo.
No, he's not.
From
No,
Spider-Man
he's good.
2.
He's good. He's good for that movie. He's a great villain for that
I
movie.
just
love
realized
Doc
that the
Ock,
end of Doctor Strange, that the same thing happened in Spider-Man 2.
I'd say maybe Doc Ock number 3.
He said he's doo-doo.
Oh wait, does Green Goblin count as an MCU villain now? Since
He actually does count as an MCU villain.
I need to change my list.
villain.
I need to change my list. I need to
He
change
didn't
my
say
list.
MCU. He
What's
said
the
all of
different
Marvel for this top
The
five.
first list, he's talking about the first list. He
Okay,
needs to
so
change his first list
Magneto,
because he was in it.
Thanos, Dr. Ock number 3. Then I'd say Killmonger number 4, the Scarlet Witch number 5. So that changed significantly because of Magneto in there. Magneto's just awesome. Oh wait, I could put Apocalypse in there.
No,
Yeah, I thought you were gonna do that.
I thought for sure he was going to put Apocalypse in there.
Apocalypse number 5. Apocalypse number 5.
Oh, you just give me. Oh,
I just bounced Scarlet Witch for Apocalypse.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
All right, deal with it.
So this is film and TV.
Film and
Film
TV.
and TV, yeah.
Oh god, now I gotta think even harder.
What?
Oh no, I forgot Kingpin.
Yeah, Kingpin.
I was like,
Cottonmouth.
No one's gonna say Kingpin.
Kingpin bounces Killmonger. I'm sorry. Kingpin was amazing.
Kingpin, bro.
Kingpin in the Daredevil
he was
not
doo-doo, bro.
good
He
point,
was
Ashley.
doo-doo, bro.
So
Bro.
all right, Kingpin then. All right, Killmonger is better than Apocalypse, so the Apocalypse just got bounced.
Oh, thank you.
Oh
my
wow.
God.
Guys,
Wow, me and Sideways are on the same page here because Mr. Purple, that's a scary ass villain, man.
yeah,
All right.
he's a
Ashley,
Predator.
are you going out top 5? It could be shows, movies, any Marvel. That's great. That's this great point. There are some great Marvel show villains. Yes.
Sure.
well, so my 1 and 2 is basically the same because it's Kingpin from Daredevil, then it's Kingpin from Into the Spider-Verse. Okay, then number 3 would be Green Goblin, and then number 4 would be Wanda, and number 5 would be Killmonger. That's how
Our
easy
whole
my
list was
is.
almost Spider-Man villains.
I mean, like
Spider-Man.
my favorite, like to me, the best superhero movie of all time is Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the
So.
Spider-Verse.
I agree.
That's my
agree.
favorite. It's
Spider-Man
Brodan's.
movie.
I can speak for
Yes.
Brodan on this one. That is also his favorite superhero movie of all of them. He loves that movie.
So yay!
Okay, DL. Top
Okay.
5.
So pretty much everything just is going to be pushed back because top 3 is now Magneto, Green Goblin, Kingpin, and then everything I said before is comes down. So I guess then Killmonger and then Loki. I guess technically everyone just
No
pushed back.
Thanos?
So
Everyone-
who's
fuck Thanos.
So who's 1 and 2 now?
1 is Magneto and 2 is Green Goblin.
Okay. See, I don't like the X-Men's Magneto that much. He's cool, but not that cool.
I mean,
What's
I get what you're saying, but it's like I still thought like
I mean, I like
Fassbender
more.
I thought both versions were good, but definitely Fassbender had more to chew
Yeah.
up as far as
I think they just gave
I
some.
think he just comes in at number 6 for me.
I think they just gave some.
He's really
I think
good.
they just gave some breaking news that possibly Jamie Lee Curtis might be in the Guardians.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that she's been after she did you see what she was doing?
Yeah, I
on
did.
Twitter?
Oh yeah, she was
Like, I think
dissing
I feel like
Marvel.
I think that was like a whole thing because now apparently because in that Instagram post she's like, I guess I'll never be cast in a Marvel movie.
I didn't even pay attention to New Cruise.
I don't
like,
think she
hours
talks like that,
later-
actually, but okay. I don't think that's
Okay,
how
I
she
just
talks.
do accents like how I
No,
like,
yo, Kevin Feige's like, you want to be in a Marvel movie? We got you. Come
she's
on.
like for sure.
Ian
For
McKellen was great.
sure.
See, this Andrew guy gets it, man. I don't know
Yeah,
how
Ian
the fuck
McKellen
he had
was
me.
great.
He had me blocked just because I'm not a
He's
big
not
Tobey Maguire
horrible.
fan.
Okay, I'm not saying he's horrible. He's not a bad actor. He is good, but the films are not that great.
Actually,
And I
let
feel
me.
like he doesn't give him a lot to work with at times.
Yes, you
Yeah,
missed
actually,
the spoiler.
let me
Kevin.
switch that. Green Goblin, I think, should switch because like there was like
Yes,
a
you
couple
did,
movies where,
Devin.
Yes, you
where
did.
Magneto wasn't that great. So Green Goblin was great in both appearances in the first Spider-Man movie and No Way Home. Like
I thought we were just talking villains in general, man. Like Magneto would be like overall my favorite villain from the cartoon, TV show, and movies. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
that's
you're
what I
lying.
thought we were talking about.
He's the most relatable to me. Like there's more. There's other relatable
Hell
ones like
no.
Killmonger, Scarlet Witch, but
Wanda is
yeah.
I like the relatable villains. That's why
Zemo, I feel is like Zemo's relatable.
Zemo's super relatable. What would you
I
do if someone
think-
lost your family? How would you act? You know?
DL things.
But no love
I mean,
for
Loki
Mr.
is
Sinister?
relatable. Loki is relatable.
No love for Sinister. None from anybody. Mr. Sinister's a great
He was
villain.
never in live action. He was never
in live action, which was a
Dude,
shame.
You just said it could be from TV shows. The
Yeah.
X-Men animated series is a TV show.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're gonna be here all
yeah.
day. Then what about
No,
Doctor Doom?
my
What
list
about
stays the same.
I
Galactus?
know Doctor Doom, Galactus. Yeah, I was thinking about Doctor Doom. I was like, I didn't even put Doctor Doom on this list.
gonna be
Galactus.
here
Well,
all day.
Doctor Doom was okay in the first Fantastic Four. It could have been a lot cooler. though.
No,
He didn't do horrible though. He didn't do
Honestly,
And
I don't
then,
think
I
this
tell
list is
ya,
a possibility because we're going to
he-
keep remembering things
He was
like Galactus.
amazing in Fan Four Stick.
Oh,
Wait,
you
he's not
mean
in that
Victor,
movie.
the radioactive crash test dummy? Victor, the radioactive crash test dummy. That's what he was.
Anthony, what's your top 5 if you include villains from shows and other Marvel, not just MCU?
Darkseid's number one. And
Darkseid.
Yeah, I got
no,
one per. That
I thought we were doing Marvel. Did you say Marvel?
No, blah. Oh,
You are canceled.
damn, bro. Shit.
Are you
So
there?
many good villains, though.
Yeah, I
but-
knew you were full of
I-
shit, bro, Dan, because you won't shut up about Doctor Doom. That's all he talks about. We need a good
I
Doctor
say-
Doom.
I
When
say
we do
good-
need a good Doctor Doom.
Green Goblin, the
Okay.
No Way Home version, because he was garbage in Spider-Man 1.
Hey, no. He
You
was
know,
great in the
That's
first.
I'll allow it.
Oh.
I'll
He was
allow
the
it.
same guy.
He
He's
did
not
better.
the same
I think he
Goblin.
did better in.
Relax,
No Way
bro.
Home.
Yeah, don't take it seriously. I'm good.
Let him
Damn.
voice his opinions
Relax.
in
He
his
said
very
everything is due to
Yeah,
his
I'll
head.
say,
Tell.
in his very
No.
thick accent.
I think he's number one. Number two is Wanda, in my opinion. And then, damn, I like Magneto, but he's old as fuck. Oh, but I say Kingpin, and then Magneto.
You just killed Ashley.
Yes.
You did. You
Hey,
guys. You gotta turn the camera off.
Yeah, I say Magneto, then
And with the accent, Ashley mixing the accent. Oh my fucking god.
oh damn.
Anthony never change. Anthony never change.
And I'll put Thanos on top 5. Sure. Yeah. So. Kingpin's a masterpiece. Though.
Eddie,
Come on, Eddie.
can
Wake
you
up.
get off Twitter
Wake
and
up.
answer the questions?
Wake up.
He doesn't even know what we're talking about.
He done turned the light off. He's getting sleepy.
Do you know what we asked?
Yeah, but the 5 minutes of everything Marvel TV shows,
okay.
not
Pay
just
attention.
MCU, but the other stuff as well.
Yeah.
Let's see. Galactus from Rise of the Silver Surfer. Bullseye from Daredevil movie. The guy who shot Uncle Ben in the first Spider-Man.
Yo.
Eddie, you should do a deadpan top 5 MCU villains, and you'll get so many comments on that
Yo,
video.
Eddie is fucking brilliant, man. First he said Frost Giant number 5. Now he said the guy who shot Uncle Ben.
Oh god.
That's funny, man.
Let's see. I think
You mean Sandman? You mean Sandman?
Yeah, he has comedic talent.
Oh yeah, he does. He does. Oh yeah, I was laughing at something from a stream the other day. It cracked me up.
You're not. Well, did they?
Hello, guys. It is me. Hello.
Hi, Axel.
Hello.
Hello.
No seriousness. Let me think. I'll choose Green Goblin. I think I'll choose Kingpin from Daredevil. The show, not that bullshit.
Hawkeye shit.
Dang, he said not that. Like which one? The
Bro, he
movie,
was good, bro.
SnyderVerse,
What are you talking about?
or Daredevil?
The show Daredevil, but now now he's in the MCU. So
2003.
I like the
Michael Clark
Kingpin from
Duncan.
the Daredevil movie too.
Yeah, he was.
man, I didn't really like him that much.
The
Michael Clark
fight scene was
Duncan.
pretty legit.
The third one I'll choose Magneto.
She's old as fuck.
Yeah, I mean he was still good for what he was given.
So what?
You're
so
ages, Anthony.
Bro, the X-Men timeline does not make sense at all.
It doesn't. I agree. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It's like the DCEU.
I want to say that, man.
I think it's worse. It's like
it's
there's
worse.
no the continuity is all over the place. Like at least there's some sense of continuity in the DCU.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase it. I keep forgetting. So I said Green Goblin.
MCU.
I said Magneto, Kingpin, Loki, and I guess Thanos.
I guess Thanos.
You guess Thanos?
Fuck Thanos.
Thanos?
Yeah.
Actually
Fuck
loves
Thanos.
Thanos. He just
Fuck
doesn't.
Thanos.
He just doesn't want anybody to know.
Man, yeah, fuck Thanos.
All right, Chris. Now top 5 for all Marvel projects, live action
Magneto,
or animated too.
Magneto, then Thanos, then Mr. Sinister, then Kingpin, and then all those guys that
Where was Mr. Sinister in?
X-Men. And then all those guys that keep saying bro in Hawkeye.
Oh, hell no.
Oh my
You
god.
gotta let this show go. You gotta let this show go.
No, and then I want to put Wanda in there because she's new and she's got a special place in my heart. Wanda's got to be in the top 5 at least, man.
Tracksuit.
Hey, yo, bro.
Those guys were funny, bro. I found her. They were funny, man.
Bro,
Bro,
we're stupid, bro.
I had trucks that said "Trust a bro."
Do you have the top 5 Axel, top 5 Marvel villains?
Easy. Green Goblin, Doctor Doom, Magneto.
Magneto.
Yeah, Magneto.
Well, I mean, not just comics. You mean in the live action that you enjoyed their performances in the movies?
Oh. Loki. And who else? Maybe Thanos. I don't know.
Nice.
Yeah, people snoozing on Thanos. He's a great villain. Thanos is a great
Bro,
villain.
Thanos is
No, he's
trash,
not.
bro.
I think recast.
He's a really good villain, but
Oh, he got his
They made him
head
too
chopped off,
soft.
bro. Come on.
They made him too soft.
I think if the
he
tracksuit
was
mafia had
philosophical, he
powers,
wasn't
they could have
soft.
stopped Thanos.
Steel was
Oh
killing
my
people. I don't think
gosh.
he was soft.
Chris, just no.
I
Who the
just
fuck
like
is the
that show. I
tracksuit?
can't help. Ashley rolled her eyes. They almost touched the top of her skull when I said that.
Yeah, you probably don't want to
Went
tune
full
into my live
Undertaker.
stream.
Here-
You probably don't want to
there's-
tune
here's
into my
some
live
Who
good
stream.
doesn't? Who doesn't? I want to.
Say what?
I want to tune into your live stream. Send me a
Oh,
link for it.
Okay, cool. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I do too.
I come into your
Cool.
live streams all the
Don't say
time. Why
much.
try
Can't
to?
talk.
Sure. Oh,
Yeah, goodbye. I'm out.
Hey, this is good news. This is
Yeah, how can
actually
you say that? We did the whole Dark Knight Rises together. What are you
Marvel
talking about?
Studios Miss
I
Marvel
know,
will
it's
get
just-
Yeah, but this
theatrical
is
release in
overseas.
Pakistan.
We've been doing this
Yeah,
for like 2
theatrical.
years.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the theaters, in the theater.
In the
That's great.
theater.
Yeah, the tickets is gonna
I'm
cost
really, I'm really
$5 a
looking
piece.
forward to her
Protect her
character
union,
because
man.
of the game, The Avengers.
She's not similar to the game, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there are no stretchy powers.
You haven't seen it
That
yet.
game
How
was
do you
garbage as
know?
hell too.
The crystal, the thing that she has on her hands will give her the trusty power.
And I
It was from
really
Terrigen
hope.
Mist until they
I
changed
really,
it.
my expectations are that there has to be a Captain Marvel cameo in
Yeah,
that show.
probably.
Why?
There has
Maybe
to
at the
be.
end, like probably at the end.
Yeah, I'm
because
watching
they-
the last
because
episode.
because she's
Disappointed.
gonna be in the Marvels,
Oh
possibly.
yeah, she is one of the 3 that's going to
Yeah,
be in the Marvel.
and
If,
her whole
if
character
it's
is
not
like
Captain
she's-
Marvel, well, I mean, I feel like it would be.
And her a lot of her character is that she's like a super fan of Captain Marvel.
Yes,
That's how she
she
starts
is.
out.
Mhm.
So if they do not bring Brie in, I would be very disappointed in that.
They're not
Don't
going to
forget
not
the
bring Brie
Inhumans
in.
is not
She's
the
already
MCU.
she's already been cameoed in lots of movies, Captain Marvel. Why
Yeah,
not? for
they're
this
they're
one?
not going to not bring Brie in.
Okay.
Like, I
No,
They're
you
gonna
realize you
not-
could do
You just say
TVs.
they're gonna not.
they're not gonna not bring.
Yes, they
They're not
are.
gonna leave Brie out of her
Yes,
own
they
movie.
are.
Is what I'm saying. Like
I'm
she's
talking
Captain
about
Marvel.
the show.
Talking about the
Oh,
TV
I
show,
thought you guys were
bro.
talking about the Marvels movie. The Marvels.
No.
Yeah, the next
Okay,
woke
yeah, you ain't got to
shit.
say it all snotty like that. Wow.
I didn't say it's snotty. I just said no. Okay.
Oh.
It's too
DL.
easy. He goes, no. I love it. Who's that?
Okay.
Oh, Eddie. Eddie.
So
again.
Zack Snyder.
Bless it.
Who?
No, I'm just it's just a quick article, and then we'll move on to something else.
Oh, I got my Zack
Just like he
Snyder.
did.
It's purple.
Goodbye.
Zack Snyder's Justice League storyboard artist teases Ben Affleck's Batman movie.
Yeah,
which
we've
we
been
probably
doing
will
this for
not
like
get.
a week.
Yeah, that's
We've
really
been
cool.
doing this.
Doesn't mean
Yeah,
it's gonna
he
happen,
showed
though.
concept
Look
art.
at that. That's
No,
awesome.
no, go back to the Deathstroke. Go back to Deathstroke.
Yeah.
Deathstroke.
Wow.
What could have
And,
been.
That would have been a great project.
Man,
That would've been.
that's all we've ever wanted
How
was a
bonerific
standalone
is
Batman
that?
versus Deathstroke, and we can't get it. I don't
Man,
know.
that
what
shit
to
was
do.
It probably, I'll be honest, it probably would have made more money than the Batman because Ben Affleck is a
I
big
don't know. It's a Snyder.
Yeah,
movie.
see,
That-
but let's
that-
argue.
that-
No,
Batman versus Deathstroke would have been pretty.
That shit would have got 27 on Rotten Tomatoes and shit. Get out.
No,
of here.
no, come on. Regardless of how you feel about the SnyderVerse,
The movie would have been 7 hours long.
No, even Jim Lee, everybody said that the script was good for the Batfleck movie.
Hey,
They even
Krypton,
say
say,
it.
man.
I even said the movie was good.
But
Yeah,
let's go.
so,
Let's
you
go
know.
around the panel.
Snyder.
Regardless of what you think about Snyder, Batman versus Deathstroke, theatrical film, really go hardcore to that storyline. Come on, that would get good box office.
Absolutely, I absolutely love the idea. That's all I've ever wanted was Deathstroke versus Batman. That's all I've ever wanted.
And then WB.
That's all I ever wanted too.
If they spam the box office,
It's
then
all
yeah.
I ever wanted.
Are you being
in life. I
sarcastic
never
or are you
wanted
being
anything
serious,
more than
Ashley?
stuff.
Yeah, that's all I've
You being
ever
serious?
wanted. Yeah.
Batman and
yeah.
Deathstroke. I just want to
Yeah.
see.
Can you guys stop glitching out? It's really, or maybe it's me. It's not you. It's
talking
me.
So,
Axel, you
I'm not
seem
talking to myself. You guys keep glitching out all the time.
Well,
Oh, we're fine.
I think
That's
it's
young,
something going on with
Australian.
StreamYard.
Yeah. Did we like Multiverse of Madness?
Yeah, I like someone's
You missed the
mind.
whole
You
first
missed the
part.
whole
of the
first
show.
Axel. I like
You're not doing this
someone's
shit
mom.
again, bro.
Yeah, everybody, what is your score?
Happy birthday,
Happy
Kryptons.
birthday.
I
to
don't
you.
care.
There you go. Happy
happy
birthday.
You know what you
All
should do?
I
You
want
should-
for my birthday is a big. Never mind.
for your birthday, you should treat yourself and go see Doctor Strange.
There is actually some important news from the Discovery front
Breaking.
Goodbye.
that I
Uh-oh, yeah, right.
We
still
haven't seen the
doesn't
breaking
mean
news
anything,
yet.
but,
You got to play it.
David
Max.
Aslas.
Did we play it for you?
Max, play the breaking news thing.
I'll play it.
I love it when you look down.
I get it.
I'm
I
looking
do.
for the.
I don't know what is it titled Breaking News? I've never played it before. Let's see.
Hold on. What is the title? Damn it! My stuff is so disorganized.
Mine is too, but I know what it is.
It just says RP replay. It's just 5 seconds.
Okay, I got it. I think I saw it. Where is it?
Ashley has administrative powers on your channel.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because I'm a G.
Of course.
I'm a G. I'm a G. I don't see it, Max. Like, am I blind?
No, it's right under drunk.
Drunk.
Breaking news, Brian's
Video
back.
clips and video clips.
Yeah, Brian can do
drunk,
it.
huh?
Brian's here. Thank God. I'll let Brian do that.
What happened now?
Breaking
news.
Breaking
I couldn't see it.
Oh, Brand.
Breaking news.
Give me a second here. God damn it.
Brian's like, man, this place would fall apart if I didn't come around.
I can find it,
Shit.
but like I get anxious.
I got
and
it.
then I'm like, I
I
don't
got
see
it.
it. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Wow, DL's just now following me back after like 6 months or some shit. That's
I'm
incredible.
sorry. I thought I did. I thought I did it.
Well, thank
Don't you love the
thank
part when he looks down like, you guys okay?
I love it.
But yeah, we're like when you and
wrote it. Okay, I'm about to head out. He just got here. Hey,
But yeah,
Brian,
when you
how's
and
it go over there?
I went good. I was so happy to talk about something besides goddamn Doctor Strange.
We talked
I can't
about other
believe
stuff.
I just saw a movie and I'm sick and tired of talking about it already.
Yeah,
How many times have you talked
Hey,
about it?
I guess go
once,
force for you,
and
right?
that's all it took. No,
guess
I
go
was
force
happy
for
to
you.
talk Star Trek. Okay, so when I was watching Doctor Strange, all I kept thinking, especially when I saw, Professor Xavier, was, man, I can't wait to talk about Star Trek afterwards.
Oh, because Picard just finished.
That's really how
Picard's
we all
finale
feel.
was amazing. I loved it. And
Oh,
Strange
really?
New Worlds is fucking awesome. Excuse my language, but go check it out, please. Really,
Alright.
goddamn.
That's my weekend watch list because
So
you know
since
Monday,
you
bro.
sounded so enthusiastic about superheroes, rate your top 5
gotta curb your
MCU villains. Or no, it doesn't have to be MCU. It could be other Marvel villains. It could be TV shows.
There's that Sand guy. I think he was cool.
Oh God, come on.
And then there was the guy. Yeah, and then there was that one guy that had the ears and the weird looking face.
Green Goblin.
But it was in that Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie. That was my favorite Goblin.
Really?
Brian is trolling right now.
Hey, the
You're
Amazing
welcome.
Spider-Man 2 is better than.
Brian, you should have heard Eddie. He listed off the guy that shot Uncle Ben and Frost Giant number 5.
And Alicia. And Alicia.
Frost Giant number 5 is my favorite.
Yeah,
That's some shit right there, bro.
But she's coming back with that,
Woo, God.
Anyway, breaking news. What was it? Max?
Well, what was the breaking news? I
Well,
forgot.
we didn't get Is that your real top 5? You can't,
I honestly, dude, I haven't given it that much thought. If I'm going to be serious,
There's Thanos. There's
Thanos is pretty
Killmonger,
cool.
Scarlet Witch, Loki, Kingpin.
Well, I mean, if you ask Andrew
Magneto.
Casale, it's me now.
Because you didn't say the real Green Goblin. He's upset.
All right.
Well,
Well,
but I don't know, man.
Oh, there's so many great ones. All right.
I like Star Trek.
Let's go to the breaking news. Fine, we'll do top
Who's
5
your
Star
favorite
Trek
villain?
villains.
I can give you the
At
top
end.
2.
Who's your favorite? Khan and the board.
Khan and the board. Yep, I agree.
Done.
All right. So, Syl's retweeting this, and there's a whole article from Variety out. Scenarios being discussed include, because it says Mike DeLuca, Pam Abdi in talks to join Warner Brothers Discovery exclusive.
Oh yeah, I heard about that yesterday. I think.
So
Goodbye, Walter.
Well, that's what people are saying. I don't know. Scenarios being discussed, including having
This one I
DeLuca
might
and
actually
Abdi
believe. I might actually believe this one, Max. I think I
launch a
can.
movie label
Believe
within
it
the
or not,
Warner
it
Brothers
might be
Pictures
happening.
Group. Hold on, let me finish this part. It's not that long. Or enlisting them to take roles within the division itself. A key negotiating point to securing the pair would be allowing them access to DC Entertainment in some capacity as producers with rights to develop characters and properties. 2 sources added. Maximizing DC's output is a top priority for Warner Brothers. Discovery CEO David Zaslav. Variety previously reported achieving that does not exclude a creative and management overhaul. And then still highlighted that to say hashtag Mikey was right.
Well, I don't know if that means Hamada's gone, but I could believe one or both of these people.
Well, the other thing that's interesting, a lot of the critics that said just status quo. What? It's not fake news. It's from Variety.
Isn't that
It's
fake
crazy.
news?
Like once you talked about him, Jarvo showed up and everything too to say this fake news.
That's his. You know that's Matt's thing, man. Matt.
That's it. That's his spider
Fake
sense.
news.
It's
He's
here.
got that spider
this
sense,
is,
bro.
No, but
This
it
is
is
from-
actually
this is
it is an
Variety.
actual quote from the article.
Yeah, this is from Variety. And Matt, you're you're one of the critics that said that they don't have a lot of money to be pumping into DC. And in this article, although it is through the lens of the writer, said that DC is a priority. DC output is a priority. I'm still not saying that means SnyderVerse anything. I'm just saying this is significant, though. Anyone have any takes on this?
Of course, DC is like that's their price stallion.
Of course, DC will be the output.
That's their main money if they get their shit together. What else does
And
Warner
Harry
Brothers
Potter.
have? No,
Harry
no,
Potter.
that's our.
Well,
that's
I'll
just
send
DOA.
Matt a link.
No,
just
it's
to
not
see.
DOA.
I want to hear what Matt has to say.
It's not
about it.
DOA. We're waiting for adult Harry Potter.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause
any
Fantastic Beasts just did so good.
Ashley, you
No,
have any
that's a
thoughts
flop.
on this? What it could mean, or
It's tight.
do you think anyone's like extremely safe considering that they're looking at new people? I
think Walter Amada is safe, but that's just my opinion.
Okay, sure.
I don't think that he's going anywhere anytime soon.
What about Toby?
I think he's gone.
What about Toads?
But
I would love to get Matt's opinion on this, if he's available.
I already know what Matt's gonna say.
Well, he said fake news, but he might just
Yeah.
been joking. DL, anything there? You think? Do you still think Hamada and Emmerich are safe, even though they're looking at these other people and that they might be involved with DC output?
I really wish I could say. I'm not really sure. Like as far as like corporate people and executives coming in and out, like I don't have a good reading on that. Like the only thing I can hope is that whoever is running the ship at Warner Brothers and or DC, that they're actually competent. That's all I really care about.
Yeah.
Hamada, I don't have a lot of trust in right now, as everyone else. So, but like, I don't know if this means that he's going to be booted out, because I don't know if there's like a really good reason for him to. But from an executive standpoint, not just like the fans be like, "Oh, these movies suck," and blah, 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 blah. No, from an executive standpoint, I don't really see like a really good reason why they would boot him out right now. But we'll see what happens. So I don't know if there's much I can say about it.
Don't worry, Brian. We're not going to stay on this subject long. It was just a quick breaking news. As soon as Brian gets here, we're done talking about Eddie, Axel, Chris, Anthony. Have anything to add to that?
I'm so overloaded. My circuits are fried over this DC stuff, man. I think it could happen. I think it could happen, but we're not gonna know till it's time. Honestly, I think they should. If it were me, I would just like scrap all of it and start over from scratch.
Lots of people said that. Yeah. Yeah.
Get Kevin Feige, pay him $50 million.
Then I would put James Cameron in charge.
James Cameron in charge.
Are you at least happy? Are you at least happy that they're being very active in exploring options with more executives?
Yeah, I think that's great. It's about time, and they're actually letting the public know instead of holding it close to their chest and making everybody play the guessing game.
Here's some great.
Right now, Zaslav is just trying to get that compass to point true north again. That's all he wants.
Here's some great news that everyone will be happy for. It's actually got pushed
Is it
up.
Cobra Kai?
Yeah.
And in my
I
goal,
watched
and
that
I did
trailer.
it.
It's dope.
I didn't watch it yet.
It's
I
good.
did it in
I haven't seen it either.
I'm
Did
not
it.
playing it here.
Is that
Andy
Michael
Luke-
Keaton?
No.
Oh.
That's Daniel.
This is going to be
LaRusso.
say something right now so bad.
Chosen's here.
but-
Oh, I can't wait. Chosen's
This
Are
is
you a
gonna be
fan
a
of Cobra
good-ass
Kai,
season.
Ashley?
Oh yeah, sure, for sure. Yes,
Okay.
amazing.
Now, I don't think it's as good as people say, but I still really like
Oh,
it.
it's like fun. It's like turning your brain off. It's like
Yeah.
you know, it's like
I still
dodgy acting.
I still
and-
laugh at all these
It's fun.
dudes.
Sounds like the
acting
MCU
it's
to
the
me.
best thing ever. when it's-
no, it
when
sounds
it's-
like the DCEU to
That's
me.
Well, you
a
said
gross
turn your
start
brain
off.
off, so I assume.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
the
and
DCEU.
you-
I mean,
and
Max,
you
there are
also said
episodes
bad
where you
acting.
expect. There are episodes
Yeah,
of this
that's
where you
the
expect the orange
Sure.
Nickelodeon symbol to splat onto the screen.
Yeah, it's like it's a gross
Yeah.
soap opera. Like, but I enjoy it for what it is.
But I love
It
it
is
for what
not
it
a
is.
soap opera.
And
but
outro,
sure.
It's cinema.
Oscar winner.
Sure.
They
Kate
air-
Blanchett, Oscar winner. I can
Ooh.
continue, Eddie.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
Ashley,
sorry, we
I'm
haven't
not trying to
actually-
debate
Dude,
the
score
garbage
some more.
MCU.
I'll allow it. We'll allow it.
Okay, let me tell you,
Uh oh.
you all are great. I came back full time making videos on my channel
Oh, wow.
in March, and there were some haters. So you know what you can do. You can suck it. I won't say
Oh,
the words I would say, but made my goal. You know what I'm saying? Within the amount of time I wanted to get to 500
oh,
by the
congrats.
14th of this month, and I'm at 503. So thank
Oh,
you.
wow. There you go.
That's why I said suck it.
Thousands
You know.
right around the
Oh.
corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there we go. Yay.
Yeah.
Well, he's doing a slow clap.
He's a hater, but he helped me a lot. Posting
I
my
know, you know
videos
what?
on his
Y'all just seem to like.
community and being sweet.
I'm
He's a
not
good
gonna lie. I feel some tension
course.
between y'all, man. I think
Well,
maybe we should
dude.
just
Well,
work
Brian,
that
are
out.
you upset, or are you happy for Cobra Kai? Gonna be, are you up to
I
date on
love
Cobra
it.
Kai?
Of course,
on
you
my
love me.
list.
I'm lovable.
Oh, you haven't watched it yet. Oh,
You have any of it or just the new
Nah,
season?
none of it.
It's fun. It's fun. It's like it's a
Cobra
fun
Kai is a
show.
masterpiece. Cobra Kai is a masterpiece.
It's a masterpiece.
Matt Jarbo has arrived.
I was summoned.
All hail! All hail!
We did a ritual. We did a ritual,
with
a blood ritual and everything to summon you.
Awesome.
Matt Jarbo in the middle. What do you think about that
No,
news?
I wasn't being
about
sarcastic, Matt. I'm actually glad you're
What's
here,
your
man.
hot take on those the Discovery looking at those two executives?
I mean, like, obviously, they're going to shake things up a little bit. It's not going to, they're bringing in. Aren't those two executives? If I'm thinking it's the right article, aren't they the one that are like coming in from another company?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to set up.
yes.
They're going to set up their own little like subdivision. So it's still going to go through Toby Emmerich. It's still going to go through the proper channels to get made, right? They just bring in these people to like run these little, they do like deals with them. Like, what Todd Phillips has an office on the Warner lot because he works with Warner Brothers like all the time. So that's generally what it is. It's not, I mean, it's good for those people, but it's not like it's anything super significant.
I think you're wrong. I think the fact that these two are coming over, we're gonna get the SnyderVerse. That's
Oh my gosh.
Chris doesn't even.
Chris,
he can't
can
even-
I
he
can I
just
ask
wanted
you
to
a
get
question,
started. He
sir?
wanted to get started.
Are you drunk? Like, because
No,
you're talking like you're drunk. You're talking like you're under the influence of something. I
Restoring
don't
the
know.
SnyderVerse.
I'm very, very
it's
high.
happening. It's happening, everyone.
Wait, what? It's
Uh,
happening? Okay,
Very,
well,
very high. Breaking news: the Snyder Cut's back. Just put it out there and see what happens.
Hey, I want to see those extra 40 minutes of the Sam Raimi cut
I
of
really
Doctor
do want
Strange.
to see that. I'm not.
So-
Marvel does not do extended cuts. They will not do it.
I know.
Bro, that was a assembly cut, bro. That doesn't exist. I'm sorry. It's an assembly cut.
Listen, I think Sil and Mikey Sutton were right. Deadpool and Tom Cruise and Wolverine, they were all in that movie.
Well, I mean, they they do go to a particular universe where everything is animated, so it's entirely
That
possible
would be
that.
funny if someone made a video. Look, they're there at that paint splash.
Yeah, do you see that blue and yellow splotch? That's clearly X-Men 97 Wolverine that we see there in the shot.
If you look in the background somewhere, if you squint your eye really good and then look in the back.
Oh, just wait for
I
it.
mean,
It's
X-Men
coming.
97 is canon to them, so
I thought I saw the SnyderVerse in there too in that paint world.
I mean, we saw Spider-Man 2099 though, the universe.
Did we?
Yeah,
The
sort of.
universe.
It's
I
like
gotta
a
watch it
8-bit
again.
Type of thing. It's weird. It's weird animation,
Well,
man.
do you have a top 5 villains now, Matt? Since doesn't have to be MCU, it could be just Marvel movies or shows too. Top 5 villains now that you've seen.
I mean, Wanda was definitely like.
Was she not? Wow.
Well, she was up there for villainy. I
She
still
was a
think
baddie,
Thanos is my favorite because like he's a villain, but you kind of get what he's going for, right? Like I think the best villain. What? I'm not talking. I mean,
He's my favorite villain. Exactly.
The best villains have
for me.
Yeah, the best villains have like a really good idea, but they're going to go about it in the absolute worst way, right? Because you're like, yeah, I mean, like, you know what? Half of people not being around would kind of be cool. But at the same time, you're like, that's really not good. We shouldn't do that, But yeah, no, I think Wanda was good. Thanos is good, man. Killmonger was awesome. I love Killmonger.
Yes.
I think Yellow Jacket is an underrated villain, but then again, I just love
I
Corey
like it. I
Stoll.
like the design of him. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean,
copy of Iron
Obadiah
Monger.
Stane. He's just a mini Obadiah Stane.
kinda, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
And where was Tony Stark in any of these?
Wow, he's like going all full Yoda. Out am I?
Wait, Tony
Stark.
Wait, did Andrew come out?
No.
Fucking wow.
No, he says no one beats
Rails
William
off the
Dafoe.
rails. There
And then
it
he got
goes.
so pissed. He got so pissed that he
What? No, good for him.
He went full Yoda. Out, am I?
Right? He's saying out. Am I? Look, we're only a month away from Pride Month. He's just coming out a little early. I mean, good for Andrew.
I mean, the guy getting no girls.
I don't know.
Man.
I'm not saying.
I no judgment, homie. Just like I'll applaud, man. Rock that rainbow suit. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say you can add Electro to my list of villains. He was amazing.
In no way.
Wait. When in which one? In Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2, or
TASM 2? He was the
okay.
best.
Wow, you're defending TASM 2.
By the way, I would like to say something I didn't get to say earlier. I did not get to say earlier. When that Illuminati shit happened, had Elektra been there, she'd have handed Wanda her ass. Just so y'all know.
Ask your question to Jarbo. Ask your question. What you were asking.
Wait, hold on. What's the question? Now I want to know it.
Okay, so the question, which I think I kind of know the answer because I watched his review, which
I didn't.
Good review, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yours was the first one I watched, Matt. Actually, yeah.
I wasn't even going to do it, to be honest with you, but I'm glad I did. But yeah. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so my question was, we saw the Illuminati, which in my opinion was lackluster, and we, the fan casting, everybody's like, oh, John Krasinski, but to me, I don't feel that he is the right fit for the role. I don't feel that it worked in the course of the film, and I think that he's miscast. What were your thoughts, just specifically?
I think I said something like that. He fell off. He fell off. Like because I saw it. So before I saw the movie, someone had sent me the picture of all of them before they got their asses handed to them. And I was like, oh shit, they actually cast him as, wow, okay. I mean, we all kind of knew it was going to happen. We all kind of figured that. And then he just kind of gave this real demure performance. This, I mean, I don't even know what I'm expecting from Reed Richards. It didn't look that, this is the thing. I wanted to say this on Twitter last night, but I didn't. Coming out of this movie felt more like a 20th Century Fox movie than an MCU movie. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
And that's not a bad thing, where it's it just felt, because it was so imbued with Fox, with those characters. Maybe that's why I was just feeling that. But yeah, I didn't. I mean, when he does the whole the elastic arm thing at Wanda, it felt slow. I'm like, yeah, he's the least intimidating person while he's here. What's going on? But his death was awesome. Yeah, she popped his head.
Yeah.
She just
I mean, but he was given a lot of stuff. Though.
She wrecked shop in that scene, bro.
Man.
And then the second part.
What about Black Bolt?
Oh my god!
Yo, Matt, what do you think about Black Bolt?
Dude, the fact that they got Anson Mount to come back for that was awesome. Yeah. All right, here's the thing: the Inhumans TV show was garbage. It was beyond garbage. It was terrible. It was so bad. I blame Scott Buck for everything. But I've ever since I saw Hell on Wheels, I have adored Anson Mount. So him as Black Bolt was I'm like, all right, cool. And then they got him back with a more accurate costume. And just the way that he died was I was not expecting that. And it legitimately made me go, oh shit, in the theater. So you know,
to come back in MCU?
Yes, I do want him to come back. I do want him to come back in the MCU.
Yeah. Well, he was awesome in Strange New Worlds. The first episode dropped yesterday.
He's in that for real?
Yeah,
he's Christopher Pike.
Oh,
he did great. Yeah,
I heard that's nothing but woke trash. I heard that's woke trash. Though I don't know.
Well, that's all Star Trek these days.
Now that's cap, and you know it, man.
Yeah. But if you guys haven't seen Hell on Wheels, it is.
No, I watched all 5 seasons of it.
That's an amazing show. He was. I would love to see a follow up with that show. With him going on his journey at the end,
I really liked Common in it. That's one of Common's.
Dude, Common is the shit. I love Common.
That, bro.
That's an awesome mashup. The Mandalorian.
Is that a Mandalorian with?
Oh, that's cool.
Yo, what is that's dope.
Damn.
That's
I
cool.
like that.
Yeah.
It's Concord
the
Dawn
artist?
Night. Oh, never mind.
Wait, who's the artist for that?
I don't
I think
know.
I've seen
I
that.
I retweeted it. You can look at my tweet.
Yeah, well, the way that Professor
everybody look at that. Well, what's it about? I don't know.
The way that Professor X died, I did not see that coming.
What are we talking about?
You guys know I haven't actually seen Doctor Strange 2 yet.
Well, it says spoilers on.
Yeah,
If you're in a spoiler stream, and you get no pity from me. You get no pity from me.
I better put this back up.
You know why you clicked on that link?
Yeah. What was it like?
sorry.
I got home last night and like I checked
You're a
the
day
home.
ahead of us, aren't you? You could have saw it by now.
Yeah, I'm a dad, but like still, I don't really
No
care.
excuse. Skip school.
Oh man, no, the whole movie is already on YouTube.
You
Yeah, like the
Margie.
whole, like the,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
you could probably find
No,
it
like even on the
somewhere.
homepage for YouTube last night, I was I got home from the movie and I checked it real quick, and then there was the fight scene was there on the homepage. I'm like,
I'm
what?
so glad
and
I stayed away from that shit, man.
Man, it was
It's
everywhere.
even 720p somewhere too.
Oh yeah, well, what happens is they release the movie in India, and then these guys bootleg it, and then they run their run their website on it, and it's like, all right.
Look, I
was-
told Brodan, I'm staying away from the internet. I don't want no spoilers. I'm going to see it tonight. And Brodan's like, yeah, man, they're spoiling the movie for everybody. This is crazy. They even leaked the part about how dirty Wanda did Captain Carter. And I'm like, dude, Brodan, shut the fuck up.
I got that. Yeah, a guy I know from the UK saw it, and he DMs me like at 2 a.m. He's like, "I just saw it. I didn't care for it. Charlize Theron was miscast," and I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Wow, he ruined the end credit scene for you.
And then I'm like, but I thought, well, here's the thing with that though. I thought she was Sue Storm. So I thought, because I'm like, who's she playing? And then now that I know, I'm all like, oh, okay. But did you guys hear today? Apparently, Jamie Lee Curtis was cast in an upcoming Marvel
Yeah, we
movie.
were just talking about
So
that.
I'm wondering if she's going to be in Doctor Strange 3.
Actually does a really good impression of Jamie Lee Curtis.
When I put something in the I put something in the
Get it out,
private
actually,
chat
without
about
I
laughing.
can't redo it. It's like
Wait, did you? I meant to
I
ask
said
you.
I put something
Ashley,
in the
did
private
you?
chat about it.
How weird is
Oh.
it that me and Ashley were talking shit about the moon god, whatever his name is, Khonshu. Sounds like a golf pro, and I was like, "What's a golf
I
pro
don't see
sound
it,
like?" And she's
Eddie.
like a guy who wears New Balance and this and that. And I said, "I wear New Balance, but they're not the nerdy ones." And she's like, "Yeah, the all blue, the all white ones with the blue end are horrible."
Man, let me
So
guess.
the
You
other
rocked
day,
you rocked British Knights in the early 90s, didn't
No,
you?
but I grabbed my yard shoes to go help my mom, and I didn't realize they were white New Balance with a blue end. So I sent Ashley a video, and I was like, "This is fucked up. I can't believe we talked that up. I can't believe I was wearing those shoes." I laughed so hard. My mom thought I was crazy because she's like, "Why are you laughing? What is so funny?" And I'm like, "Nothing."
You're like, I just fucked up my kicks.
Yeah,
So
no,
here's
I
an
did hard
official
shoes.
pick from the Quantum Leap reboot.
Okay.
Nice.
Is Scott Bakula in it?
Well,
I'm sure
let's
he'll do
read
a
it.
cameo.
I'm gonna make you read it. I'm sure he's involved. I think he probably has a producer. Succeeds Scott Bakula in the lead role. Oh boy, NBC's Quantum Leap revival is officially making the jump from pilot to the series, with Raymond Lee starring in the lead role. According to the Hollywood Reporter, NBC has handed out a formal series order to the Quantum Leap revival with a view to airing the series as part of its 2022-2023 fall schedule. The network released a photo from the sequel, which recently wrapped production, spotlighting the show's new central character, Dr. Ben Song, played by Raymond Lee. I am not reading this whole thing.
I can see the
wait,
chat.
here it
You
is.
guys know I can see the chat, right? I can literally.
Quantum
see the
Leap Start Back is not currently attached to the revival. What? I heard. I covered this before. He previously involved in conversations about returning. Maybe they're keeping him a secret, and it'll be a season one cliffhanger.
Well, him and Belisario fell out a long time ago over something, but you'd think they'd made up by now, you know?
I don't know, man. Hollywood is so out of ideas at this point. It's like,
This is a good series. This is a good concept, though.
I mean, well, Quantum Leap, yeah, but like, there was another
not
show.
having Scott Bakula, though.
I mean, like, but would you rather have like there was a show back in the late 90s called 7 Days, where like they had a time travel machine that could take you back in time 7 days to stop a catastrophe from happening, and that was the premise of the show. That would be a much more interesting reboot than Quantum Leap, because Quantum Leap, unless you're giving Scott Bakula an actual ending to the show and not leaving it with him like out there doing his thing, like give a proper finale, wrap it up. That will make fans happy, and then you bring in a new guy. But it's just they're just out of ideas.
First episode
It's
should be
NBC.
that.
What
The
do you
first
think,
episode
man?
should be them
NBC is not
finding.
good.
Yeah.
The next guy that leaps finds Scott Bakula. That should
Yeah,
be
send Sam home,
first-
or
the pilot.
send
Sam
not
home,
Sam,
yep.
but yeah. Like
If they
Beckett,
try
right?
to
That's his
launch
name.
it without Scott Bakula at all, people are going to get upset.
I don't get
Oh,
mad.
that's okay.
I understand Hollywood's running out of ideas, but I don't get mad at a lot of these reboots or reshoots.
I just
or
don't watch
redos
them.
because maybe the younger generation will get to grow up on the same stuff I did, and they'll dig it as much as I did. Bring back Airwolf, bring back Knight Rider, bring back all that shit. Bring back the A-Team.
Bring back fucking Hunter, dude. Right?
Yeah, Hunter.
Hunter. Or was it
The Hawk. Hawk
Kojak?
is- Yeah. Well,
Get us another. Well, you can't. I mean, Telly Savalas is dead, but you know what? You could find another bald actor with a deep voice who's Italian.
Bryan Cranston.
I'm looking forward to the Monsters. Anyone else looking forward to the Monsters?
No, because I can't stand that. Listen.
Rob Zombie.
No, I'm not going to go. I'm not.
a
Rob Zombie
fan.
is a pretentious shit stain loser
Oh!
who ruined the Halloween franchise, and his music was always overrated.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
I agree.
Whoa.
music,
Hold
I
on.
agree.
Hold on.
Highly
Are we talking like White Zombie or Rob Zombie
No, we're
proper?
talking Rob Zombie. White
Rob
Zombie. Was
Zombie.
great.
I don't know, dude. Dracula, Living Dead Girl. I mean, like those were big 20 years ago.
They
Those
were hits,
those
but-
were like defining like for like metal. That was pretty
Like
big
the
back in the
soundtrack
day.
for high
Let's
school.
go around. This looks fun.
It's like yeah,
Those
Linkin
were
Park
good
was like that
songs.
for me back in the
Those were
day.
good songs, and I understand why they got a place in this world. I agree.
Oh, Ezra Miller follows
but he's
me
just
now,
so
too.
overrated, man.
Well.
You know, he just,
The fuck?
Ezra Miller follows me on
He
Instagram.
followed me too. After
Yeah,
I
he
saw
followed
What
it.
on
me too.
Insta? Are you guys
Yeah.
like? Is he just like making his way through? Like these guys will
think
defend me.
anybody who sent him a message that day, he put that art up. He followed back. He followed Bro Dan. He followed Dave. He
Oh, I
followed
should
me.
message him and just be like, "What's up, bro? Why you gotta be
Yeah.
beating up
He
women?"
will not.
Right? Like, yeah, yeah.
And he will block
Matt,
you.
That's got to
probably.
come in.
Imagine he just
What? What? I mean,
Why are
look,
you
I
all
would.
going, oh, I mean, he's right, though.
He hugged
I mean,
the. Sorry, they hugged the chair at a lady.
Asshole.
No,
You-
I'm
you
sorry.
made
I
proper
know.
pronouncing.
I'm trying to proper pronoun because I don't want to be a
They
dick.
hugged
Yeah.
the chair. No,
They
you know,
hugged
I
the chair. All
I
right.
understand. But did he throw it at? Did they throw it? This is so hard. Did Ezra, air quotes, throw
You're
it
the only
directly
one that
at
can
that
make
woman?
proper
Did he
pronouns.
pick up a chair and throw it?
At a woman directly? Did he mean
But
to
he
hit her?
picked the chair up and he threw it.
Okay, that makes him. That's an act of violence. It doesn't make him a woman beater. It doesn't make him a woman.
Well,
beater.
Here- here's-
Did he not choke a woman
we don't know
2
if you-
years ago?
If you made a
Oh
video
yeah, he
that
did
says
choke that
stay
girl.
down,
He did choke that girl. I forgot about that.
Okay, so let's
What?
not.
What?
Let's
Like
not do that.
Ezra?
Yeah,
Like, look, Ezra lunged at a woman who was singing a very bad karaoke version of The Shallows.
Try to hit her with the last
All
ride,
right,
bro.
and then he choked another woman in Iceland, and then they threw a chair at another woman at another bar in Hawaii. You
Let's
know,
not
Brian, the last
forget
ride.
that he
First he
threatened
choked-
a man that he was going to burn his whore wife.
Yeah.
And let's also not forget like the footage when he didn't go to jail, where he's sitting outside of a bar and he tries to go back in, and he walks upon the woman and she has to push him out of the bar. So there we go. You know, and then like this new allegation, which we don't have enough information, which was
wait, is there the chair one or is there another one I don't know about?
The ex-girlfriend thing.
Oh yeah. Some people,
I'm sorry,
people
I'm not-
immediately jumped on that to call him a chomo, and it's just like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like we don't know yet.
We don't know.
What the
So
fuck is
about
a
the
chomo?
monsters.
Hey,
about the
she's
monsters,
just trying to.
Does anyone
It's
think this looks fun?
not about chomos. It's about the monsters.
Does-
Do you know what a chomo is, man?
I don't even know.
No.
It's a child molester.
Why did you have to say that?
Ryan's like,
On my stream,
Ryan,
demonetized.
Ryan,
Come
just
on.
go back. Ryan's like,
It's
no, bro.
just like the Brendan Davis situation.
Max, no.
Deal.
This ain't about chomos.
DL awake?
It's about the
Stop
monster.
saying chomos.
What? I mean, I didn't say that. You
Let's
said it
talk
that
about
time, to be fair.
monsters.
Oh man, damn it! I was all ready to have a shitty night tonight. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Aw.
I see what's happening in
I
here.
think this looks
You're face to
cool.
face with greatness, and you're afraid.
Max, is there a trailer? Is there a trailer for this?
No. What do you think about?
What is-
I think it
Bro,
looks fun.
this shit looks cheap as fuck.
No.
I think
I'm
it
not a
looks
rock.
better than Tim Burton's recent offerings.
That's comparing
Nah,
shit to
you
a
smoking
booger.
crack.
Because, like, I mean, who else?
Bro,
would
you
they
compare
get?
something that costs $12, bro?
Would they
Come
get
on,
like
bro, relax.
Tim Burton and Johnny Depp for the monsters? You know what else?
He's so relaxed.
You mean Amber Heard? You mean Amber Heard? You mean Amber Heard who was doing cocaine on the stand?
What?
Yeah, you didn't see that video?
What are you talking about, Anthony?
She was doing cocaine on the stand.
She wasn't doing cocaine. Okay, it wasn't
Anthony.
cocaine. That was not a bump of coke. What it was, if anything, was like a type of menthol. She didn't do a bump. It was a type of menthol that like is meant to like, or it's a type of thing that was supposed to make you cry. All right, she's not going to sit there and do a bump of cocaine. But what was great though was like the rubbing of the nose because you're like,
yeah,
that's pretty funny though. It is
Bro,
pretty funny.
It was the people on Twitter. I was like, oh, look, she's doing cocaine in the stand. I was like, oh my god.
She's doing cocaine.
Which, hey, that would be crazy though. That would be crazy.
She's taking the thing that actors use to make
You said
themselves
she
cry.
did it, Anthony.
No, it was people on Twitter, bro, not me.
You just said it. Wait.
Hey, what's up, Nerds Loft? Yeah, I was trying to
Welcome
move
to the
on.
stream.
Oh,
What's on the topic
too? Loved it. Great.
Oh, great for you, man. I hope you enjoy it. Buy the
all right.
Blu-ray.
Done with comic movies? Is that your stance now, Brian?
Basically.
Did you not like Doctor Strange? I saw your picture on.
It was okay. Like when I went through it, I kind of like towards the end, I was like, I think I'm done with comic book.
That's what
movies,
my
man.
wife said too.
Because it's like I don't know why it was
I
a
think
good
it's
time.
just
It was
fatigue.
fun, but it was just like I felt like I've been there before. You know what I mean? Like it's starting to lose its luster for me. That's all.
Yeah,
and not only that, but the conversation sometimes can get just goddamn annoying.
That's where I'm on Twitter going like that's why I want to do a stream tonight talking about how scoopers have actually ruined movies.
I agree.
Really?
They sure have.
And I think that's a very
ruined the fucking movie. It's so
well. They not only did they ruin it, but they create false
oversell.
hope. Yeah, false hope, false expectations, and then it's not just like Mikey Sutton, because like I don't think they start off to like do anything horrible. I think what happens though is if you look at, let's say, Syl and Mikey, the key idea there is that Syl is selling Mikey as this infallible inside source, and they've created this cult of personality around it. A cult of personality that even some of the insiders, who I won't name, but they have said Mikey is drunk with fame, and they actually don't even want to associate with him much anymore. People who have very close ties to him don't want to, are kind of like because they don't want to go down this pathway. They see it for what it is. They see it that it's a grift, and they know that he's lying, or he's at least embellishing more than he needs to be,
Big time, yeah.
in order to push this idea. And then people.
Well,
like,
someone asked, one of my viewers
always
did
called him a
ask
super
for me
scooper.
to do a video on what Mikey got wrong about Doctor Strange 2. So I might actually look into that because there's actually things.
To be fair, he got some stuff right too, because like I was the first person to run a scoop of his about the Illuminati being in Doctor Strange 2. And they were there. So there are things that he's gotten right. There are things that have happened, but it's like the idea there though is when you are trying to push a false narrative over something, or you're trying to really push the hype. So it's like if you look at Spider-Man No Way Home, if you go and you just look at Mikey's website analytics, like he was pulling in over 2 million views a month leading up to Spider-Man. And since then it's just been cratering because like nothing has come level to that, close to that hype. But it's not just him. It's like we got this covered giant freaking robot.
Something that was not. That was like one of the biggest moments in comic book movie history.
Sure. That was a big, huge moment. Yeah. It can't be replicated, but trying to sit there and they're trying to do that same thing now.
Especially for scoopers, there was their movie that really we were right, and so
well I think Sony
more so than any other comic book movie ever, the scoops were right on that one.
I think Sony was responsible. Like someone within Sony was leaking this information as a way to build hype because they realized that with Venom 2 specifically. Once they say, okay, this is true. Venom 2 was tracking for a $40 million opening weekend in the States.
It made money because of Tom Holland.
Yeah, well, then they did that fan screening in the UK, and we now found out about the Tom Holland tease at the end credit sequence, and then that jumped it from 40 million to 90 million. So it's like they know that the Spider-Man connection will bring money in. The fact that Morbius didn't even bother to attempt it was stupid. But
I think Morbius is a masterpiece.
You can't even say that without laughing.
Shut the fuck up, Chris. What the fuck, man? Morbius is a masterpiece.
Morbius is the worst movie.
I 100% think that Apocalypse is a really good movie.
Do not approve of that message at all.
I mean, I didn't hate Apocalypse, but but there are people out there that are like, again, if you look at it, like,
I
let's
rewatched
say,
it last week and I like it better than Midnight.
Well, what?
What?
He said no, Matt. He said
I know he's been saying that,
better than Doctor Strange 2.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, he liked what better than Doctor Strange 2?
Or the Dark World.
The Dark World. You know, with the crazy pale elves.
I mean, look, I like Thor: The Dark World. I do.
there's
I
a
like
lot
it,
more
but it's
exciting
like
moments in Doctor Strange 2. There's more exciting moments overall. But I think Thor: The Dark World is a better movie for the character of Thor.
but well, the thing with okay,
Doctor Strange story is very understated. Understated.
There's a
He
lot
has
of
an
great
arc.
characters
He
in
has a story.
Thor 2.
Like Doctor Strange has an arc in this film.
well, not only Strange, but like it's Strange and Wanda and America Chavez.
America Chavez. Like
Even
he's
America
talking about
Chavez,
because where
yeah.
it's Strange's film, and he feels like he doesn't have
Yeah, but
big enough
Marvel-
arc in his own film.
but we
he
know
has
Marvel-
a very understated arc
Yeah,
here.
and not only that, but Marvel is doing these team up films now.
Yep.
You know, everything's a team up film, so it's like,
arcs.
you know, look at the Marvels. We're not getting Captain Marvel 2. We're getting the Marvels, right? So, because does anyone out there really want a Captain Marvel 2? Like, with just Brie
No, that's
Larson?
like a rebrand. That was a rebranding smart tool because
I don't know. The quartering might really want it.
That movie's gonna make 300 million. That's it.
I think it.
Nah, it's gonna hit a bill, dude. It's gonna hit a bill.
Nah,
like,
bro. What,
Marvel,
what do you wanna see?
the only
Brie has a lot of fans though. Like they love
She
her.
does?
Some people love her.
Yes,
As
she
much
I
as
think-
people hate her.
Well, it's all about where they position it, right? Where they position. So here's the thing. Like, so looking at like the way Tiana Paris was in WandaVision was really well received.
Yep.
She was great in that role. And then it all depends also on how Miss Marvel is doing, which, you know, when that comes out next month, they're going to really be pushing that, right?
I'm not watching that.
So yeah, you are.
That was Veronica Rambo's daughter.
I'm
right?
watching
Yeah,
the last
I really
listen,
liked her.
I'm
Yeah,
watching
what-
the last
Maria's
episode.
daughter.
Captain Marvel.
They call her. Yeah, I always call her Veronica. Why do I call her Veronica Rambo? That's stupid. What's her superhero name? Spectre.
She might be Photon. We don't.
freaky as
I
hell.
mean, she had there or yeah.
I did like her
Photons,
character,
but,
so
yeah,
I
we
could
don't
see
know
maybe.
yet.
Yeah, I could see maybe the Marvel's doing good.
Oh yeah, the
She-
Quill.
I think she's gonna be
Apocalypse
Photon.
is legit.
Yeah.
There's lots of great stuff.
You
in that
sure it
movie.
wasn't Photon in
No,
WandaVision,
Max.
even though she had powers?
Well, here's an interesting
What?
thing about. Oh, go ahead.
I said she certainly wasn't Photon in WandaVision, even though she had powers and she didn't do anything with them. But you know,
She
I
had
mean,
it for
well,
like
she was
11
just
seconds,
growing.
bro.
But I think that she might be Photon just because of like the plaque with her mother's name too. That they'll probably go with that. Maybe.
Plus, she only had her powers for like 11 seconds. She can't be expected to know how to use them right away.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot you can do in 11 seconds,
she
but
could at least
mastering
use
something
those
really
powers
isn't
to
it.
not be locked up with.
Here's an interesting topic
Boner.
about
With
Moon
what?
Knight and Layla. Layla was supposed to be a different.
She's white
Let
in
me
the
see.
comics. Her name's not Layla in the comics. They changed her.
You have the dish.
I liked her.
Well, Anthony, I'm glad that you
real.
know. I'm
It's not
telling
like
for the
you-
people
it's not
that
like-
don't.
No. I'm talking about.
Well, I know it well.
It
I'm-
says
I'm
the
getting
answer
right.
is
I'm
that
getting
Layla's
right.
super heroic identity was originally tied to a
Take a
different
nap.
goddess entirely. She wasn't at the beginning tied to Tawret. She was an avatar of Isis. You could see where the Scarlet Scarab's inspiration came from. So they did. Why did they change? According to Diab, it's because
Let's
they
be
ultimately
realistic.
decided that
It's
Isis
not like this
wasn't
character
the right
was
character to
anyone's
pay with
favorite.
Layla.
Let's just be real.
What are you talking
I like
about, dude?
it.
It was better than Wonder
that was-
Woman.
Dude, she was better
Get the
than
hell
Wonder
out of
Woman.
here. Oh, bro.
Right.
To be fair, that is accurate. That's a very accurate thing.
110%, dude.
Who didn't like
I would
the
watch
scene?
that end scene over the entire
Exactly.
movie of Wonder Woman 84. Dude.
And I
Sorry.
loved it. I loved it when she saved that little girl, and that little girl said, "Are you an Egyptian superhero?"
That's a
And she
little.
goes,
That
"Yeah."
was kind of pandering.
I
but
think she
okay.
was cooler
I
than
don't,
Moon
yeah,
Knight.
but it was good. It wasn't
Yeah,
like
that-
going
that-
down
Moon
your
Knight.
throat.
Yeah, that was kind of woke. I don't know about that.
Look at that. That's
Right,
I
yeah,
liked.
taking
I
my
personally
words,
liked the
bro.
moment.
wait, what is
I-
this
I
from?
like it a lot.
Wait, what is
And
this
I'm
from?
usually
Right,
against
it's
that
cool.
woke shit.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I said woke.
I'm against people hijacking the word woke and making it mean
I'm just
something else.
kidding. I'm just
That's what I'm
kidding.
against.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tell me.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't even know what just woke
Well,
just
Doctor
mean you
Strange
can't
2
have
was woke.
women or people.
How the fuck was Doctor Strange 2 woke?
Listen. I asked Fanatic.
I'm coming, Zod. Well, Zod, I'm on my way.
Yo, man, ask those idiots.
Oh wow.
at the
Well, Zod,
fundamental.
thanks for tuning in. It took that to get you over here. No, I'm just kidding. Zod.
Well, I've
Zod,
got to go
thank
do
you-
my stream with Zod.
I know.
Ashley's other
Thank
shift
you,
is
Ashley,
starting.
for doing such a great
Yeah.
job on Let's give a hand to Ashley tonight. She was a great. She
Thank you,
really
thank you,
was
thank you,
great.
Marvel knowledge like a pro.
Have a good one. Bye.
I'm watching you, Zod. I'm watching you, Zod. We need to collab again soon.
Bye, Widow. Have a great time.
Get to chase down Ashley.
No, but like those idiot people defend the man. Say, "Oh yeah, Doctor Strange was woke." I was like, "Oh my god, bro."
Because
no.
Wanda's the villain and American
Yeah.
Chavez and then Captain Carter
Oh
and
my god, does
Maria
woke
Rambo.
just mean?
Hey, Zod, what about Hey Max? Yeah.
He doesn't.
Max, you know you don't get no respect on your own channel, man.
I don't.
Oh,
Like you know. I think. Look, I think calling. What I'm tired of is like if there's a woman in anything, it's woke. And God forbid a woman of color.
Yeah, these dudes
Oh,
lose their
God
mind. And
forbid
if
a
they
woman
see a
of color.
vagina,
You know
they,
what?
they freak
People
out.
say woke, especially
Like,
Anthony.
like
No,
seriously,
I'm just
did
kidding,
someone
Anthony.
say that penis is too
Well,
small?
I just like using the word woke.
I know. You're just joking around.
I think it's
People
ridiculous.
overuse woke more than they ever say people call.
But at the
call
same
for sure
time,
Nazi.
but at the same
Now
time,
everyone was a few years ago. Everyone was an Otzi. Now it's woke. Everything.
Before that, it was SJW,
It is woke.
SJW.
well, what I'm not a fan of though is also on the media side with the media coming out and always making
What
it.
the hell?
The media does make it a big problem on their end. You know what I mean? Like it's
They have been for a long time.
They have been. It's like you
Yeah.
go back to Ghostbusters 2016 and like how they came out and defended the movie regardless of anything before they had seen it, and it was just because they wanted to protect that ideology of being an all-female reboot, and just a bunch of sexist trolls hated it. There was a lot there that like the media does not help in any of these situations, unfortunately. But you could look at you could start demanding better out of these people that cover this stuff, right?
We've been trying to demand it. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't
You having
matter.
a good time, Brian? You had some laughs with Matt. Matt, you
Yeah,
had
it's
fun.
fun, man. It's better than I expected.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm kind of just burnt out with the entire conversation.
I'm
It's
a
like-
little.
Yeah. Brian
Brian
doesn't like me anyway, so I know that it's all good.
It's okay, Matt. We're cool, bro. I just kind of had to take a break.
Yeah.
No, I was joking, but okay.
But
Wow.
anyways,
Cut me deep, Brian.
Right? I know.
No.
I'm sorry. But no, it's just like okay. So the scooper scoop. We are the pooper scoopers. We are the ones that sit there and scoop up the scooper scoops. Like,
me and
"Oh my
Brian
God,
were
this is gonna
literally-
be amazing. This is gonna be amazing. And I'm just like, guys,
This is why I don't cover the shit on my channel.
Me and Brian were literally talking about this last
I
night.
cover everything in movie talk. I don't want to box myself out of time.
No, we're not talking about just you. We're talking about franchise fatigue in general. I was watching Star Trek Into Darkness last night. People were calling
Yes,
me,
it
wanting
is.
me to go to the movie, and I told Brian on a video, I was like, Brian, I don't think I want to go, man. They talked me into going to the Late Show last night, and I'm glad I did. But I was almost not even going to watch this movie because I'm worn out. This was fun to talk about, though. This was, but like
Ryan, what about Thor 4? That's going to be your favorite character.
No, fuck Love and Thunder.
As soon as it comes out, I will watch it.
That looks awesome. I cannot wait to see that movie. That's going to be so good.
I always have a good time. And then I love Taika Waititi because, dude, I'm telling you, Thor Ragnarok was one of my favorite movies of the last phase. So
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Raya, I'm there. I want to see that.
Well,
and
there's
Nicolas
something
Cage
for
one
everyone
and everything,
now.
everywhere, all at once,
The
or
MCU
whatever.
is so big that there's if you don't like something, there's something else. Maybe you just
That's
don't have
true.
to see everyone.
Yeah, but
I mean,
Yeah,
for,
you don't have to watch
I think
everything.
for Brian, I think he just like the
Well, you
whole
guys-
formula.
I'm talking.
I came on here as a Star Wars fan.
Yeah,
I got
me
looped
too.
into
Well, I
it.
have some
got,
Star Wars
I
stuff.
got roped into talking about the Snyder Cut stuff by Max.
Roped into it. Did I tie you up, man? Tell me where I hurt you.
No, I'm just kidding. But you know what I'm saying? So like I kind of went into that not being the biggest fanboy of it to begin with. I consider myself a very hardcore casual. Best way to
That's
put it?
me, hardcore casual.
I
I'm a normie,
like
bro.
what's coming out. I know what's happening, but honestly, beyond that, I really don't.
Well, here's some Star Wars news.
All right. What? Oh, Flea. Yeah, he's gonna be in there.
Yeah, he's
What
gonna
makes
be.
sense?
Wait a
Obi-Wan,
minute.
right?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What?
Flea's in everything.
Flea's
What?
the shit,
I
bro.
hope he's in
Yeah,
it.
bro.
He's Needles in Back to the Future.
Dude,
That would be amazing if he was an alien in a band.
Am I reading that correctly? Wait a minute.
What's
go
the
back
matter,
up.
Jarbo? Are you chicken?
No, he was one of the
Wait, what did I do?
members-
No, man, I was talking about Needles.
Needles.
The scene from Back to the Future. He was Needles. Remember?
Yeah,
Famous
yeah. No, of course, yeah.
You were supposed to catch that. That was a deep cut. Wow, you let me.
No,
down,
I caught the reference, but I'm like, I was looking at something else. And
Does anybody remember the movie?
Okay,
The Chase?
here's
yes,
this,
Anthony Kiedis.
Anthony Kiedis, yes.
Yeah, Anthony Charlie Sheen. Oh my.
Or what
God.
about Ron Jeremy as the camera operator, right?
Wasn't Ron Jeremy in the Boondock Saints, the first one?
Yeah, he was. He was in the first one. Yeah.
I'm not interrupting you, Axel. What's going on?
Why do you
All
guys
right,
keep interrupting me? God damn it!
Because your mic's so
You're
low.
not saying
We can't even-
anything.
It's because you're Australian and you just talk slower.
Your mic's low. We can
like-
barely hear you.
Wow,
But, like,
Jarbo.
still, you guys do
Well,
interrupt me.
here's the extent of the rumor.
That's what happens
Disney-
when you're in a big ass
But
panel.
sources indicate his character will wield a cool-looking blaster. I wanted to be in a band. He's probably going to be. That's cool. What did you think of that last Obi-Wan trailer?
It was good.
That was good. Yeah.
Wow.
I love that music, and I wasn't hip on the Vader rematch or whatever. But you know what I would love? Don't give me a lightsaber duel. Just give me some dialogue. Dialogue we've never had between
Dialogue.
Obi
Yeah.
and Anakin, who's Darth Vader. But like, give us that dialogue.
Oh, look at the Obi-Wan hype is up through the charts.
Yeah, I'm so hyped for this now, man. I wasn't before, but I am now. Like, I'm hyped.
Here, this is some more great Star Wars.
My
news.
biggest
I'm-
takeaway today
I'm-
was Top Gun Maverick looks amazing. I'm gonna.
Oh
does look
yeah,
amazing. I can't wait.
Did you hear the Lady Gaga track was amazing too?
No, I haven't heard that yet.
That
I
single
cannot
is
wait.
amazing.
The
Bro,
27th.
Tom Gunn's gonna be amazing.
Anyone else?
You know what's
Matt,
crazy?
you like
I got-
music? Did you listen to the Lady Gaga Top Gun track?
I have not actually listened to that yet.
Who
It's
the
really
hell's
good.
Lady who? Lady who?
Lady Gaga, man.
That's a real name. You guys aren't trolling
No,
right now.
You don't,
Chris,
oh,
play
come
dumb.
on.
Chris, you
you
are
don't know
wrong.
who
All
Lady
right, you
Gaga
got me.
is?
You got me. You
Yeah, I'm
guys
about to
got me.
say,
I'm
you're
just
not
fucking-
that
That's a
old.
real
Come
name.
on now.
Y'all got me.
Who?
Yo, they're getting hip to my bullshit, bro. Dan, I might have to step back for a while.
It's like you're old.
No, that's-
not that old.
Gaga Googa. Yes, Lady Gaga. Oh,
I
look
thought
over
I'm not
here.
gonna lie. A lot of people think she's super hot. I never thought she was super hot, but in that poker face video, yeah, she was hot.
Here's a good
That
question
poker
for
face.
everyone. Should you watch, if you haven't seen the first Top Gun, should you watch it first? Before
Yes,
It's a
watch
huge,
it.
Rhea, you
Yes.
might like it because
Yes.
it's an action-packed love story. It's an amazing
it's-
love story, and
And it's
it was Star Wars on Earth. No joke. Like, you weren't getting camera shots like that.
and it
back
has
in
the
day.
coolest '80s homoerotic volleyball scene in the world.
Yeah, it does. And the shit,
Yo,
and they're
yo,
like
the
always
shit
in
in
the
it was
shower, bro.
Yeah.
So what they're trying to say is that Tony Scott was really gay,
Yeah. But good at it. He's good
but
at
really, but super good at it. Yeah.
No, I mean, I
He
think
wasn't
out of
really
it-
closeted.
oh,
It was more like a
please,
screen door.
Top Gun has to be one of the ones you. Oh, she doesn't like Top Gun, Tom Cruise, but Val Kilmer, yes.
That's one of his
Yeah,
standout roles.
that's Val Kilmer in his
Yeah.
prime.
That's Val
Oh,
Kilmer
yeah.
Prime.
That's
right there.
Iceman.
Yeah.
Yeah, Iceman. Yes.
You got to do the teeth bite thing.
Wears you down, make a mistake, you're his. He's the best.
All right, I only have 2 topics left.
Two topics.
Rumor watch a villain-centric star. I'm tired of hearing this. I want it to happen already.
Oh, the semi score for
I-
Doctor Strange.
But isn't this just? Isn't this what that series called?
I don't know.
What is?
what are you doing?
I
Oh,
forget
this?
the character's
What, the
name.
Acolyte or something?
Acolyte, yes.
Yeah.
Acolyte, yeah.
Yeah.
Villain-centric. I hope they introduce something.
Do you
at-
guys recognize
for,
her?
Star Wars Celebration.
What else she
Who?
was in? That Twilight? That was
Yeah,
the-
she was in Harry Potter.
she was also the girl that was taken basically slave by the Starks and then became the watcher of the children and then got her throat slit by the bastard, whatever.
Oh,
Who's in Game of Thrones.
yeah. Asha.
Yeah, I loved her. She's dude. I want to see her again, man.
Can I tell you? There's a funny interview with her because right before her death scene, like she got fully nude, right?
Yeah.
And okay, so there's a point for me bringing this up. So I was like a little taken aback by that. I'm like, oh wow, holy shit, right? Like I wasn't expecting that. But then I read an interview with her and she was like, I wish they would have told me ahead of time that I was going to do a full nude shot because like I would have let my bush grow out. Because like if you go back and you watch that scene, and I'm not saying like Blade Runner enhanced this shit, but I mean if you really like go and look, it's like it's a really well manicured trim job, and like I'm like after
You couldn't have done that back then.
You couldn't have done that
Got
back
the land
then.
strip, land
Yeah,
strip
she's
on
like,
there.
you know. I'm just saying, it's like she was like, I would like to have grown it out a little bit more, make it a bit more, you know, a bit more rough and tumble. And I'm just like,
you saw this on an interview. You didn't think
I
it
see
was,
this in an interview, yeah. But then if you go back and you watch that scene, you're like, yeah,
Your mind's gonna go there no matter
You're
what.
just like, you're well, yeah, because you're just like, hey, look, it's like a patch of fur. Like, okay, you know what? It's and it wasn't a merkin. If you, okay, did you guys ever watch Spartacus?
Of course.
Right, I love Spartacus. It's such a good show.
But like, life went out like a champ. Gannicus
Yeah, but
was a
like
beast.
every time there was a fully nude woman on scene, they always wore a merkin, and you could tell it was a merkin. It was just it's a pubic wig, and you could always tell because it looked like very compact, but also like wild, like a beast.
Yo,
you
they
know,
showed Lucy Lawless naked so many
When did we
times
start
in
talking
that
about
series,
bushes?
bro.
yeah.
Oh God,
Yeah,
come on, man!
we
Like,
just talking about people's bushes.
What I'm just talking about. You never look at Bush at DL?
I mean, I've seen a couple of my times. but,
I've never seen a real one. I've never seen a real one.
I prefer, I prefer it trimmed. You know,
Sure. I mean, are we talking like are we talking like the Bermuda Triangle? We talking a landing strip?
I
right?
mean, whatever works for them. You know.
Speaking of John Campia,
He goes right to John Campy. We're talking about Bush.
I don't want to talk about Bush at the end of this. I mean,
Why not?
All I meant was every girl I've ever been with kept their shit clean. You know, didn't look like a woolly mammoth down there. That's all I'm saying.
That's cool.
You know, the kind where you see it, like I would freak out if I saw a girl with a crazy bush because I'd have to grab one of those conches and be like,
You're like the torch of Gondor is lit, my friends.
Gondor is set 8. All right, I'm done. All right, go to the Cameo thing. I'm gonna piss
All right,
myself.
moving on.
So,
What
was that, Eddie?
This will have the
My
newly
gosh,
single.
these perverts on screen.
I know.
Oh, wait, DL, you're, oh man.
Wait, you tell what?
So, well, yeah. I mean, look, if you're recently single, you should be looking at all the Bush you can.
I mean,
you know,
I guess, yeah.
like just
Bro,
really
you
just
gotta
maintain it. You gotta maintain it. That's
yeah, it's all about hygiene, man. It's
How
all
about hygiene? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It shows you like when you get a little older, the mature ladies, you can tell. Right? Like, all right, yeah. Like, all right, good. Yeah,
They don't got time to be cutting it.
We have young men on
Why you
here.
keep going on me? I don't get what am I doing?
Man, he probably like
He's
milk.
young.
Bro. We know that. He probably
And
like milk.
virile. What did they say on that one movie? 10 Things I Hate About You.
She got beer flavored nipples.
She went out with
beer flavored
full of sperm.
What?
All right.
No, you don't know that. That's actually from that movie too. Heath Ledger is talking about Larissa Oleynik, and all these guys are in on her, and he's like, "What? Does she have beer flavored nipples?"
Beer flavored nipples or something? Why's everybody got a thing for this shit?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that would be amazing, but
I don't know, man. I prefer Corona. Just saying.
Yeah, are they really getting sued? Is
this
that
is
true?
an important topic. I didn't know about this, and I was looking at Netflix disaster. Gets worse. The shareholders do the company.
Yo, his new studio looks like a disaster. What is that?
That Captain America's pretty
I was
dope.
gonna make it. What the hell is he doing? He finally starts growing again.
Bro, all that money.
Why does he
makes
always
so
go
much
to a
sense,
studio?
though.
They look cooler in his bedroom.
Yeah, just stay in the garage and you would save more money.
Yeah,
All the people that were sponsoring came and took their shit back. That's what happened.
Yeah, Manscaped popped up. It was just like, nah, John, give
How
it
do I
back.
get a sponsor? I want to do.
Matt, you have to produce more content that's not bringing me on to talk about hairy bushes.
I gotta say, for
Well,
people, for all the people that are
Isn't that
sponsoring
Isn't it a
Manscaped,
hairy bush when you got Manscaped? You know.
I'm telling you this right
Wait,
now
so
from
you-
experience.
so you saying you
Anyone that
hairy?
is sponsoring Manscaped, they are lying to you. They are playing it up for the
Yeah.
camera. They are not good for your balls. Do not buy it.
What?
What you want, don't buy it. Unless you want.
happened?
Damn you,
What
Dion.
happened,
I
Dion?
Unless you want to get. No, I'm serious. I don't understand why all these people are lying.
No, Dial, it's okay. Tell me.
Hold
Talk
on.
to me.
You nicked your balls, Dio?
Yes.
Yeah, that's happened, bro.
It was
Every
bad.
bro's done that, dude. Every bro's done that.
No, they said said this is the safest thing for your balls, and it's not. Like
You still got to be careful.
Here, dude, DL, here's what you do, man. You take a clump of them and you twist it around like it's a bread bag, and you take the razor and you just cut it off at the root. You know, you got to precision that shit. But trust me, you'll save yourself a little bit of blood.
It's like harvesting wheat.
I know how to precision myself.
I said I'm trying to get a sponsor.
Yes,
what
I
the
did.
hell?
Hey, here's another thing about
It's like the beginning of that Pink Floyd learning to fly video. Get a stick
Manscaped, and then DL says, "Listen, that ball shaver's dangerous.
It is dangerous. Do not buy that shit. I'm telling you right now.
Promo code Shave My Balls 1.
Do
You
not
guys remember-
touch me, Manscaped. 'cause I will put you on the
Lightcast
spot.
was sponsored by Manscaped, if that gives you any idea. All right, Lightcast was sponsored by Manscaped.
I need a sponsor.
Their balls must be bleeding right now. I'm sorry.
Their balls been bleeding for a year, I guess.
mean
I don't know.
Lightcast?
Lightcast, yeah.
I did have a sponsor at one time, Max. No joke. Called Displate. Yeah, there's these magnetic pictures that go on your wall. Yeah.
Man, I got a sponsor back in early 2017. It was for this one mobile game, and they paid me $2,500 for like a 15-minute video.
Shadow Raiders, whatever the fuck.
It wasn't Raid Shadow Legends. And it was somebody else though. And I took the money. None of my audience liked the video. I didn't give a shit. I still took the fucking money.
Yeah, so would I. Fuck.
And I would do if Raid came to me and they're like, "Hey, we want to sponsor your shit." I'm like, all right, yeah, Raid Shadow Legends. I don't know.
I wouldn't tell Max just go, "Oh, I don't like that shit." Man, get your money, bro. Make your paper.
Yeah. Shave your balls while you're at it, huh?
Yeah, but hey, you want to call it balls?
Now
Comes
there's
with
horror
lotion.
stories. DL
I literally feel bad for
Yo,
DL
DL,
right
does
now.
it
I
come
feel
with
bad
lotion?
for him. We should guys, everybody, F's in the chats for DL's balls.
Yo,
F's in the chats.
Please, my balls have been through the struggle, man. Like it's fucking Manscaped. Fuck that shit.
Damn, bro.
So the girls is not helping, huh?
I mean, like, look, if you're taking a razor to your nuts, you're gonna. I mean, you're.
Oh my god.
Hold on. Did you put the? What are you doing?
How
Are you doing the shocker, Axel?
Yeah.
It's 2 in the pink and 1 in the stink. It's a real interesting hello.
Oh, come on.
Oh yeah.
What? I'm just saying. It's like a bowling
that's
term,
facts. That's facts.
Yeah, that was the thing.
right?
Picking up the 7-10 split.
Yeah.
Look at
Do you
Max
still
just up there
has it?
shaking his head like I've lost control of this shit.
I'm just killing time before my stream, so I thought I'd come derail this one.
There you go.
I'm not gonna come to your streams anymore.
Okay,
so I
John
can actually
Campion,
talk
let's
on
go.
them.
I'm
Let's
about
go.
ready to go to bed.
Netflix disaster.
Bro, this new studio is garbage.
In
But
other
you
words,
tell him-
water.
but
But
you
check
tell him
out the
30
Funko Pop, man. He's got the Celestial
What's our
and
second
he's
main
got a
topic
hot
today?
toy of
This
Captain
comes from
America.
Justice
That's
for
dope.
Fredo.
This
The
comes
news
from
just seems
Justice
to keep getting
Alfredo.
worse for Netflix. Today, their stock price hit another new low, and it seems the shareholders are fed up. The Hollywood Reporter is saying that the shareholders are now suing their own company for lying to them about the health of the company and their projections that have cost them hundreds of millions of dollars.
Wow.
I know
Stop
at this
making
point,
movies
Netflix
like
is almost
cuties.
too big to fail, but they aren't recovering.
I forgot about that.
Could
shit.
Netflix be in real trouble here?
All right. Thanks a lot for saying that in. Now, of course, this whole story about Netflix really first got rolling when the announcement came out that they had, for the first time in forever, they actually had a quarter where they overall lost subscribers. They lost 200,000 subscribers and projected
Well,
that.
we don't. I mean, we got the gist. I mean, what?
Well,
this is
it's
pretty
not that
bad.
they lost 200,000 subs. They were projected to gain 2.5 million,
Yeah.
and they came in 200,000 under. So you can almost sit there and say that they effectively lost 2.7 million. That's what you can effectively look at that number and take that away. Like, that's a big deal. 200,000 ain't shit for Netflix. It ain't shit for someone with 220 million, you know.
No wonder their stock it plummeted to like 35%, man. Like,
Yeah, but like at the
that's
same
crazy.
time though, like look, they know that they know that they cannibalize their own content. That they know that. Like they release way too much, which is why I feel that we're gonna start seeing a shifting. I think week to week releases is gonna be a thing that's coming. And that's the right call, by the way.
I would go back to that. I get mad when I can't binge something, but I like waiting that week and being able to talk about it with everybody that week later. I do think they should stop like steamrolling you with 5 different series that came out that week and they've all got 13 episodes. You know, they and a lot of the stuff they're spending money on is just stupid. No one's watching this shit, man. Like,
well,
that's
I
just-
mean, people are watching it, but it's not as many as they want. But another part of that too is people don't know that stuff is out. You know, like they don't know.
Matt, but are you watching shit like series like What Happened to Monday? Are you really watching that?
I never.
No,
even
but I'm
heard about
watching
it.
Is It Cake?
I never heard
Okay,
about
well, that's
that.
different.
shit.
Dude, Is It Cake is
Ozarks-
funny, man.
Ozarks is good. They got Stranger Things. That's gonna springboard
That's gonna be
to-
big.
You know, that's gonna be big. But they lost all the Marvel stuff. They really. I understand Netflix was trying to go original programming. That's smart. That's what made HBO last.
Netflix is a retard.
You know, HBO was going to go the way of the dodo, and then all of a sudden, you know, let's try this Oz show, let's try this The Wire show, let's try this Sopranos show, and then they blew up off of that. And they got big again. Netflix is trying that, but the shows they're putting out just isn't generating a big enough audience. Some people are watching it, but
They don't advertise anything. That's the
no, they don't market. Their marketing is awful. Like
awful. Yeah,
I agree.
Well, so when I was last in Los Angeles, I was headed down Sunset Boulevard, and you know, and I look up and I see the billboards, right? And in LA, movie billboards are a dime a dozen. You know, they're everywhere. But all I'm seeing on Sunset Boulevard are all advertisements for Netflix shows. And I'm like, so they advertise in Los Angeles, but that's not where the vast majority of people are watching.
Right.
You know, they're watching all over the country, all over the world. And so part of it though is like, you know, the binge culture worked for them 10 years ago when it was a new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they had no competition.
They had Hulu. That's it.
Yeah, there was, right. And I've had Hulu and Netflix for a very long time.
That was it. Now you've got all sorts of shit, man. Like,
oh yeah, and there's like stuff like there's stuff I want to get that I'm just like like I don't have Paramount Plus yet, but I'm like it's cheap. I should just
it's worth the $5, man. It
Yeah.
really is,
It's
man. And
I know Halo's coming up to an end. I just got to get it and binge Halo.
Oh, this last I love Halo. But this last episode was rough.
I've been
I-
Star Trek happy for a whole year, so I'm good.
Everyone I know has been talking
really
shit about
nobody
Halo,
liked-
so I haven't watched it yet.
Nobody liked Discovery. I loved it. I don't care what they say. I loved the Discovery. I thought that was a great show. I like Paramount, but the two big I'm telling you, the two biggest streamers right now, the most popular, have to be HBO and Disney.
Yep.
It's got to be. HBO
Yeah,
and Disney.
HBO just has better content. Like
Yeah,
they
they have
curate their
amazing
content.
content. Yeah.
You know, but the thing is though, but they fuck up too. There's a lot of failed shows on HBO. There are, and they get killed real quick. You know, there was one show I think it was called
Just
Lucky.
to give everyone a heads up, we're getting a 5-minute warning, but we're going to end the show. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But there's like, you know, Game of Thrones. They put out the House of the Dragon trailer. That's going to be big for HBO when that comes out later on this year. Lord of the Rings is going to be on Prime. That's going to be huge. I mean, there's curated content that's going to be like hella massive for these streamers, but they've just got to market it correctly. I'll tell you this though, the big problem was Amazon tried.
I can't believe Amazon's not bigger.
Dude, here's the thing: Amazon is bigger than Netflix at the end because to get Amazon Prime, you actually get the Amazon Prime shipping. So there are, but the thing is though, there are over 200 million subscribers, but not many of them are using the Amazon Instant, right? To watching the shows, but they are because Amazon's been emailing people and like letting them know that this service is available. But here's the thing is like, let's say Lord of the Rings, Amazon is dropping a lot of money on this. It's got to be big. So like the thing is though, is they have to market this stuff correctly. How they did it when they released that trailer and they went and had this like influencer video. Did you guys see that? Where like they brought in these people that were like supposedly like Lord of the Rings mega fans. And they were all terrible. And I did a deep dive into each of them. And guess what I found out? They're all Harry Potter mega fans. And it's like so when they approach the Lord of the Rings conversation, they're not approaching it from someone who's like an expert in Tolkien and what he was trying to say. They're coming at it from like this is the kind of shit I would get from J.K. Rowling, you know, or like the movies and stuff. So they're coming at it from that perspective. And it's like a young adult, you know, mild fantasy versus like, you know, fucking the hard medieval, you know, fantasy that it is, right? So yeah, but that's the problem is like they don't know how to market these shows, and Netflix is kind of in the same boat. It's like find YouTubers, find podcasts that like actively push this stuff. I'll give you guys a great example. Walking Dead. When that show first started, there was a podcast that guys, I forget the show was called, but they just every week they talked about each episode. And they put their podcast out. It was small. Greg Nicotero, who was the special effects director on the show before doing showrunner in season 2, reached out to them was like, hey, thank you for covering the show. Would you like for us to come on and talk to you? And they're like, yeah, sure. Perfect. So they reached out to these podcasters, started bringing them into the fold, having interviews with cast members and other people involved. And guess what? These guys were able to take, I think they did the Walker Stalker Con, came from these guys. So a podcast that just talked about a zombie show, and because it had support from the creators, they turned it into a massive fan event that's been going on for years, that has yielded millions of dollars in profit and has helped bring together this community that has kept this show that a lot of people have just shit on for years coming back to it. You know, and that's what these companies need to do is you start with the fan base, you build it up, grassroots that shit, and then you have a show that is long lasting. I'm just saying, it's like there's so many things they could fucking do and they don't do it, and it's ridiculous.
Awesome.
Sorry, I went off on a tangent there.
No,
Well, I wanted to share this because I
Spotify
just saw this. James Gunn just tweeted this on Twitter. They've wrapped Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy, and then I had a question for everyone. You know, a lot of these projects, I understand after the trilogy that it might be the end, but this is the one where I'm like, there's so many characters in Guardians of the Galaxy that I wanted it to go beyond the trilogy. Like I want Guardians 4 and 5 to keep evolving.
I think he means this. I think he means this Guardians group of people.
Yeah,
you can still have Star-Lord. You're still Nebula. You're still you're still gonna have Star-Lord. You're still Nebula. But
I think we need to cancel Chris Pratt as soon as possible.
Why?
Joke.
Oh, like what?
Love Chris Pratt. What are you talking about?
Well,
I want him to do actual comedy again.
Yeah,
I think I would go.
Why?
With
No.
this.
Then they would try to cancel him, especially being
He get tackled on the stage at the Rose Bowl or some shit.
No, why would you go back? Why would you go back to being a comedian at this time? Bad.
Well, I mean, like Guardians just wrapped, Jurassic World just wrapped.
Matt, I think you should start stand up.
I would like to actually. I don't know if I'd be good at
Dave
it.
Chappelle and Chris Rock at the same time.
I would not, maybe. But I would be only by like Snyder fans. But I couldn't build an entire career around bashing the Zack Snyder fanboys. What's the deal with the Snyder cult? Do these guys all just live in their mom's basement or what?
They eat their peas one at a time.
Get my director out of my effing mouth.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
Get my director's
keep my
name out your
fandom
effing mouth.
Get on SnyderVerse and come on stage and slap Jarbo and shit.
Yeah, that would happen. They would try. They'd be all like, here's a polar bear. And I'm like, dude, everyone knows no one cares. Back off.
Bye.
I think Dave Bautista character is dead in Guardians.
Well, I actually do have to end because I have to wake up early in the morning. Even though my plans change, I still have to get up early to drive.
Oh man.
Ooh, but I appreciate everyone being on here, except for the Bush talk.
Listen, man, listen. We like to discuss 2001 to 2008. I think, or the Bush era of politics is
42.
Yeah, 40. Yeah, really heavily inspired. Star Wars sequel.
Wait, Max love
True.
Bush. Oh my.
I'm saying, man, listen, I'm not calling it a flavor saver, but it's like, you know what? It's indicative of age. All right. So you at least know you're good on that one.
Okay.
Nice.
No.
I think
All right.
growing on Brian. I think you're growing on Brian. Brian might.
All right. I'm going to go do what I promised I was going to do, and I'm going to watch one of these episodes, then catch Matt's stream, and probably go to bed. But I'm not
better now.
Y'all be good.
Later, buddy.
Yeah, check out Matt's stream. Enosha's going live too as well. I'm getting out of town. I appreciate everyone being here. I
check
enjoy
my eyelids for holes.
I'm going to go make TikTok videos.
Yeah, you love TikTok, don't you?
Dude, are you kidding me? I've gotten 11,000 new followers in 3 weeks.
But they don't translate to YouTube views, do they?
Nah, man, but it's like, but they're actually engaging with the content. You can't grow on YouTube anymore. Like you can't. Not directly. Not with the way it's going. Is they want you to do like I mean, have you grown?
I'm growing right now.
Whoa.
That's good.
Wow, and you just complained
Wait,
about
you have sex with your wife?
You just complained about the bush talk.
I gotta end the show.
You
No,
just
I'm
complained about the bush talk.
Max,
And now you talk about
Max is
that.
like the Cialis kicked in. Gotta go wake up the wife. Or not. I don't know.
Listen, she knows I'm going out. She's not coming with me. She's like, I got the
Wait.
place.
So leave her into the house?
She's
I
not.
like you when
She's
you
not.
say
She's
Where you
not
going to
like-
play the Amico again? What's going on?
No. I'm opening my parents' cottage for them. It's a lot of work because my mom's got OCD, and get all the stuff for the cottage. Go get the water turned on. Take care of the boats. Lots of stuff. Because she doesn't leave the house because because of her health. I still do all her shopping, but she does go at least to go to the cottage and stay there or go walk to the lake.
How many boats?
We have 2, but actually my dad's boat might be missing.
That's crazy.
They drained the lake early before last winter, and it was stuck in the mud, and I couldn't get it off the water.
Oh yeah, I remember that. You hurt your back and everything.
I hurt my back because she was flipping out, and I was like, I can't get it out of the mud, and I did hurt my back. But we still have my pontoon boat, so.
Hey.
This is a small pontoon boat. It's not a big one. It's a small one.
It's all about the motion in the ocean, Max.
That's right.
Very true.
Yeah, just have sex in the water.
So that's what?
So what are you saying? Like, do it in clear water because then it just looks bigger through the art of magnification.
Right.
I would not recommend doing it in the water.
Yeah,
It
looks.
the water. Especially after you nick your balls, it burns.
No, first of all, don't try to do anything after you nick your balls. Like, no, you need to let it heal. You need to let it heal.
Hey, hold on. I have an honest question for the group because it's all men here. You guys ever tried to put like cologne on your nuts?
No.
You've never done that? Oh man, you missing out. You missing out.
The only thing I've done is I bicked my head one time, and I used aftershave on my head.
Oh. I used to bick my head when I was 18, and I tried it for a while, and because I kept going through razors, I ran out of money, so I had to go buy cheap ass razors from like the Dollar Tree. And like after I kept cutting up my head, I was like, I'm letting the hair grow in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who is this Kirby? Kirby is cute.
It's someone with a shocked pussy face.
Aww.
It's what I'm saying. It's a cat with his mouth open. Max, that's probably your wife.
Okay. Time to
God.
now.
Yeah, drink the milk.
Eddie, do you want to edit this? Edit it for me, bro.
Well, thank you for showing up to this review of the movie. Yes, we covered lots of stuff. Doctor Strange, we covered ball sacks, we covered lots of stuff. But thank you for joining us through thick and thin. No matter what these guys say, it's always gonna be silly, and I pray that you guys get a good night's sleep, because obviously you guys want to forget everything we said because it will linger on. But yeah, thank you for showing up. That's all. Goodbye.
Yeah,